influences you to be fucking fake. Let's just be real. So I'm interested to hear how, social media influence. I can tell you how it influenced me, but before I do that, let me holler at myself. What up, though, Ryder?
Well, though I'm listening to you. I'm listening to you cook. I know you gotta get all that out first. So I just came on real quick to share the stream while I'm making my little nuggies over here. Dinosaur nuggets. So I'm gonna listen on mute so I don't make no noise. Then I'll pitch in with you because you're right. Like this is a great topic to bring up, and people are scared to touch on it. That's why I made my life saying, free will versus fear. And you seen the topic that I hit on earlier.
Mo, happy solar return, sis. Happy that it's bull season, baby. Mine was on the 25th of April. I made it 41. I've been here 41 years, man. 41. That's crazy, man. I wasn't even supposed to be here 15, but I done did it. And I'm planning on doing 40 plus more. So that's what's up, Mo. That's what's up. I want to see my grandbabies and my babies. Look, my baby's 5 and 2. I want to see my grandbaby. So I gotta take care of myself, make some good decisions, don't get myself into no unscrupulous shit, and I should be all right, right? Creator willing, creator willing. Whatever, the will of the divine is, that's what's gonna be, that's what's gonna happen. But I'm gonna play my yeah, next episode, so 41, man. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. But happy solar return, so happy solar return. Always great. Always great. But I'm gonna tell you how social media influenced me. Right? I can tell you to the T, and I'm gonna be transparent, be honest with y'all. Social media has emboldened me to interact with more people in real life. I don't deal with a lot of people in real life. I really don't. I don't. I'm just being honest. It's like I'm good all by myself. Right? If it ain't the right people, I'm straight. But on here, it's like I interact with a more variety of people. But in real life, like a lot of people, like I wouldn't even if I feel like you have the potential um, to be a liability to me. That's the nicest way I can say it. If I feel you have the potential to be a liability, I won't deal with it. I'm straight. I'm 41 years old. I done did all that stuff. I'm good and I learned from previous mistakes. So I just know now you can't deal with everybody, man. I like to, if people got something to lose, then I can rock with them because we ain't trying to lose. We trying to win. So if there's a possibility I lose what I got, I like with those people. Those people actually think things through. People who ain't got nothing to lose. If they feel like that with their life, how you think they gonna look at yours? So now I don't really deal. So social media has given me the ability or influenced me to interact with more people. You know, like when I'm talking about like even investing time into people. If it ain't about money, then I can't rock with everybody like that. Like if we ain't doing something, I ain't gonna say money. Right? I don't want to say money. We ain't doing something productive, right? I can't just sit around people. Like I can't just sit around people. I'd rather sit by myself. So if we ain't doing something productive, it's like, why am I here? I don't feel I need to know a lot of people because the more people you know, the more bullshit you expose yourself to do. Like in real life, I don't need a lot of people knowing me. Like being cool, like we can be cordial. I see you somewhere, hey, what up though? But I ain't trying to hang out. I'm good. Unless we doing something productive. Now we doing that, then yeah. That's how how I develop most of my friendships by being productive in other shit. And then being productive with a person you get to know them, like, okay, yeah, you cool, you can be a friend. And those people eventually turn to families. But guess what? Those people I'm always productive with. We always planning or trying to do something to become better. So those people, it might be like real estate project. Like, hey man, look, so you want to get in on this? Oh shit, hey, I know these people need some work. That's how most of my friends are. We building together. We constantly helping. You know what I'm saying? But then if a football game or fight, something come on, family come over, we have a barbecue or something, they bring their family over and we chill. But just to kick it with people, just to know, nah, I'm straight. But on here, I can do that. You know, I can do that. I can have conversations with random people and get to know them because I won't get to in real life. I won't get to know you unless we doing something productive together. That's how I get to know people. I just don't get to know people by walking up in the store. Even if we had like a carnival or something. Nah, man, I ain't about to. I don't care about getting. Nah, I'm good. I'm just being real though. That's just how I am. Dee
That's what,
dee 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 dee. Commander, what up, nine? The lady of the nine is in the building. Commander, the general of defense.
let's,
Pixie,
let's,
go Pixie.
let's just everybody in the chat. Dee, 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 dee.
Dee dee
I
dee
had to
dee
say
dee
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 because I didn't
dee
see
dee.
her earlier. Commander.
That's my nine.
Yeah, but you speak of some facts though.
I mean, but people don't really think how. I mean, social media can. Influence you in a positive way. Everything ain't all bad. I believe in duality, where
Yeah,
it's good is bad, and where it's bad is good. That's just how it is. Just how it's the intent of people, how they choose to use it, how they choose to go about things. That's what makes it good or bad, really.
but unfortunately, you see the difference between you and a lot of people on here. You're not bringing your life into social media, and if you bring something from your life, you're bringing a story. Whereas, in you're bringing awareness, right? Not just bringing awareness, right, and speaking on your story, but you're showing people, right? You're telling people how you overcame this situation. You're not just talking to talk. And a lot of people don't do that. And you're not worried about people's opinion. Like with you, what your way of doing things is your message is going to reach somebody's going to receive your message. And whoever receives it, that's who that message was for. Other people ain't like that.
Yeah, 'cause you know what it all boils down to, and I keep saying this, and I think the more I say it, the more like angles people see it from. But I don't look for validation. I don't give a look. I say stuff. I ain't no shock jock or nothing like that. But I'm like unapologetically me, right? So when I speak, I'm gonna just say how I feel. But I know sometimes I articulate my word structure a little better because it can be offensive sometimes. But I really don't give a fuck what people think. I really don't. I'm interested. I want to know why people think the way they think. But as far as what they think, I really don't care because it doesn't do nothing for 'em, right? But why they think that gives me understanding. It gives me awareness. But what they think is like I never really cared. I've been like that since I was young. I never really cared what they think. I was always more interested in why. And as far as like validation, it's the people who know me who do it constantly, and they not getting nothing from it. You know what I'm saying? Like my little sister, man. Like this girl got a PhD. It's like, man, if y'all really knew how smart my sister was, y'all like she's like her IQ is higher than mine. Her fucking IQ is higher than mine, and she knows that, but she still think I'm wise, I'm smart. Like, girl, you man, if I told you what my IQ was, and then you look at her, like her IQ is literally, like she's literally, like above genius status with her IQ. Like her problem, like the way she computes shit is like she knows some Rain Man type shit. Certain things I'm like that, but majority of things she like that. And like my mom is like that. So
See,
it's like
I,
dad. It's like these people who constantly telling me about my performance. And they tell me when I do good and when I do bad. So I know it's genuine. They be like, nah, bro, you fucking up.
said at least you know your IQ. I don't know what my IQ is, but I do know my son's because he got tested, and that John is high. I think it was like
Yeah,
170, 180, something like that, or above. I don't know what
that's
that means.
anything above, I believe one is like 163 is considered genius level. I
But
only got
170, 180, so around there, something like that. And I wasn't understanding it when they broke it down. So I was like, look, listen, you're talking numbers. I don't know. I just understood the number you gave me. That's all I know.
yeah, I've been tested officially tested twice. I've officially been tested twice, but the last time I've been tested was like 14 years ago. My sister, she tested when she got her PhD a couple years ago. But I already like me and my sister, like we talk in parables and it should be funny, like around people. We've been doing that since we was little. It's like like triple entendres. We talk like that around each other, and people think they know what we saying, but they really don't. That's our own little language. We just speaking with
Y'all
triple
got the
entendres.
alien talk, like me and my brother
Like,
had.
well, it's regular speech, like just having like I'm having regular conversation. I do it a lot on here. Some people pick it up and some people don't. But I will talk about one subject, but but if you know the multiple meanings of, I'm not gonna tell you the key because if I give you the key, the the noun and the verb and adjective, pay attention to the verbs and adjectives, you'll understand what I'm talking about. And there's people on here who pick it up. You know who used to pick it up all the time? Um, I ain't Lil Blue. I ain't see her on here, but everything I'm like, damn, she like shout out to Lil Blue, man. I miss Lil Blue. I don't think you a boy nobody picks it. Pixie, you be doing them reading. Pixie be doing them reading. But yeah, I just wonder if people actually think how social media influences. Because I mean, I understand like people sometimes it embolden people. It'll bring they allowed to do things on this internet that they can't do in real life. They can be what they can't be in real life. They can be that on the internet. So you just notice, like I just notice people like etiquette. Like you can tell when people don't have people in real life that listen to them. You can tell that because people, or when they're not accustomed to having conversation, like actual dialogue with people, when they ain't accustomed to it, you can tell by their etiquette.
I'm back. Yay. And that's true though. You can tell by people's energy how they are. And I wonder why is it in you, like your soul, your spirit that picks up on energy? I mean, because some people pick the energy up, some people don't. But then some people are late, like me, to the party, but I still pick it up.
It's just if you're looking for it. It's like I said, like I practiced it for so long it became innate. Like observation is not something. It's a skill that's acquired and fine tuned. That's what observation is. Most people think observation is looking at something, but no, it's actually using all your five senses to observe. I like to say the now. We're using all five senses, and when you're using them, I mean, the more you use them, the more I'm trying to think of a. I try to keep the woo woo out of it, right? But the more you use something, the better you become acclimate to using it. You start understanding the depths of how you can use it, right? So, like, who said that? There's a famous quote: "Be slow to talk and quick to listen." Right? Like, hearing and listening is two different things. Hearing is just acknowledging or being aware of sound. Listening is really breaking down what a person is saying or comprehending. I like to use the term comprehending because it's more. uh, in depth, is more detailed to comprehend and understand something. So, listening, you have the objective to comprehend what a person says. So, even comprehend what a person says, you have to observe or analyze certain aspects, like speak itself, right? The speak, the language, the tone. And when I say tone, I'm not talking about frequency. I'm talking about like understanding how people structure the structure of the sentence is the tone that the person is setting. You got to understand all these different things to comprehend what a person is trying to say to you. Especially because we all come from, look, we all on the same planet, but we come from different worlds, right? We're all on the same planet, but we come from different worlds. So what might mean something to me might be something different to you. So what it might be okay for me to say boy, right? There's some places you go, oh boy, get out of here, get out of here. You go down south and say that shit, it ain't cool. You know what I'm saying? So like even stuff like that. And just different cultures, right? People the culture of people is different. I was just telling uh uh a Caucasian friend of mine today, right? He was talking about he was asking me about why is this talk about reparation going on? And I'd be, this is my homie, right? So I keep it funky with him. I'm like, bro, why you even care? That shit don't even involve you. And I noticed because he grew up, like, came up with me. And I said, bro, now you even said this. You always say white people nosy, right? How often do you hear black people talking about white people, um, fights or stripes or, white people business? You don't, right? So that's why I told him, like, I don't care. I don't care if you, say if you from Jamaica, right? If you from Jamaica and you start talking to me about reparations, I don't care what your opinion is, bro. This shit ain't got nothing to do with you. I don't care what nobody think about what goes on in my house because it ain't got nothing to do with it. And that's how I look at like other people go through their shit. I'd be like, damn, I ain't got no opinion about it. And how often do you hear black people talking about any other people's stripes? You don't hear black panels talking about what's going on over in Gaza. They don't give a fuck about that shit. We got our own shit to worry about. You know what I'm saying? You don't hear like what's happening in Lebanon. Nobody care about that shit. We only care about shit that affect us.
Brother, shout out. Yo, I'm dead.
I'm just being real, bro. It's like
Yo,
I just learned to like mind my own business, right? So like when people minding my business, I don't care what they think. Bro. There's no point in me caring. It's like your opinion is invalid. Like even Africans, I heard this Nigerian dude like, I think this is what I think about reparations ain't got shit to do with you. So I don't care what you think. Ain't none of your business, bro. Mind your business. Talk about something that affect you. Talk about that shit. I don't want it. I don't care about that shit neither because you going through that shit. Not me, bro. I'm good. I got my own shit to worry about. Bro. I ain't trying to smell nobody else shit because I know my shit stinks. So I'm good.
he said he don't want no flies in his house.
Yeah, man. Well, yeah, when he was telling me, he asked me that. I'm like, I mean, but shit, everybody, yeah, he was like, everybody entitled to their opinion. I just don't care to hear it. I'm not about to ask you nothing about reparations, bro, because this shit ain't got nothing to do with things around the night. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, I can't invest. It's too much energy, bro. I can't invest. I got enough energy for the shit I can control. I ain't about to expend no energy into shit I can't control. It's a waste of. I mean, you got to be more intentional in life, or it's your fault that you put yourself in or around some shit that you ain't got no control and can't do nothing about. Then that's your fault. I can't do nothing about that. People be going fucking nuts over shit they can't even control. Like going crazy as hell. Like, nah, man, I'm good.
That's a fact. It's crazy that people on here worrying about their own shit. And then they want to involve other people in their shit. Then they want to turn around and claim victim. Like, wait, what did I do wrong? I'm saying, I was like, worrying about all the irrelevant shit. Like I did the live earlier, and I was saying that's something that's constantly happening now. People trying to take little screenshots of people's comments, taking it to other people or some gossip and shit. Like I'm sitting here, like they thinking that this is something that's happening, and this is one of the reasons why I bought that video out. Like this happened in 2022, and what was happening in 2022? Word. So this is not something new. It's just something that's getting worse and out of hand.
People only mind other people's business because they ain't got no business. Bro.
Hmm.
Somebody told me that a long time ago. He said, "This was I was when I got into real estate. You know, it was this white dude who mentored me. We still cool to this day. He actually called me a couple weeks ago to check in on me. But he told me, he said, you know why people get into drama? And I'm like, nah. I'm like, a lot of reasons. He said, but it all sums up to one reason, because they don't know how to make money. He said, because if they knew how to make money, they'd know you can't make money and have drama at the same time. So you wouldn't even be focused on the drama, you'd be focused on making money. Said people mind other people's business because they ain't got no business of their own. That was some of the realest shit I ever heard. Motherfucker said, why people get into drama because they don't know how to make money.
That's true though, and I don't know what is going on, right? But I know I got to hit on that topic tomorrow. Well, today because it's already 103, but later on, it was also going to be one of my topics, right? You know, social media is going crazy. People on social media, I don't really see it out here, but I don't know if there's a thing that, that people are just starting a trend and following a trend, right? But I'm not seeing the people complain as much out here within the communities as I'm seeing them complain here on social media. Oh, Trump is cutting down the Section 8. Da, 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 da. I'm saying, like, what's the problem with that? He's saying that y'all gotta sit here, and if you're able to work, you got Section 8 for 2 years. Get on your feet, get on your ass, start working, get you a house, either rent to own or rent. You should be able and more capable of doing it if you had a downfall or something, an obstacle. Yeah, that's okay. That's a little crutch. But to sit here and get on Section 8, then pass it on down to your child, then on, from that child on to the next. No, it's like y'all making a living off of this shit. And there's people out here that
Somebody
really do need it.
and somebody hit the link, let Rachel know. I'm outside real quick. But I'm gonna be honest with you, that shit don't affect me neither. I got a whole mortgage. Bro. I, I got, so that I can't. I mean, to me, it's like, hey, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I understand the program is there because people need the assistance. That's
Yeah,
why it's there. But like I said, it's gonna be positive and negative to everything. There's gonna be
facts.
people who abusing the system, and that's how it is in life, man. It be some people come in and do some fucked up shit and fuck it up for everybody. That's just how life it is, man. So I
Yeah.
mean, this ain't
But
no
see, I
different.
I speak on it because it's true, right? And the reason I speak on it, like, is like, all right, it's enough of these kids out, not the kids, the youth. And I hear everybody saying, "Oh, well, we don't got no options. We can't go to work." See, the thing is that a lot of y'all have gotten lazy. There is jobs out here, y'all just don't want to go to them. Crazy part about it is, right? I learned this when I had the pandemic had stopped, right, and we were all able to go to work. I was having a hard time because my diploma situation. But then as I was going through these little groups to get my job, which they helped me, right? I got a job. I was working for a school and all that, but I also learned that throughout these programs, right, they help people with disabilities and everything. I've seen people with schizophrenia. I've seen people with Down syndrome. I've seen people with autism. And I'm sitting here, I was like, oh shit, and they get SSI? And it was like, yes, they don't get a whole check, right? But they get a portion of their SSI with their insurance, and they are able to work for a certain amount of hours. and they're
Hmm.
capable of doing it. And I'm sitting here, I was like, wait a minute. So you're telling me the people with disabilities are out here working, and I didn't know that. I mind you,
Oh yeah.
I thought that people with disabilities were not able or capable of
Nah,
working.
you only
So
can work a certain amount of hours before they supposed to your disability. But
facts. But you got people out here with nothing wrong with them. Word pretending like something is wrong. I'm sitting here, I was like, you really going to therapy? And yeah, they're giving me, these blues. I'm like, it makes no sense. What's the point? I can make some money off. I was like, see, and you're on social media saying this shit. So who's the fool?
right,
Ain't nobody
that's
snitching. It's just that
you say ain't nobody snitching if you tell them, man. I mean, shit,
exactly.
but
It's so
that's
much.
what I was saying. Like, I mean, this is just from the era I came up. And if you can't get a job, you make a job. So
Mhm.
I mean, that's how I look. I mean, people say I can't get a job. Shit, make one. You got to build yourself up regardless. That's why they tell you go to school, go to college. College might not be for everybody, but if it ain't for you, you better figure some shit out and create. Make your own
On that,
lane.
right? I've said this to a few people before, right? I was like, I seen somebody start off a little business. It's like, what type of business? I was like, look, in Philly, I don't know if they're doing it in other places. You see all these people that don't have jobs. They older people that I can't work no more. So fuck it, I'm gonna go around. And they start collecting bottles and cans, right? And they take it. There's some people around here that started some little
To
businesses
the
where they collect
recycling
that.
plant.
They don't take
Yeah.
it to the recycling place. There is some people I don't know what the fuck they do with it, but they started off a little. It's like a little business, right? Where they bring these people. They only take plastic, right, and soda cans a certain size. So I guess they do something with that. I don't know what they do with it, but what they do is they pay these people off a little, a certain amount of money for bringing in bags and bags of freaking plastic bottles and soda cans. What size is these? Because I know this is the size they got to bring 12 ounce cans. So I'm sitting here, I was like, yo, I was like, you really made money off of just saving up money from giving someone plastic and canned soda. She
You,
was like, yeah, I
but
just stacked up my bread. It took me almost like what? She said 3 years, 4 years. She bought herself a little truck and started a business. I'm saying, get the fuck out of here. But she did
you
it.
check this out. In Michigan, you get 10 cent a can, 10 cent a bottle. Right? You take it to the store, to the little
Yeah.
Kroger grocery store. They got the little bottle return. You get 10 cents for that. But when I used to live in Pennsylvania, my grandmother, like when I was little, like everybody would bring her they cans
Oh
and
yeah.
shit. She'd
I
take it
remember
down
that.
to the recycling place. She I forget how many. She get like $1 a pound or some shit like that. I don't know
Hmm.
how much it really was, but I know you get paid for the pounds of like
Yeah, I remember
aluminum.
them drawing.
You know, great shit. My grandma used to do that. We'd take like 16, 17 big ass buildings down there. And then, I mean, for a minute, it's illegal now, but you can take them bitches across the state lines to get that money, man. We was bringing them cans back home, passing out on them bitches.
Yeah, but I'm
I mean,
just
it's
shocked.
always
Like,
a hustle, man. Presenting is always a hustle, man.
yeah, but off that
Always.
little hustle, they you said him like, wait a minute, you're not getting paid hourly. Like, what the hell? But then I gotta realize these are people that have no kids. It's just dumb. So it's kind of like, okay, all they gotta do is stack their bread up, eat whatever they need to eat. They already sacrificed a lot. So compared to a lot of us that ain't used to that, I give it to them. I'm sorry, but
So,
patience. 3 years of doing that, and I'm sitting here like, you're eating just what a little bit, little portion. I seen a couple do this shit just 2 weeks ago, and I'm sitting here like, yo, that's crazy. They just starting off to do it, and I'm like, I'm starting to see a lot of people do it now. Like, y'all really starting to make a little habit off of this. But I guess y'all gonna start y'all little businesses. Go ahead.
believe
But
it. I
me,
know my one homeboy, he learned how to do brakes in high school in shop class. Man, he started his own little brake business in his backyard. He went and got him a tire shop where he changed tires and did brakes. Man, he got like seven of them around the city now. No, he
mhm.
got state. I'm like, damn, bro. I mean, I remember when he had two, and they was in the hood, but He trying to put them out in the suburbs now. So I'm like, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I got a couple people are doing that around here. They're buying and renting garages. I'm starting to see the young bulls do it. They're like fixing cars and bikes. They're starting to rent off the garages off the people that own the garages and shit like that. And they're fixing bikes and cars. I'm sitting here. That's not a
Mm-hmm.
bad idea. But I'm talking about 16, 17, 18 year olds.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying like, damn, okay, get them young bulls. But we don't think like that as adults. Is my point.
I do.
And I'm
I
not
know
talking
some
about us. I'm
everything.
sorry. When I say we, okay, hate the fact you remind me of my word. He
That
love
shit
me.
in my blood, man. Let me see if I can still like look, man. This is what I'm telling you. I was doing real estate. I was doing real estate, and at the closing, the dude came in and was selling term life insurance to my clients, and I'm like, hold on, bro, I want some of that money, and it made sense because they buying a house, they just got married, so one of the things is like, okay, if something happened to the spouse, you want to be covered, at least the house paid off. It made sense. So man, I started selling real estate and doing life insurance. I reactivated my builder's license. I'm selling real estate, doing life insurance, and I'm inspecting the house. Like shit, bro. Anything house. I mean, oh, your house needs some work. I can do that too. I got my builder's license. Come on, I do the work on the house and then sell you the house. Like shit, man. Y'all better get that money. I mean, the more skills you got, the more access to money I feel you get. That's why I don't even stress about it. If I need something, I know I can go get it. I ain't in that position no more.
That
I can still do certain things. Like I can feel my way around the car. She ain't gonna try to drop no engine in there. I can definitely feel my way around the car. I can do brakes and shit like that. But shit, if I need some money,
fact.
yeah, you take your car to the stop and you do front and back brakes, you put in like 300. Go get the pad and pay me 40, or pay me 100 front and back. I put them bitches on for you for 100. I done saved you probably about $170.
That's what we missing nowadays. So a lot of these kids don't got the proper influence. So but when you
Hmm.
do got the proper influence, you got situations like I just said, little young boys starting off their own little businesses, right? People keep saying it's not possible. See, it's not possible to y'all because y'all come on social media and y'all keep seeing this bullshit that y'all keep demanding and asking for. Y'all want to say, oh, we want to see a change, we want to see a difference, but y'all don't want to hear about, how these kids can overcome these obstacles and can do these things that we're saying that they can do. They can start their own little businesses. They can get off these corners and do positive. And we, the adults, can try to bring in programs within our communities. Oh, you can't. Yes, we can. Hello. I'm telling y'all, we can do it because I'm doing it. So what you're saying is impossible. It's possible for me because I'm experiencing it right now, and I'm not just experiencing it. I'm showing you. I'm not just gonna keep showing you the negative side. Let me show you the positive side. It's your fault, and it's on you if you don't want to hear and see the positive side of something. Don't ask for it if you don't want to hear it. I'm bringing it no matter what.
They say, can beggars be choosers?
Hmm.
Uh,
Wait, what? Can
that's
beggars
kind
be choosy? No.
of, I was gonna say that sounds asinine to me. I'm
Beggars.
hungry. I'm gonna feed you. Well, I want a Big Mac with fries with a side. Like what?
I had some dinosaur nuggies. That was the fastest
I
and easiest thing to make. I popped them Jones in the air fryer. 3 minutes. Bing. Yeah. Wait, yes, they can. It
have
happened
this
to me
community
from
for homeless
homeless.
people. Yeah, man, that shit be crazy. But I mean, yeah, that's it. The thing you think that don't supposed to happen always happens. People always try boundaries or limits. I know I do. Not I do it in the beneficial way though, but I don't like man. People help me out. I went to the gas station the other night to go grab something. And I was short like 50 some cents. I'm like, I'll be right back, bro. It's in the car. He was like, no, don't worry about it. You come here all the time. I see you.
Mm-hmm.
I went back to the car. I'm digging through the cupboard of my wife. I'm like, hold on, let me go get this man 45 cents. And I had left my wallet. I just left my wallet at home. But when he gave it back to him, he was like, "Oh, brother, you ain't have to." I said, "Look, man, your kindness and generosity to let me walk out of this store without fully paying for something, man. Look, I might need it one day, and I don't have it, so I'm not gonna abuse your kindness, man. I'm not gonna do that shit. If I got
Yep.
it, I got it. Like, I go get it, I can go get it. But one day I might not have it, and you might just be like, you good for it, but I don't want to abuse that shit neither."
Facts. I'm glad you brought that up. You know, that's something that we be having over here. I call them HUD conversations, right? And
Mhm.
it's something that we talk a lot about, right? Especially with the store owners, right? A lot of them complain, right? Because they be like, look, listen, man, I be trying to give people the benefit of the doubt. But he's like, I'm not going to be like the past owner. He's like, I tried to give the credit. But they'll come and they try to be sneaky. They'll be gone for months, but you'll see them in this store and that store. And I'm over here like,
Mhm.
damn. I'm like, at least come, even if you got the money, and just be like, look, listen, I don't got it right now. The same way you came to ask for it the first time. Like, can I pay you on this day? Just I couldn't do it right now. They can't even do that. I'm like, oh shit.
No,
So
that
it's
shit.
kind of
That is,
like it ruins businesses too. So it's like they be trying certain people that like, and I'm talking about it's fucked up because it's being done to black business owners and Hispanic business owners. Both. I'm mentioning both because I got
man.
both within my community.
Bro, anytime black people dealing with black people, they always want a damn deal. But when you go out there for the big store chain, you don't ask for no deal.
Hmm.
You pay whatever the price is. But they always want the hookup when they dealing with you. Like that shit wild, bro. Even
Yeah.
like even doing hood activities. Like bro, you don't like bro, this ain't no nah, bro.
My baby pop tells me all the time with my t-shirt shit. He's like, He's like, no, you better not. He's like, your heart better not soften up. He's like, no, no, no. He's like, if it was the other way around, would they give you a deal? He's like, nah. He's like, the price is what the price is. Ain't no refunds, ain't none of that. I was like, oh shit.
It's a business, man. You gotta conduct yourself just like that. If you don't, then it's gonna be you who suffer, man.
No,
You
I know.
thinking helping people out, trying to, because you know how I feel, but shit, man. If people really want to support you, why not pay the full price or something? That's how they gonna support you.
He says the same thing that I learned in the beginning the hard way. He's like, you
Yeah,
see
they
what
want
happened?
you to
He's
grow
like,
and no, pay full price, man. I don't never ask for no discount deal. Even my own family, I go in and spend whatever the price. Like even my cousin, I get free football jerseys if I want. I don't because you know what? He get paid off of jersey sales, so I go buy a jersey. Only thing I ask him for, I don't ask him for a ticket. If we come to town, I'm going to see him play. I'm gonna pay for the ticket, or somebody else will pay for it. He ain't gonna give me no free. But all I ever asked him to do is sign my jersey. That's it. Just sign. I'm good after that. I buy my own jersey. No, just sign it for me, cuz. Thank you. Memorabilia. I might be able to sell this one day. Shit. Autograph.
chat,
Them the
chat.
only things up there.
Where y'all at? Chat, chat. Y'all so scared. Y'all some kitty cats. Y'all don't want to come up and, bring y'all topics. Like, what's up? What y'all mean? Where the chat at? Y'all running like some kitty cats. Word is not a lion. He don't bite. Come up, bring y'all topics. What y'all want to talk about?
Now watch this. When I get famous and only do uploads, they gonna be like, "Oh, word, word only doing uploads. He don't want to talk." Like, no, you don't want to talk to me now. I ain't rich and famous. But when I become rich and famous, y'all gonna want to talk to me. Why?
Word's gonna be like, I ain't asked to be famous, but I became famous. Look at y'all now. I don't want to talk to
Yeah,
y'all. I'm just a regular human being. He's like, this
I,
is the real meaning of being a human being.
I have to become famous. I'm gonna disappear as soon as the day they say I'm famous. I'm gone. I'm straight. I like moving around. Like, like this whole thing for me is like, nah, I'm straight. I usually sit in the back. You know what I used to do? I used to tell people what to say. And I just sit in the back and let them sound smart. I'm good. I ain't want nothing to know the right.
It's just people taking a nap. It's not 3 in the morning yet. That's the problem. I
Oh,
know I'm
well,
not tripping. I noticed that shit, yo. When I go live at 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, I was like, yo, this is y'all time, huh? This when the rooster be waking y'all up. This the time y'all all want to be popping up.
yeah, this the wicked time, bro. This is just time to get live.
4 o'clock in the morning, 3 in the morning. I was like, damn, gargoyle time.
Even though smart people be up.
I noticed that though.
Yeah, most smart people stay up at night.
I'm like, damn, that should be crazy. I think between 12 and 1 and 2, people be taking naps. Like Gary. Then you see him pop up and pop out. Come on, Gary, talk your ish. He's somewhere snoring.
Very well will be up at like 5 in the morning. You gonna see like three more comments and then he gonna disappear.
He be having Jigglypuff next to him. Then he be like Snorlax on the floor, like, oh, I fell asleep listening to the word. All you know is Jigglypuff. What's next to him?
The energy at night, man, I'd be wide awake. And a lot of that, I worked midnights for like 2 years and it just screwed me up. But I partied a lot when I when I was just talking about that at my cousin's memorial service because like my cousin, the one just passed away, he kind of helped me through, that divorce. Man, I can't even talk about it wasn't just I was going through more than just a divorce. It was some other shit I was going through. And he the one who kind of pulled me out of it. But the way he pulled me out of it, man, I partied for like 3 fucking years, and I cannot remember like a year of like we was just having fun. And he was taking me around like a bunch of famous people like in the city, like famous people in the city. Y'all would know 'em. But like influential people in the city. I ain't gonna say famous. They was just influential within the city. So I'm going around people like this, and we just partying, man, going on yachts and crazy shit. And but he pulled me through that time. He's like, I'm gonna take your mind off everything. He's like, fuck it, whatever happens is gonna happen. But until it happens, we gonna have fun. That's just how he lived. He like, look, man, we all gotta die one day. So until then, let's just have fun. That's just how he was. So I linked up with, saying some of the crew that we was hanging out with then. And it was, we talking about old times. I'm like, damn, bro, that shit crazy. It was like it seemed like it wasn't too long ago, but that shit was actually like 12 to 14 years ago. And I'm like, damn, bro, we getting old. I got kids. One of the other dudes got kids. Like, we ain't none of us had no kids at that time. We just running around, bro, just having fun, man. It was like I stayed up for like 72 hours. I stayed up for 3 straight days one day. We was in Toronto just partying, just having fun. 3 straight days, man.
True, this shit is crazy. They changing these laws and these policies, and people is going buck wild.
And 50, I'm 41, so welcome to the 40 club. Just turned 41. Welcome to the 40 club.
So, what you think about the incident with this Tory Lanez situation in what's her name? Meg the Stallion.
Well, I haven't really seen the update, but I just knew she was lying from the beginning. And from like a lot of the titles and shows I see, I didn't click on it and hear what the update is. But just from the title, I'm like, man, y'all should have been knew that shit. Like
That
that shit sound like a lie.
he gets stabbed before they. I think he's supposed to be getting released because they found out that you know, like you just said, that it was a lie, right? And that he was protecting her best friend. I'm sitting here. This is the craziest shit ever. Like, Bull got stabbed 14 times. I'm like, you should have been spoke up. You sitting here taking the blame for a female that isn't gonna sit here and give a fuck about you.
They on that I ain't gonna snitch type shit.
Yeah, but
Man,
that shit
Texto,
almost
what
cost
up,
his
though?
life.
I ain't even seen them Texto.
Oh shit! Somebody in the chat.
Oh, there you go. Man, Texto, I ain't even seen him. I just seen Gary say something.
Oh, okay. Okay, wait. All I see is Pixie's Texas. Pixie.
Yeah, Pixie got some sauce, so we gotta get her back on the panel. She was dropping sauce the last time she was here.
Yep.
I know I like that sauce. I like that information.
Work out the juice. Work out the sauce. Work out the money.
Yeah,
That shit came out
information with
hotter at the gate.
elevation.
Yep.
I don't know what the hell Gary talking about.
Listen. I am clipped enough. Thank you. Wait, why Gary getting clipped? Commander 2? Man, y'all need to come up. Come and speak. The
Oh, he's saying he
influence
don't
of
want to be
social
flipped.
media. Gary, get your ass up here. New contestants need apply. New contestants need to apply. HR set this one out. Come and talk on the dangers of social media. I know you'll
That's all
have a
right.
good
I ain't want to
perspective.
talk to y'all anyway now.
How y'all running? Y'all running? For
I ain't
real?
want to talk to y'all anyway now. Nah. Next time y'all come up, I'm gonna just be silent. I ain't even gonna say nothing. Be petty as hell. I'm gonna just be quiet the whole time.
Where's I don't
I'm
know y'all.
just
He
going
said he gonna Medea y'all. Oh shit.
every response is gonna be either yes or no. That's all I'm gonna yes.
Go, Gary, go. Go, Gary,
It ain't
go.
gonna be yes or no. It's gonna be like nah.
Oh, wait a minute. I just noticed. Gary, you put Jigglypuff to sleep. You told her to silence. You wanted to pay attention to the live tonight. Jigglypuff ain't knock you out.
Where's
Pokemon.
Soul go? He fell asleep too.
Commander, where's the face?
Where's the thank Gary?
The face flew away.
Man,
Nothing,
that is
nothing.
so disappointing in you. Where's the face? That was like I'm putting that on a couple things. That shit was fun. Where's the face? Man,
Father,
y'all lucky
get
I ain't got
that
no mixer. Boy, if I had a mixer and I know how to do music, boy, y'all couldn't say a goddamn thing around me. Yeah, that should be the way I be mixing it in my head. If I can actually do that, let me get some time. Let me learn how to do that. Boy, y'all gonna be like, I ain't never talking around words again. Shoot.
Oh shit, we gotta pray for Gary. Padre que tú estás en los cielos, santificado sea tu nombre. Sorry, Gary, I don't know
You
the
know
whole
what?
later. I gave you half of it.
I'm tripping. I got an audio engineer. I just got to link up with him in Texas. But hey, can you mix this for me, bro? I
They running from
just got to
good
link up with him
today.
in Texas. Why? Wait till I get some time to hit up, bro. Like, hey, man, you think you can mix this for me?
Ay,
I
Dios
got
mío. Commander funny and shit. She gonna say, ay, Dios mío.
you.
Come on, Commander. Come on, Commander. See, Commander not coming up because she don't got that much experience. She don't know what to say. She likes social media. She just don't like TikTok. That's it. She like, I don't know nothing about no TikTok, but I like YouTube.
That stuff is wild, man.
Gary said, I love YouTube. I love watching Kendra G. One of these days, I'm gonna get me a date, and it's not gonna be toxic. Somebody in the private chat.
Oh, that's Gary. Hold on.
I
Why are
mean,
they beeping, bro? It's not making that sound. Let me
I
turn
know
turn
mine
it
does
off.
it too. I can't hear when people come in.
They say play. It's check. Play with guest enter.
Gary came
Never
up. He
do
said, You gotta catch him. Oh, guess what? We caught a Pokemon.
it. Mm.
I'm sorry. That was the proudest moment of my life. I caught a Pokemon.
Oh shit! Squirtle, squirtle, squirtle. Nah.
He said he's Squirtle, 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 ladies. He said, ladies.
Oh no, I ain't
Tiffany,
say that, ladies. I ain't
I
say
know.
that, ladies. Nah, you gonna put that? Let me make sure Kendra G in here. She trying to clip that too. Nasty self.
I gotta fuck with him, yo. He finally came up.
I know you was trying real hard too.
It worked. Me
I
and
couldn't
work
find
for the
your link. I was
Pokemon.
gonna come up on yours. I was gonna come up on yours. I couldn't find your link. I was looking all over the place. I'm like, I can't find it.
Shit. We went and caught a Snorlax over here.
Oh shit, Snorlax.
Yep. He be like, yo, I be going. He's like,
It
I
don't
gotta
be
take
like
my
getting
nap.
off though. Word wants to stay here to like 6 a.m.
I said, hell no.
I'm like worried I'm out at 3 o'clock. Like, nah, let's keep going. All right, you keep going.
Oh shit. No, but you
I
had a
put
good
I
I
gotta
put
watch.
oh my
I
bad.
gotta watch my Asian drama shows before I go to sleep.
Asian drama
I put
shows.
I put Gary Sleeps in the chat. I'm out.
What the hell is Asian drama shows though? Wait a minute.
Man, look, I had when my cousin, I don't do Facebook, right? And when my cousin died, I was going on there to keep updated on, what was going on with the family. And as you scrolling through, it was this little Asian drama, and it was like, oh, that's fire. It was like a short clip. Yeah, mad as hell because it was getting good within the first 4 minutes, and then they wanted you to pay for it. I'm like, man, YouTube got everything. So I typed the title in YouTube, man. I found a whole bunch of Asian dramas. So I'll be watching these little Asian dramas sometimes. Just be kicking back.
Oh
Like,
god.
bro, I don't know what the hell. Look, I'm weird. I like to hear them speak languages and then look at the subtitles. I be picking up shit. Like I pick up a word if I hear it enough. I but oh, that's what that word means. I pick it up. That's how I be learning different languages.
So you speak Asian now?
Um, I speak a little Mandarin. I don't know what the hell I'm saying, but
So what
Oh
does
my
Chino
god.
Makayaya means? Let me
Oh, that
shut
sounds
up.
like you speaking in tongues. You better stop, Rachel. They might think you speaking in tongues. You better cut it out.
No, it's really Japanese, but
I know. I'm just saying. People might say that's religious. They're like, yeah, 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 yeah. Like, oh,
Ching Chong Makahaya.
okay.
hey, let me ask you something,
Sure.
Gary.
Well, uh-huh.
So
Here you go. All right, go ahead.
remember I told you my step grandfather was a bishop. Now that was my cousin who died. That was his grandfather. It's my sister's grandfather. These are my sister's people. I'm the step cousin, brother. Well, step cousin.
Damn,
So
condolences again.
that's the only. That's the only. What happened?
I said condolences again.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. So today, we talking. I'm talking to my cousin, and he was saying like how since granddad died, which was their grandfather, that's the only grandfather I ever knew, my step grandfather. That was a bishop,
Right.
and she said since he died, church ain't never been the same. Like she have a hard time listening to because they was reading the eulogy. She said she just have a hard time listening to pastors, but she was asking me why. And I said, well, even though we call him Pops was a bishop, like he read out the Bible, he was he taught the Bible. So it was more like what they call mystic or what they call like spirituality. So instead of
Mm-hmm.
depending on the book to develop a relationship with God, he challenged us to develop our own relationship with God. And I said that's the difference between like religion and spirituality. So we grew up listening to him and following him. And when he was gone, we can't find nobody like that because it's just the way he taught. It wasn't like he was a Gnostic or nothing, but he used scriptures and he emphasized the importance of being aware of these stories versus being able to regurgitate them. No, he took out the lessons of the story for you to apply and practice. Like these are things we're supposed to be doing versus things we're supposed to be repeating. She's like, okay, that makes sense. And I said, well, every religion actually has um, two duality to it because in Christianity or Judaism, you have Judaism or Christianity, and then you have the Gnostic, right? That's more the same books. They just teach differently. And well, no, in Judaism, you actually got Judaism, and then you got the Kabbalah, right? That's their mystic form. And what is it, the
Mm.
Sufi? And you have Islam, but then you have um, the Sufis that practice like at the more science temple. It's more of a science. It's more of like metaphysics. So every religion actually has duality to it. They use
I don't know
them
about that.
people use the book. Oh, give me one. I'll show you the opposite side of it.
No, I'm just saying I don't think Christianity is a religion. Well, well, it's a religion, but to me it's not a religion. They just following suit. They just added a couple of things to it and then said it's Christianity. Like the only thing Christians actually added was tongues. That's all they added. Everything else is still from the old laws.
Well, Jesus.
Maybe
That's
so,
that's what that's what changed the
but they
religion with Jesus.
who?
That's what changed it from Judaism to Christianity with Jesus.
What was Jesus?
Jesus was Christ.
No, but what was he?
As far as what?
He
A
was a
belief
Jew.
system?
He was a Jew. Yeah, he ain't changed nothing. What he changed?
But even at that time, I don't know. I don't see any I just haven't seen any proof that Jesus identified himself with what he did say he was from the house of David, didn't he? Did he say he was from the house of David?
Yes. Yes. He is the actual Jew. A Jew is the people that lived in Jerusalem. So he's from the house of Jerusalem. That's what a Jew is. They switched it and changed
Judah.
it, but a Jew is a person that's from Jerusalem. And the people that actually lived in Jerusalem was the house of Judah and
Yeah.
another half a tribe. But he ain't changed nothing. He ain't changed nothing at all. Saul tried to change everything, but he couldn't even change it. He was just following suit too.
The church changed everything. That's what changed.
Gary says Christianity is a fake religion. Like,
It's not a real religion.
lessons judge
They
promoter.
it's like as soon as he died, all right, we Christian we gonna say we Christians. Jesus was a what he didn't Jesus say I ain't here to change it. I'm here to fulfill it.
Mhm.
So what did he change?
Yeah, everything.
That's
According
what
to them, he walked on
This
water
shit,
and
look,
people.
he
What was
said
it?
that, but his ways was different from the old ways. His ways of doing shit. I mean, he might have. He said, "I came to fulfill it," but he was talking about his prophecy. He wasn't talking about. He ain't come to fuck with none of the old shit. He came to be fulfilled what his prophecy was. He was saying, "Look, y'all do what y'all do, but this is what I came to do."
But what was prophesied? But what was prophesied in the old, he did, right? So what did he change? He just fulfilled things. He didn't change anything.
He
He just
changed the fact.
fulfilled.
This the thing. He changed. This is what he changed. Before Jesus, you can get to God, but before after
How?
Jesus, you couldn't get to God, but
How?
through the Father. You follow the covenant. You just
How
had
did
to
they get to
follow the
God?
covenant. Follow the covenant. God gave them laws.
They
What
fought.
they got to do is fill the laws. But after Jesus came, the only way you can get to God was through Jesus. But before that, the way you got
Oh,
to
okay.
God was to fulfill the covenant.
And you believe that that's what Jesus meant?
What, to fulfill the covenant? Oh, he changed it.
No, to follow him, to pray to him. He said to pray to him.
I didn't say that. He said, I am the way, I'm the light. The only way through the Father is through
Okay,
me. Meaning
right,
my way. You have to follow Christ.
right,
After that,
right.
after but before that, you had to follow the covenant.
So you saying because he was an example that changes everything?
It wasn't an example. He was the way. He became the way. That's why like now, I mean, people don't even pray to God no more. They pray to Jesus. And now
Well,
Jesus is
that's why.
God. Like, bro, y'all,
Well,
boy, that's crazy to me. Like,
yeah, but Jesus ain't do that. Man did
no,
that.
dude, yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like, even like the books they threw out, the teachings of Jesus, that's more important than the parables and stories, in my opinion. Is the actual teachings of Jesus. But that's
What did he
considered
teach?
Gnosticism.
But I'm saying, what did he teach?
God is within, how to develop the inside to influence the outside. Like a lot of Jesus' teachings are similar to Buddha, not worry about worldly things. But
Mm-hmm.
so most of his a lot of his teachings are similar to Buddha or any other spiritual teaching. Really,
And isn't it amazing nobody picked that up yet?
these people pick
So what
it
are
up.
they following?
Man, people,
No,
most
because
people.
they
Okay.
got that.
Frankie, what up, though? Jug, appreciate you. Appreciate
I'm just
you.
saying, people think they not they're hearing, they're not listening, or they're reading and not they're reading and not observing.
They're reading
The
and
one
not
time they're supposed to
comprehending.
use their eyes, yeah. The one time they're supposed to use their eyes to observe, they're not. They're just reading. It's a book to these people.
Majority of the people who talk about religion, they don't practice their free. They tell you what's in
Right.
the book. They ain't doing that
But
shit in real life.
that's why that's why your your granddad was the like those people of old. They really try to make your spirit resonate with the word that's been
Hmm.
given to you. These people are
Yeah.
just sitting there telling you some nonsense. That's the difference.
Mouthpiece, blessings, blessings, blessings.
Oh,
That's
peace.
the
What up, my
difference.
brother? Come on, brother. I was over
That
telling that
and that's the
mouthpiece.
difference. They sitting there going through all of that. They're not even understanding. Right? You got these new age. they try to tell you Jesus is the way, the truth, and the light. Now you got people talking about Jesus was wrong the whole time.
Mm.
I'm like, okay, so if Jesus is wrong, who they supposed to be following then? But y'all Christians, so who? If Jesus was wrong, who y'all following?
I
You
think
see what I'm
all these
saying? Like
people.
that's why I said
Ooh,
they be tripping.
oh my, Gary asking them deep, deep questions.
I just think like when people don't practice, that's when the confusion starts. Because if you practice, man, you see what works and what don't work. And y'all
Right.
talking about like people be talking about some shit over 2,000 years ago, man. Like, bro, times has changed. I mean, the New Testament was given because of the change in time. Shit was changing. So y'all ain't update this yet. Like, come on now, bro. That shit done. Why we ain't updated? Why we ain't updated? Because ain't nobody got that divine Well, I ain't gonna say the shit, man. Look, I worked in a hospital, bro. I'm just being honest with you, bro. I had this one patient, right? They had to sedate him to move him out the room. They had to sedate him. So sitting down there, we talking to the dude, and bro, like this dude really believed he talked to God. He wasn't on no crazy shit trying to off nobody, trying to hurt himself. He was just saying like God told me to tell people this, and they locking me up because I'm telling people this. He was like, "This is the devil." Like this dude was really, and he wasn't on no malice, bro. It was the message of love. And I'm looking like, bro, what is wrong? I'm looking at the people like, and they calling them crazy and shit. And I'm like, but oh y'all, we in the fucking Catholic hospital. How you know this ain't a messenger or something? Like y'all weird, bro. Y'all saying y'all believe in God, and somebody coming to you with a message of love, and y'all locking them up, sedating them. It's like y'all, like this shit weird. So all y'all people who believe in God, if somebody came right now and told y'all, I believe in God spoke to me, y'all lock their ass up, bro. They lock their fucking ass up. You crazy mother. Ain't nobody talk to God. So you think a bunch of dead people did if you can't do it now? That shit don't even make sense to me. Like,
Right. But that's why, like, like, like,
But
if it's just
bro,
crazy, right? Because in the Bible they tell you try the spirit, see if the spirit is of, right? They don't even know how to do that, but they got discernment.
bro, I'm just
So
talking
how
right,
about
you do
some
that?
common sense. Bro, look, I'm talking about some common sense shit, right? Y'all telling me y'all believe in some motherfuckers in the Bible that talk to God, right? You can't find no fucking proof none of these motherfuckers live, but you find the dinosaur bones. Like, you, what the fuck going on? Like, hold on. None of it. Where's Paul at? Where's the
right.
body of Paul?
Shit.
Where's King Solomon's body, bro? Where's Melchizedek? Where's
Yeah,
all these people, bro? But you finding dinosaur, but we finding clean cut and shit like that, bro. The Egyptians got this shit documented. Why these motherfuckers? Why the Egyptians ain't got no documentation? None of these motherfuckers. Like, come on now, man. Come on, bro.
Is
Like,
is Moses documented in Egypt?
Thutmose, yes, the whole story of Thutmose. Read about what happened to
I'm just
Thutmose. That motherfucker led his people out of Egypt because they were trying to off him. Stop playing. They done stole that
right. No,
shit.
I was just asking a question. You
yeah.
you get very excited about this. I was just asking a question.
Listen,
Because I'm in
mouthpiece
my shit
says.
talking.
Listen, mouthpiece.
Bro.
Mouthpiece says they follow in Caesar Bonjour, or is it Serapis? And
Hold on, what
Serapis,
now?
I don't know what that is. Mouthpiece
Oh,
says they follow in Caesar Bonjour, or is it Serapis or Serapis? I'm not sure how
it's a
he.
rapist. It's a
Serapis,
rap.
okay. And then
Now, now,
Frankie
oh
asked.
my God, mouthpiece, bro, I gotta show you something. Check this out. Let me show you something, mouthpiece. I don't even know if you ever heard of this dude.
See what you started, Rachel?
Oh, wait, what? Hey, listen,
Wow, I'm about to.
Frankie asked
Now,
Gary, right, if Gary knows when the first picture of Jesus was created. So I guess the one question is for Word, and the
here's
other
our
question
board.
is for Gary.
What picture is he referring to?
The first
I don't
picture of
know.
Jesus.
Which
He
I'm gonna
said,
show
"Do you
y'all
know?"
something.
uh, Uh,
I'm gonna
I
tell
know the
y'all
first
something.
picture of Jesus, Russia has it, or Russia had it. The first picture of Jesus was black. It was in a Russian museum.
Now I'm gonna show y'all all this occult. You know, you heard of the occult, right? I showed y'all who Madame Blavatsky was. That's like the mother of the cults, but this is the father of the cultism.
No, not the, you are the father.
He's gonna have a similar name, but y'all can go research this guy.
His
But
name will be
this is
Maury.
this is this is who influenced Madame Blavatsky. Serapis Bay.
Maury.
Y'all know what Bay mean, right? We on some more
Who?
shit, bro. Serapis
Yeah,
Bay.
that's a
Don't
Maury.
he? What he look
But that's what I'm
like?
saying.
What that picture look like? Don't he look like your
Ma-
Lord and
I
Savior
thought that was
Jesus
Young
Christ?
Rios. I was like, wait the fuck a minute.
Nah, this Serapis Bay.
Riders report to HR. Riders report to HR. You,
I was like, somebody drew Rios as an Egyptian, but where Rios at?
you about to wake up about 7. It's about 5 to 8 over there, or 5 to 7.
I'm gonna let her read that so I can read the chat
But
for
it's a
y'all.
lot. It's a lot of people that's been. It's a lot of people that's been that way.
Now
Ain't ain't
now when you start
ain't what
like
you call
this,
it supposed to be black? Which one of the pianists is black? Which one of the classical musicians is black?
Beethoven Bay, Beethoven, they call him Beethoven, but
Beethoven, right?
Beethoven Bay,
Right.
yeah, Beethoven Bay.
He's black, but they don't got him as black. Wasn't one of the kings of England black? Wasn't it King Charles?
King Charles, I forgot
King
what
Charles the
number it
third or
is.
something like that?
It's like one of the King Charles. Hold on,
Something.
Gary. You're taking me back there.
Look, Zesty, that's not Jesus. That's Serapis Bay. I'm giving you. I'm not even gonna tell you. This will take you into a
But
whole nother realm
that's
of
not Jesus.
what the fuck is
Jesus
going on.
is
Like y'all,
Da Vinci's boyfriend.
The Dixies. Wait, what?
you talking? No, you talking about Cesar Boris. I can't never say the name right. Cesar Boris.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that was
That's Jesus.
it was
That's
one of the
Jesus.
it was one of the
That's Da Vinci's boyfriend or
Constantine's
something like that.
nephews. Yeah, it
Yeah,
was
but
one of the
that was Da
Constantine's
Vinci's
nephews
boyfriend or
though.
one of them. Yeah, they
Yeah,
they was in a relationship.
Oh shit.
but yeah, this one day we y'all gotta get man. This shit is gonna take you to a whole. I'm talking about bro. Uh this is some. I don't even think y'all fuck with the metaphysics to go this deep into it. But yeah, check out Serapis Bay. If y'all don't really fuck with the metaphysics, I'll lose you in a second fucking with this shit.
I'm lost.
This is something totally different. I mean, this is the like when you hear me say like AOE, this is the shit I'm talking about. Like this is like some um now we talking about some Scottish rights type shit. Now we talking about some 33 level masonry. Now you talking about all this
Uh oh,
Rosicrucian type shit.
that's a 33. I told y'all don't weaponize the 33. I got him started. Shout out to
I'm just
Rachel.
saying, like it levels to it. That's why a lot of times, like when I be hearing people talk about shit, I be like, man, all right. I mean, you won't even be able to comprehend what I'm saying. Like it just levels to information. Like, and when you start like even like when people say so now look check this out is a uh it was a um, oh, let me go back. How I get to the internet? Oh, that's crazy. Hold on, somebody just popped. I'm about to look it up.
I'm
Damn.
about to let you
Somebody
What
just
up,
called.
brother
Word.
James?
What is the word tonight? Word.
I'm just putting them up on some occultism, bro. I'm putting them on
Occultism.
some ancient knowledge. Yeah.
Orale.
Hmm.
I know. Bless you,
You ever
brother.
heard of Serapis Bay?
Nah.
La Diva da Raza. ¿Qué pasó?
Which I don't think I have.
Turn into Eddie.
They like some South American
Rachel, when
stuff.
you start in trouble, you got me in trouble. ¿Qué
So
pasa, man?
this is so normally when people hear when you say the word Serapis, I'm gonna show you what they normally talking about. Serapis was a Greek and Egyptian god. Like when they took over Egypt, they started appointing themselves as pharaohs, and Serapis was like the first uh, Greek deity worshipped in Egypt as an Egyptian god.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Selena, Selena,
So that's
Selena,
who Serapis is,
Selena.
right?
Oh, I'm
But
so
now when
sorry.
you talk about Serapis Bay, now we getting into the occult. So now you're getting into like like he Serapis took a lot of the mysticism out of Egypt. And he took
Huh.
like the
Hmm.
Hermetic text, like when you talk about the emerald tablets, you know, a lot of because Serapis claimed that he was reincarnated. So he lived through Atlantis. He was there when Atlantis was thriving. You know, he was there when Egypt was thriving. Now he came back. And these are all Christ, and they recognize them as Christ like figures. Not Jesus Christ, but reaching the consciousness of Christ.
Yeah,
Serapis was
a
one of the
Hmm.
early.
Messiah figure.
Yeah. Well, no, see, the Messiah is the word, the term, like Christ, the Christ consciousness, that concept is way older than Messiah. It's way older. So they associate Christ, like the consciousness of Christ is more metaphysics, but they like now saying like Christ and Messiah is almost synonymous because of Jesus. But before then, it was just a level of consciousness that you reached. It wasn't nothing about being a Messiah. It was
Yeah.
you were the enlightened one, the Illuminos, or what is it in Latin? Illuminati, the enlightened one, the
No,
illuminate.
he
So
didn't have a.
illuminated, like an
No, he
illuminated
didn't.
one.
Selena, Selena,
Novels.
Selena. Three times. Three times.
We got the beautiful Selena. Selena in the building.
So when you hear Serapis, this is normally who they talking about. But when you talking about Serapis Bay, now we talking about a whole nother like I said, that goes more into the occult. Like if y'all got the membership, go check out that occult. Because I mentioned him in there because Madame Blavatsky, that's where she got all her teachers from. And that woman was so bad, she went into India, learned their shit, came out, remixed it, took it back in there and gave it to them. So the Hindu system that we got now is heavily influenced by Madame Blavatsky. That's not even the original shit. That's how
Oh,
bad that woman was.
Hmm.
Like,
that
God
shit
damn, you
crazy.
remix it and give it back to them, and now they practicing it your way. Like, God damn. Like, bro, this shit ain't no joke, bro. Like, this shit is deeper than, yeah,
Well,
deeper
from what
than a
I understand about
wormhole.
that cold, it's dark.
It's deeper than a wormhole, bro.
Oh, rabbit hole time.
Just don't make sure it's a rabbit hole, not them damn snake holes. They look similar. It just ain't
Yeah,
the same.
Rachel.
What happened? I missed
Make
that.
sure
My
the
bad.
rabbit hole ain't a snake hole. Make sure the
Who
rabbit
said?
hole ain't a snake hole.
Oh, I
Huh?
know that for a fact. I be cautious. I be swimming in alligator waters, snake waters. Listen,
Where it
I see
said Cephas
one-eyed
Day
monster.
is a color man. He a color man. And since he's a color
I love
man,
rabbit holes,
he was
Commander.
teaching
Yo,
he,
rabbit holes be
he
the
was teaching the
best.
Anglo Saxon.
Well, you be going down them rabbit holes. You be connecting dots. You just gotta be careful. You don't get lost. That's it. Some people get lost in them Jones and they can't tell, reality from fiction.
She gonna find a groundhog in there.
She gonna find Alice somewhere in them holes right there.
But
Mhm.
but you want to hear some real shit, bro? Like probably about 12 years ago, that's when I was really into all that. And then I realized the further I go back, the more I really need to go forward. You know, and I mean it's cool to understand and have a foundation in the base, but it's like we depending on dead people too much, man. When we got the same abilities that they have, and we can redefine and reshape shit ourselves to make it functional and effective for us. And people rather argue about what a bunch of dead people said or did that they can't even fucking prove. None of the shit can be proven. You can talk about scholarship. Well, they died. What if they was fucking lying in that time, just like motherfuckers lie today? Like, come on now, come on, brother. Like, these motherfuckers was lying back then for different reasons, for political reasons, for power, just for the same reasons they do now. People was creating
Mhm.
structures and all that shit to control people. That's what they did, and they was more ruthless with the shit back then because they cut the damn head off if you ain't believe them. If you ain't accepted, they cut
Yep.
your goddamn head off.
That shit
Now
crazy.
you
Sure
just
was.
tame people, you know. So who say any of that shit real? Practice it, and you will see what you fucking. That's why I tell people to practice, practice, practice. That's how you see what
But
works and
that's
what don't.
Yo, Commander.
right.
Yo, she shout out. She said, let's talk about something fun, like scary stories or supernatural. The Bermuda Triangle, the black hole. Wait a minute. Yo,
Man, look, I ain't fucking with no
Name is
Bermuda
down there.
Triangle.
the unknown
Mm-mm.
Amelia
islands, the
Earhart.
deep sea.
That's something beyond this world that happens in the Media Triangle.
Mm.
She said the
I'm
deep blue
straight.
sea.
I ain't from that
Commander,
age. Fuck around to find out. I ain't trying to
Commander.
fuck around to find.
Oh,
I am not
shit.
going about that shit. No, no, no.
But Commander, you cannot talk like that on YouTube, okay? You cannot come on here. You keep getting in trouble, all right? We're gonna have to put you in a little cage over there in
Hold on, I
timeout
got you, bro. I
because
got
these men, all right? You talking about unknown islands and deep blue seas.
you. Under the sea.
Trump, Trump, Trump.
Man, if
Salute.
God wanted me under the sea, any of that shit I had gills. I'm supposed to be right where I'm at. I ain't gonna ain't no shark knocking on my door trying to come in, and I ain't about to go in their house. I'm straight.
The Little Mermaid, is she real? Word, word. You want to go down that hole? Are mermaids real?
I want
Are
pimps.
mermaids in the Bible? They biblical shit.
I want pimp to be the
Hey,
next
salute.
president.
Yo,
Y'all can hear me? Salute, Word, Ryder, Gary, James. Everybody in the chat. Salute.
What up,
Flacco, what's
Mr.
though?
going on, man?
Frankie
Frankie. Yeah,
Blanco.
Hey,
Frankie in the
y'all hear me or
building.
am I low? Am I coming in low?
No, we hear you. You
You good?
good.
Yeah, you're good, Frankie.
Perfecto,
Yeah,
perfecto.
I just gotta make sure that my mic is set on Puerto Rican.
Puerto Rico.
Set on port. I didn't know there was a setting for that. Is there a
Yeah,
setting
my
for
mic.
that?
I ordered my mics from Timu, so they come with 3 settings. They come with Karen, Puerto Rican, and Black Lives Matter.
Hey,
Oh, shit.
Wait a minute.
Word only
So
got
is
one. Word
wait a minute.
only
Which
got
one's
one.
the
His
best
word
setting?
doesn't.
The best setting is probably the Puerto Rican because you get like Dominican, Afro, Latino, so you're in between. You know what I mean? You're in
Yeah,
between.
yeah.
Mm.
Because the Black Lives Matter sound like it'd be a bunch of complaining and
Yeah, it's
victimhood.
just a lot of bickering and bantering. Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah.
Frankie is just trying to tell everybody he's got all cultures, all ethnicities in him. That's it.
Yeah, I definitely. I'm a mix. I'm a mix of everything and anything. I think I got a little bit of brontosaurus in me too. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Thanks.
Oh,
Welcome,
Lord.
welcome to the life of
Yeah,
being a Puerto
like two
Rican.
percent, 2% brontosaurus, and I think I'm like 1% tyrannosaurus. I'm not sure. A lot of saurus.
Oh,
Tyrannosaurus.
Lord.
Yeah, we got a lot of saurus in my family, but
I keep telling people, shit. Listen, that's the only thing with the Puerto Ricans. You got a little bit of everything in you on some real shit.
I
Got some
mean,
salsa, some merengue, some bachata, some reggae. ¿Pa dónde vamos?
I've been feeling like kind of disappointed in the Spanish people for a couple years. I mean, if I could speak about it,
Sound like
just
Rachel. You sound like Rachel.
just the way
Right?
that I just feel like they're more into just like and if it ain't me, it got nothing to do with me. Like, stay out of it. Mind your business. Keep kissing ass. And I just that's why this is my opinion on my people and my breed. They just want to be real close to the man. You know what I mean? Whether he's white or black, it doesn't matter. We just with it. Like we be like, oh, what? They shot another kid down there? That's crazy. But you don't see them out there. You know what I mean? You don't see it. You know what I mean? Like they say, the
Yeah,
world's black and white, man.
It's true though,
yeah.
and it's too much racism amongst
Hey,
ourselves.
let me tell you well, my fault. But the funny shit, right, is we just got rid of all these immigrants, and now all of a sudden the Brooklyn Bridge gets hit by a fucking Mexican sailboat. Like, is that not just fucking irony to y'all? Is that not funny? This shit got a big ass Mexican flag on it, and it's like they're not even
A
hiding it.
Mexican naval ship, bro.
Yeah,
A
like come on,
Mexican
bro. Like
naval.
it hasn't happened, probably within. I could look back 10 lifetimes, probably never happened. All of a sudden now we start kicking these people out. There's a fucking sailboat hitting the Brooklyn Bridge. Like it's funny because there's a
Frankie,
lot
look
of
at the chat.
huh?
Look at the chat.
Oh my fault. I'm rambling. Man.
No, go
Yeah.
ahead.
Oh,
Don't
we are
forget
just
that
funny
though.
on YouTube.
Continue.
Back there, you like, nah, listen, hey. Latinos is different, man. We're built different. Like, it be technical. Google had mentioned us to being one of the best specimens of a human being. If you really want to be technical,
Chill.
like
Don't get people
we're the
started on
perfect.
that.
Oh, I like this. This is what you do though. Late night, you got
Women are loyal.
emotional
No.
impulse.
Yeah, don't get Puerto Ricans. My bad. Don't get Puerto Ricans and
Hey, that's
Dominicans
why I
started
put the
on that.
Trump post picture up. Once they see that guy's hands like that with the little, that still makes them mad when he does that little hand thing right there.
I'll be looking at them like, really though? They be like, I'm the closest to God.
But where
Don't
you
you
know,
know?
yeah, they
I'm
say
like,
that.
wait,
They say
what?
that. Word, did you ever hear that word? And when they say that Puerto Rican or Latinos are probably like and they probably could be, biased, report. I'm not saying it ain't. I'm just saying it's just funny how they would mention that. That shit must have people through the roof. Like what? You not talking to me like that?
Huh.
What did they say?
It says that if you Google what's the perfect, I forgot how to word it correctly, but I think it's like what's the best human, like the genetics of humans. What would be the best race, or what race has the best genetics of humans? This is what I'm not saying. I said this shit. I'm just saying what Google tells you, and it'll say you just look at yourself. I don't want to get too into it because then y'all niggas start hating me. I gotta come back out here. I come with the clan poster. I'll turn full KK on y'all. Don't play with me.
No, what they're saying is that Puerto Ricans,
Yeah,
right,
Puerto
are
Rican
the
women are
closest.
considered the perfect
There you
human.
go, word. There you go. And guess
Said
what?
a
You know what I mean?
Berkeley biologist because
If
they
I'm
have the closest genetic information
Thank you.
to the ideal genotype.
Hey, I'm from a Puerto Rican lady. I'm just saying.
Hey, chill, man.
Medical.
Well, I
So
guess
that's why I said don't get these Puerto Rican females started, yo. Because listen, I be
I
coming at
I
times like,
believe.
yo,
Hey, I believe Google's racist. I believe there's a
it
argument
is.
that Google is racist. I believe it.
Because listen, I'm not gonna sit
I
here and
mean,
lie.
this is
That has started a couple conflicts between the youth here in the community, right? Because people fail to realize that, like a lot of us, right, whether we Puerto Rican or we black, right? Listen, we end up mixing and mingling, right? I have a biracial daughter. You see where I'm coming from? So it's like, and this biracial daughter has a sister that looks like she's white. So that causes a lot of conflict within our communities, right? Oh, you can't be of this race, you can't be of this because of your skin color and stuff like that. Then you got the little Puerto Rican girls that are out here within the community, right? And it's something that I've had to say, oh, wait, pause. Just because you're this ethnicity doesn't mean that you're better. But I'm Puerto Rican. I'm the closest to God. That's what my grandmom told me.
Yeah, that's
I'm
bullshit.
closer because of the color of my skin. I'm sitting here like, y'all taking this a little too far. You
It's
see where I'm
funny
coming
because
from?
it's funny because if you ask guys, and the first thing they probably say is like most of the guys in panel will say Puerto Rican women are the worst. Like they're
Hot tempered.
possessive. They're possessive.
Yeah.
They're crazy. They like bipolar. Like me, I'm a mixed bag of nuts. Pause. I got a Cambodian wife. My niece is, what I mean, Afro American. My other niece is Italian. My brother's, what I mean, Italian. Like
We mixed.
I'm not. Listen, I'm not. I get offended when people say stepbrother. You feel me? Or just shot. Like I don't. I know that's like a proper way of labeling him, but I've been with my brother from the day he was born. So you know what I mean? Like there's not like to me. I see a stepbrother as my father had a kid and he was growing up on that side, and we hanged out a couple times, played soccer or football. You know what I mean? Like that's like a stepbrother. But I don't. I get offended highly with that word, that labeling someone, especially if they directly family to me. Like, and my
Mhm.
brother's half Italian, a whole different father, which is probably the right way to label him as a
But
stepbrother. But
it gets me.
I'll fuck you up
That's
for that
not a
shit. I ain't gonna lie.
stepbrother. That's what a stepbrother is. Wait a minute. That's the second person that said that 2 days in a row.
Say that again,
What?
Greg.
Wait a
I didn't hear
minute.
you. You sound like Sherman Hemsley for me. I don't know.
Wait, what?
Yeah, cause that's you the second person that said that step brother, half brother.
Yeah,
I'm confused.
yeah, where I'm at right here, where I'm at, like in this area, they'll ask you, "Oh, you got any brothers?" And I'm like, "Yeah, my brother. Oh, my brothers have Italian, have Puerto Rican. Oh, so that's your stepbrother." And they'll be adamant about, "Oh no, but that's your stepbrother." I don't want to argue with them, but I'm like, "Nah, that's my brother." Like I, you know what I mean? I don't see a stepbrother, and I don't mean nothing to anybody who got, whatever it is. It's just semantics at the end
You're
of the
not
day.
wrong in that, but
Yeah,
it's
but
not
this,
your stepbrother. That's your half brother.
yeah,
Because
I feel like you, yeah,
Oh,
my sister's Mexican.
that's
I'm
your
Puerto
brother.
Rican. That's my
yeah,
half
Gary, he's
sister.
my brother, Gary. I'll kill for that nigga. Trust me, that's my brother.
Exactly. It's still
I
your
won't.
No,
blood,
no,
though.
no. I'm
It's still
saying
your blood.
no. I'm saying, but the step thing comes in if you marry
It,
into
that,
another family.
Well,
yes.
that's not how they do it out here. I thought that too. That's why I was kind of confused because it'd be like, my sister-in-law
That's
or
why
my
I'm
brother-in-law.
confused out. That's why I said,
But
wait a minute. This is the
it's
second day
not.
I heard this. I'm like, wait
Yeah,
a
it's
minute.
not. But it's like you'll call it your sister-in-law or your brother-in-law if they're married in or whatever. But if it's your brother and he's not directly from the same mother and father, they'll say he's your stepbrother. And certain people would say it. Right? Am I right or wrong? Word.
Wait, what? I thought it was the
No,
other way
that's
I
not
was
around.
true.
reading that article, man. My bad. I was reading that article.
A
That
brother-in-law,
I
a
mean, you
I
brother-in-law
should.
don't.
Did you
is
did you
when
read it? Did you
I
read
don't.
why it said?
I don't believe it. Word. I think it was written by a Puerto Rican lady too. So I don't know. I think it's very.
But no, what they saying is because you have so many. It's like they saying like because of Puerto Rican, like y'all DNA, y'all a mix of everything.
Yeah, it was Portugal,
Like European,
Spain, yeah,
African,
West African. Yep.
European. So that's why they're saying is like the best because it's a mixture of everything. But
That's it.
like by genetically, like if you talking about like genetics itself, we have to go back to Sir Mendel Hall.
I just wanted to stir the shit. Word. I just wanted to stir the shit.
I know.
I know you was gonna go into your
if you had
bag
to
and
pick
get
up
all
the phone,
Oh no,
philosophical.
I'm just saying. But sir, if you go to Sir Mendel Hall, he has the father of genetics, and he give us an understanding what dominant genes versus recessive genes. And the most dominant gene, is the darkest gene. Like if you look in plant
Well,
life,
yeah,
you know,
melanin. I know what you mean. Yeah, yeah.
And that's why the
because
majority.
dominant
Lisa J,
genes
what's going
have the
on? Lisa J,
ability.
what's going on? Welcome in.
It's like they say having blue eyes and blonde hair is like a deficiency. It means like you're
Yeah,
malnourished.
that's
It's not really like
recessive
a.
genes.
It's not. Yeah, it's not like a perfect specimen. It means.
No,
Yeah,
it's
that's
recessive.
why. Yeah, I know what you mean. I just wanted to fuck with you and stir some shit up.
No, but I mean, reading the article, it makes sense. And I mean, you can look at. I mean, it's the article. You
Yeah.
know,
Commander, I just threw my phone.
It
What's the
gets
phone,
deeper than
Commander?
you go into these rabbit holes, like I said earlier. Like for example, right, when you go deeper into the
Rabbit
Puerto
hole.
Ricans, right, the majority of us Puerto Ricans, it has turned out that we got 60% of the Taino DNA, and when they looked into it, we got African, we got 60% of African DNA in our blood, indigenous blood.
Yeah. Hey, word. Can I ask you something, word? And it's gonna sound crazy as a question, but even anybody who could answer this. So they got this whole FBA thing going on, right? That they were never brought here on slave ships; they've been here. So, is there
Mhm.
a possibility that they were Arawak or Taino Indians here too?
Where
Yeah, I mean, it was like, bro, you
So,
when
you're aware though.
are they in the
you,
Americas in this land over here?
Yeah, did you know? Wait, yeah, I can
you,
answer that question.
you
We're doing my bad.
if you look at it's a book called An Accurate Description of America, very old ass book. At one point in time, they didn't have you only can I forgot how many copies they had, but this damn book was like 75,000, right? And it was a journal of an explorer who came here uh pre Christopher Columbus. So he came here before Columbus. And he was describing the people here, and it was all dark skinned people. But you have different shades of dark.
Well,
Even now, the
the
reason
Olmec,
the
the Olmec.
reason
My fault.
but even the reason that you're as light as you are is because of when Spain came over, right?
Yeah,
That's
the
really the only reason like
conquistadors.
this. Yeah, this continent was melanated. dark is different shades of melanin,
Mhm.
but we wasn't the same as them Africans. Like, look
Right,
at the phenotype,
right.
bro.
The
Like, even
Berbers,
if
yeah,
you look at I mean, if you look at even Puerto Rican people, and you look at like blacks here, they got more common features than Africans. I
I
got
can,
more common features
yeah,
with
I can see
like
it.
Puerto
I,
Ricans and
I
shit
can
than I
see the
do an
difference.
African, bro.
But word, if you put it that word, if you put a dashiki on and don't wear a hat or nothing, it's gonna be hard to tell. Just being honest with you, bro. You know, you my
No,
man.
no, I don't look like I do not look African. I was
If
just
you had it, I'm just saying the way people perceive it. If you had a dashiki and some open toe sandals, you probably could pass. I'm just saying. It's not. Is
I
it not a
wouldn't
true
pass.
fact that most black people they all say most people all black people look alike, right? That's like a stereotype that's since the beginning of time, right or wrong.
Mm.
I mean, that's something people say. You know,
That's a
Right. I'm not
theory.
saying
That's a
I
myth.
said it's a
Shut them
stereotype.
all.
It's a stereotype, is what I said. I said it's a stereotype that's been going around for a while. Like you hear it all the time. You know, oh, you guys all look the same. You know, well, it's racist. Yeah, I understand that, but you can say the same thing about Mexicans or Chinese.
they say the same thing about Mexicans,
Yeah,
Asians.
Chinese all look the same. I can't tell a Korean from a Japanese. I'll be
But
honest with
there's
you.
a reason, right? There's a reason behind that, though, and you got to realize that that their ancestors kind of like. Listen, I'm gonna put it like this, right? The reason that the Tainos exist today, right? We wouldn't exist today if the how can I say, yeah, the West Africans and the Moors wouldn't have helped us escape. For real, for real. So that's why you hear about the
Yeah,
Arawaks here in the Americas, and you hear
right.
about them in the
But
Caribbeans.
what
So
I'm
the
saying,
history. Wait, hold on. I was gonna. Wait,
okay, my fault, my fault, go ahead, my
the
fault.
history with the Mexicans and the Chinese is the same thing. You see where I'm coming from? The Asians, in reality, their ancestors are Mexicans. It goes deep. What are they called? Word. The the Mexican tribes. They do a lot of movies on them too.
They call it Olmecs. Olmecs.
There's a lot of them. No, there's another one
No,
deeper than that. There's one there's one rolling
the
that everybody
Aztec
talks
and the
about. The
Mayans
Aztecs.
The
and
There you go. The
Aztecs.
stuff.
Mayans.
Yeah.
So okay, the Aztecs and the Mayans are also inside the Philippines, the Asian and the Japanese blood. Somehow,
Oh,
some way,
I know.
yeah,
Yeah,
I went down that rabbit hole and I was like, oh, that's why they look so much alike
yeah.
because
Well,
you
Asians
Inca,
could be considered
the
Indian too. You
Inca
know,
and the
you
Aztec.
can you can consider
yeah,
Asians Indian too. You know, in a way.
that's crazy. I was like, damn, it goes that deep, that far, like the roots. We
Yeah,
got, some of
I
us
think
don't know.
But I think we're a mix of everything at one time. Like everybody's already there's so much graping and pillaging that's been going on for so many centuries. You know what I mean? That we're all
Yeah.
mixed blood, we're all diluted, stripped of our native tongues. You know what I mean, but there are just a mouthpiece point. There are some truths to stereotypes. I just gotta be honest with you. Like a lot of Puerto Ricans do like rice and beans. I don't get offended. I don't understand. Like if it hits, it hits. You know what I'm saying? So them stereotypes is crazy sometimes because those are like observations and it kind of sometimes it fits.
You
But you
eat
got to
fried
look at
chicken,
it
bro?
when you look at the Puerto Ricans, right? And then you look at the blacks, right? Look at our history. Look at our food. Is it really different? The only changes that happens is the seasoning in it and a
Bro,
little bit.
bro. But I'm gonna tell y'all this, man. If you really like, the more I travel, bro, like even like Middle Eastern, right? They got this. My wife's family, they got this dish called pacha, right? And I'm like, what the fuck is pacha? And I'm looking at it, bro. The shit look good. When they told me what it was, I'm like, I ain't eating that shit. And then I had to think about it, like, hold on, bro. I used to fuck some pitlins up. What pacha
Yeah.
is stuffed lamb intestines, not the pig, but the lamb. But they
Oh,
stuffing
like
it like. But what I'm saying is like we
We
all
have
do
that.
similar
Yeah,
things,
we have that. It's called
right?
morcillas in Spanish. It's
I
morcillas
hate
like
Like we,
pig blood that is coagulated inside of intestine.
it.
I ain't eating that, bro.
I'm sorry.
Look,
I got me over here like
But
I'm
this is
about
the
to
thing.
like.
This is the thing where if you ate it from an old lady who's been in the town for years and she's the number, you would that shit'd be like so good for you. You'd be surprised.
Oof.
That shit like eating a fucking bowl of sea moss. You know what I mean? Like hypothetically, like those people know how to take the less and make it the best. You feel me? That's what we had to do
yeah,
for most of our survival in our lifetime. They gave us the least and we made the best. You know what I mean? We made a feast.
and that's like even, and that's what I'm saying. Like you telling me how your culture did that, right? Black culture did that. Asian, I mean,
I
everybody
never
does
ate
that in
chillins.
their
You ate
own a
chillins?
different way. You
You
know
ate
what I'm
chillins?
saying?
Where you ever ate chillins?
Yeah, I used to fuck chillings up,
I
bro.
don't know what it is, but when I heard about every time I hear about it, they say it's the most nasty shit in the world. I said, damn, but I know, you got it's been put upon us that we had to eat. We was forced to make that into something, a meal, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't eat chillins. I couldn't.
Chitlins
I
and
could eat.
morcillas are the same thing. The only difference is, right, when
Is
you look
it?
at it,
Nah, chillins is something
yeah.
else.
Look,
Chillins.
listen.
What is
La
chillins, bro?
morcillas, they leave it like that. They leave the stuff inside of there, right? So you got that coagulated blood and all that shit. Then the shitless, you got it's the same shit as the sack. They clean it out. It's almost the same shit. That it's the shit sack.
Yeah, the intestine, the lining.
Intestines, man.
Oh my
It's
god.
all the same
Isn't
shit.
that
It's all the
considered like
same
tripe?
thing.
Isn't that considered like tripe, like cow tripe?
Yes,
Oh,
kinda.
that's
No,
fucking
no,
weird.
Tripe
no,
is
no.
fine, man.
It's
No,
two different
tripe.
things.
Tripe is
Two different
intestine
things.
lining. It's intestine lining. My wife and them
Yeah,
eat that. Asians eat the tripe.
but it's all the same
What is
thing. It's
it? What
all
is
intestines
cow
from the
tongue called?
inside
What
of
do they call this shit?
huh?
What?
The cow tongue.
They call it nasty.
He said
I
the cow
seen. I
tongue.
went to a grocery store. I'm like, what the fuck is that? They
I
go
would not
cow
eat.
tongue. I'm
I
like,
would not
god
eat no shit
damn.
like that. With no
It's
barbecue
like it
sauce.
had a T on it. I thought it was tripe, but you said tripe is the lining of the intestine.
Yeah, because they serve it out here with the food that they. Let me tell you something, man. Since I got my wife, I've been eating shit that I never even thought I would eat, like Asian food. The way they cook, a lot of spices, a lot of shit, like
Yeah.
fermented fish. You know what I mean? I guarantee if I'd have opened one of them shits up in your house, I would have thought the sewer line bust. You heard? But when they make the food in it, it's the weirdest thing ever because it's delicious. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know how to explain it. It's weird. Like sometimes you won't know. I'm serious. Yo, her mom, my wife's
But
my mom,
Cambodia, yeah,
yo,
see
word,
Cambodia, they
word.
be
My
throwing
mom, my
down,
work,
bro.
word to my mother. My wife's mom came on over one time. She was gonna make us some food, traditional dish. I'm like, cool. I'm in the room. I hear the pan sizzling. I got out of my room like, what the fuck? I thought the toilet bowl blew up. I thought the shit pipe was blowing out the shower, nigga. I said, what the fuck is going on, ma? I had to check her, make sure she ain't shit herself. You hear me?
Hey,
Yeah, just give it a buck. I said, ma, what the fuck is that smell? She don't speak good English. Oh no, don't worry, Paul. Go on, don't worry. I'm tripping like, babe, you don't smell. I'm just my man. Listen, when I ate that shit, I can. That's my favorite dish. That's my favorite dish. No lies.
Oh man, he
It's
said,
called
what
salam.
the
It's called
fuck?
it's called salam chew. I can't lie to you though. I gotta keep it real. I gotta keep it real.
Bruh, man, like Cambodia, like bro, they
It's fermented
man,
fish.
that,
It's basically fermented fish, like for like whatever, a bunch of other stuff, But when you open that can, boy, you better have a strong stomach. I'm just gonna say that.
Frankie got
oh
that.
shit,
I don't have a
I
strong
couldn't
stomach.
even,
You
I
could.
couldn't even eat that shit after that, bro.
Yeah,
Like
I
I
mean, I
always
depend.
like the way my grandmother made chitlins. I never smelt them, bro.
I could imagine if she's boiling,
First time, first
stank.
time. No, I'm telling you, bro. I don't know. I think it was onions and lemon. I don't know what she did. I never smelt chitlins. When I moved my mama, she was cooking them. I'm like, what the hell is that? She like chitlins. And I'm looking like, I never like when my grandma. I never asked her what it was. But when my mama cooked them, that's when I found out. I'm like, I ain't eating that shit no more.
Yeah,
I never knew what it was. I'm talking about. I'm
you
like
gotta
15, 16. When I
you
hear
gotta put.
chitlins, I'm like, yeah, grandma cook them. They good.
Mm-mm.
And my mama was like, oh, they pig intestines. I'm like, that's why I smell like shit. Like I ain't eating that.
Ew, Commander. I don't like that either. Y'all
Nah, I
bringing
like.
up all the nasty food.
Wait,
She's talking
menudo,
about
what? Dry
menudo.
pan? That's the best.
I don't like menudo.
What
It got
Jug
pork
say?
in it. So a
Come
lot of people
on.
put pork in that shit. I don't. Mm-mm. It do got cow tongues in it, but see, it got brains in it too.
Yeah,
Wait, what
that.
you say?
Oh
I eat cow
man,
tongue
I ain't eating
tacos,
them.
Yeah, I can't eat
but
that type of shit.
the menudo,
Oh,
the different meats
Commander,
they put
I
in that
look at you
shit.
different now. I look at Commander different now. You eating cow
Yeah, I
tongue,
definitely see. If you don't got hot sauce, you nasty. Ew.
He said,
huh?
"Yo,
Oh
you got
no,
hot sauce, you nasty."
You need that. It's so good. It make
damn, I
you
can't.
slap your mama.
Can
No,
y'all see what Jug said? I can't see what he said on
Yeah,
my
it says,
phone.
speaking in general, I worked on a big construction site in Florida. Brazilians, Venezuelans treated a lot wrong. Were treated a lot wrong, but Puerto Ricans on my part, my paint crew treated me like family. Yeah, we are. We were good people. Like I said, we've been through the same struggles, right? But the thing is, we kind of feel like when it's certain situations, and this is my opinion, certain situations, like, you know what? Shit got nothing to do with us. Let's just mind our business. This is how I feel. Like that's how I feel like they move sometimes. Like there's a lot of shit that we can get together on and make it a lot more stronger, make the message more louder, amplified. And then most of the times, they put the wrong people to represent the situation. And what happens is it's like wash, rinse, repeat.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
I'm told I'm not Puerto Rican because I don't act like a Puerto
You are, because me and you are the loudest ones on the panel. So yeah, we definitely are.
I don't know. I'm told I'm not. So I've been banned from being.
How you feel about Puerto Ricans, James?
I've been told.
James a good dude. I fuck with James. He be on another channel, see Chaotic Truth and all that. He be on a couple channels.
James from the backwoods, bro. I tell you, like I'm like James. James, you from the backwoods, bro?
Yeah, James out there wrestling. He wrestling right 4 raccoons right now. They try to steal his peanut butter.
Oh shit, Nate, your raccoons landed somewhere over here in the Matrix, man. Nate, where you at?
I'm telling you, people from the backwoods, man. We just love people, bro. Either you good or bad.
It gets more worse in the cities and the urban areas where the racism is more prevalent and it's like thick. In the country, like I said, I felt weird saying the N-word when I went to Virginia because people were looking at me like, you don't even have to do that here, brother. You know what I mean? Like I was like, and it's just me being a New Yorker. I'm like, damn, nigga, that's crazy. Yo, this shit hot. And they look at me like, why did you slip the N-word in there, brother? You could have said the same thing without it, So I know how it is, man. But what? And I hate to say it, but people from New York, we've been cursed with that. We've been cursed with that statement. Oh, it's a term of endearment. So we kind of went along with that shit, and it has that word is definitely it's just like any other derogatory word. I mean, there's no right way to put it, but we kind of, I don't know. I think hip hop was a magic spell that was put over us, and they found a way to flip it on us. And now what it did is just have us depreciate women, not understand sentimental value. You know what I mean? Because all we worrying about is the instant gratification, and that's where we fuck up. You know what I mean? We even lost touch with our belief.
I wouldn't say hip hop. I'd say rap. Rap and hip hop.
There you go. Yeah, well, you know what I meant. Well, hip hop has many facets. There's spray painting, break dancing, rap, especially rap. Yes, you're 100% right. Rap itself, because those words that you're conjuring for that type of sorcery is different. It's not like there's nothing positive in it. It's almost like a killer be killed, dominance hierarchy type thing. If it makes sense.
Because back in, with like real hip hop, bro, they was against the N word, bro.
Yeah, it was poetry. That's why I said poetry.
It was like they was against that. It's when rap came out.
You remember what was your best hip hop song? Word? What was your best conscious hip hop song?
I like the Tribe Called Quest, bro. That was my shit back then.
You go back too. See, you pulled out the gut. That's nobody respecting the answer.
Of the piece of land, like, bro, this motherfucker used to spit and Q-Tip. Oh my god, bro.
Q-Tip was a monster.
And what was that one dude name? Then my mama was just listening to it the other day. She came over. She was like, "Guess what I found?" And she was like, "I need a CD player." Oh, what was his name?
Yeah, you still got CD players? Damn.
Well, I put it in the computer.
Yeah. Was it like is it a single artist?
Yeah, it was a single dude. It's on the tip of my tongue. I can't even name the damn song he was singing.
What era? What era?
It's like late 80s. It was around the time. Who? Not KRS-One. He was in the genre like yeah, KRS-One was Special Ed, yeah.
Look at my man Gary showing his age. Look at you, Gary, out here busting it.
Yeah, Special Ed.
I fuck with Gary.
I was about to say it had something to do with school.
Hey, you special ed, you a super duper star. Okay, I got you.
Hey, y'all ever heard any Ron G mixtapes? Any kind of stuff like that? Was you around for that era, like the Ron G mixtapes? Gary?
Of course.
Okay, I'm just asking him. I'm just trying to check how plugged in you plugged in. You know what I mean? Pause.
I'm 718.
Yeah, Gary, let's get it. I thought he was 2 and 2 for a minute. I got nervous.
Nah.
Oh wait.
Nah.
No, she behind on stream or you? But wait, I'm confused on that chat. Never mind.
What happened?
I don't know. Commander lost me. She said I'm behind on stream, right? But I'm like, is she backstage or is she like lost in stream?
I don't heard a beat. Yeah, if y'all hear a beat or somebody, let me know. I gotta get my nightly. I was having migraine at the funeral when everybody got
I
up, like
Commander.
when it was over and everybody got up talking, bro. It was like it was so many people in there. We was at like community college hall. Well, it's actually a college, but it had I don't know how many people was in there. Um, but it was seated for 90, but it was people standing up. But when everybody started talking, bro, I get discombobulated. I start losing my balance, like all the noise and shit. I'm like, I gotta get out of here, bro. That shit felt so damn crazy. I don't usually be out in public. Like it take me like 3 hours to get my equilibrium balance.
Mm.
I ain't had that time. So when all that shit started happening, bro, that shit felt crazy as hell. I was like, this one I don't fuck with nobody early in the morning. Y'all play too much.
Word, you ever heard of the Interpretera
Uh-huh.
or the doctrine of discovery?
Yeah. I got
No.
the doctrine of the servant. I got dang, I think it's downstairs. I got a book on that, bro.
Yeah, that's something. I would like. I think we all, you know, a lot of people, even FDA, everybody should get back into that and start opening up those chapters. Because even though it's still going on to this day, the Moors ruled from what 711 1492, right? The doctrine of discovery was introduced in 1493 by Pope Alexander the Sixth. You know what I mean? And basically, it just gave Spain and Portugal the right to own the eastern and the western hemisphere of the world, right? So that's why a lot of shit a lot of history has been like. Can you imagine how many churches they burned and books and texts of just ancient you see how you get like a toothache and they got the instant remedies for that shit, put a clove here, you know what I mean? Like we know how to probably do everything naturally, you feel me? But through war, right, the niggas burning all of our books, our history. I could imagine how much people wives like literally don't even get mentioned in history and probably was, you know what I mean, the second best thing.
Mm,
You feel me?
that's how a lot of
Like
history
it's tough, man. It's
was
tough to believe the winners of the
written.
war because the winner of the war writes the history, you know?
Like the history. That's how a lot of history was written, rewritten.
That's why it's so fucking fake news. Fake news.
Mm. It's all fake news, people.
I'm blaming
Fake
China.
news.
Don't blame China.
Don't believe what you hear.
But you
It
don't
was
think that
not a
was real?
Mexican
Yeah.
boat, okay? Wasn't a Mexican
Thank
boat.
you. Thank you, Word, for segueing back into the Mexican boat. So y'all don't feel that was funny that a Mexican boat just crashes into Brooklyn Bridge? Hey, yo, I'm just thinking like these.
Frankie, it didn't really happen.
It
It
was
was
fake
fake
news.
news. It was a new movie they were shooting.
Oh,
It's
that's what
gonna
it.
be
Oh my
huge.
God! If I hear
It's
that
gonna be
tomorrow, Word,
big.
you're good. If I hear that tomorrow, you change the
When
simulation.
Mexico attacked,
Nigga said the movie's called When Mexico Attacks.
they didn't want to build the wall, so they slammed a boat
We
into the
did it.
Brooklyn Bridge.
Hey, yo. You know it's crazy that Mexico closed their borders on us. So that's even funnier. Like we didn't even have to build a wall. They just got mad, like, fuck y'all, we closing the border ourselves. I'm telling you, man. Politics in America is so different, man. Different.
Trump will come out tomorrow. Mexico
Yo,
was
bro,
coming to get
tomorrow
their
I hear.
people,
Yeah.
and they couldn't read English, and they ran into the
That's so
bridge.
racist. That's so racist.
That's what
They
he
didn't
gonna say.
they didn't see no boats on the bridge. I said no boats specifically. The Mexicans went right into it. Hey,
They
James, you
thought they
there?
was at the Gulf of America.
I'm trying to study James' avatar picture. Why does he look like scared straight and American History X, like in one right there? Like, hey
James,
James,
he's trying to get you to respond because you're quiet.
I need James to talk to me. I need James energy. I love it. Nah, James is a cool dude, man. James is very well, and he's very humble too. Like he give you his opinion from like his
Hey,
heart. You know, he don't try to be like on some bullshit. Like, well, listen, my God said that you're not gonna be talking like this. Yo, let me tell you something. James has probably the strongest skin on this panel, bro. I seen him in places where they are diabolical, bro. And this kid be on the panel talking his shit. He don't give a fuck. They want him to be a judge. That's how good he is. You know, he's so non-biased. You know,
yeah,
James.
yeah, James. James is real. I like James. Bro.
Yeah,
That's what
James.
I'm saying. Like, man, people, when you judge a book by its cover, bro, you'll miss out on a great
Yeah,
fucking story.
James is definitely black in one of his past lives.
He was black
I
and
think
he was
James.
Puerto
I think.
Rican
I
and
think
he came
James.
out white.
I think James definitely played the drums in his life, or was in a black church, and he had the what you call those things that go ching 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 that they hit with the little bells.
The
What's that thing?
symbols.
Yeah, I could have.
Oh,
Yo, what's that thing called? They called cymbals. The little circle thing with the
oh,
little bells. Yo, whoever played that in
the
church,
triangle. It's called a triangle.
the triangle is the other thing, right? That you hit the
No,
little
Yeah.
thing. What's it called,
no, he's talking about the
Gary?
symbol with the 2 1
No, the
symbol.
symbols is like the no. He talking about the triangle. Like he said, hold
It's
on. You
not
said
triangle
the
though. It's round. It's cylindrical with little bells, like silver
the
lining in it.
symbols. Yeah,
Oh yeah,
yeah,
whoever
them
whoever
symbols.
played that in church was the man, bro. Like you had to be the man when you played that one. That made everything light up. You know, that's like the hi hats.
Yeah, I
Gary,
was young, bro. Well,
you
my
know, you
grandma
know,
taught me how to
you know
play
when a nice,
drum.
you know when a nice little baby song comes on, them hi hats hit, my nigga. Everybody get the spirit. Come on now.
That's what
And,
they say they getting. I don't know what the hell they getting. I ain't gonna lie to
yeah,
you.
and well, you know how it is, Gary.
I'm
I'm
trying.
just
Bro,
saying.
man, back in the day, man, when you go to church, bro, that was like a Zumba fucking workout, bro. When they started playing music, you getting that bitch man, like
Yeah, I
motherfucker.
like the I like
That
the
was the original Zumba. That's what
I've been to a
inspired
lot of
Zumba,
churches. I've been to a lot of churches, and black churches are probably the most vibrant and like you feel
bro.
what they're
You,
saying.
bro,
The white
Saturday you
churches,
be practicing,
yeah. Oh man, the white churches are
bro.
dry.
No, man.
Just like Ben Stein, like dry eye,
Yeah, y'all
clear
ever been to a
eye.
Lutheran church? You ever been to a Lutheran church?
I don't know. I've been to Protestant. I've been to like a bunch of different. I don't know what Lutheran. That's some down south shit, right?
Man, that shit scared the shit out of me. I had watched the
Them
movie
Holy
The
Spirits
Omen.
is scary.
Nah, bro, it's like you watch the movie The Omen, and they be like, "Hey,
Uh,
oh,
yeah,
hey,"
I don't
that
like
shit.
them. Them,
Then
them,
you
them
go in this
Dracula,
church, and they be
Dracula.
singing them hymns, bro. That's how that shit sound. It was like, "Hey, oh yeah." I'm like, "Oh hell no, bro! What the fuck going on? Where the music at?"
There
Like,
you
nah, I
go.
can't get jiggy
That's
with this
that's
shit,
almost like
bro.
an Episcopalian church.
Yo,
Man,
Commander hit it on
I
the
don't
head.
do
It's
none of
called a
that shit, bro.
tambourine,
I'm
yo.
straight.
It's called a tambourine.
Y'all
You
better
heard?
be playing some y'all tambourine.
Yeah, it was a tambourine, not the cymbal or whatever we call it. Yeah, it's a tambourine. But yeah, that instrument right there is
Yeah,
if
yeah,
you get
yeah,
that,
yeah, yeah. Okay.
Hmm.
yeah, the old ladies get that one, Gary, with the church wig that's attached to the hat. You know what I mean? They get those.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
they
church
control
mothers got
that. That's the
those.
hi hat.
Hey man, that was my auntie
That's,
Huck, man.
yeah,
And yep, the
I'm
Gary.
just
You
saying, church
see,
got
Gary
those.
caught the Holy Spirit before. I'm telling
See,
you.
no, I didn't.
Hey Gary, let me tell you something. If the pastor says, "Everybody now, let's put our heads down and pray," and you hear an old lady right next to you say, "Yeah," you ain't gonna get scared, shit, nigga. I'm out of that church. That Holy Spirit is on relentless. He don't care. You heard? That nigga had me scared a couple
I
times in
started
church. You heard?
about.
I've seen old ladies catch the Holy Spirit. I thought she did a backflip. I gave her a 7 on the card. I raised a 7 up. I said, "Fuck, I gotta get out of here. It's crazy. Too much energy. Scary." That's two things that
Yeah,
scare me. Is little people. Good. What you say? My fault.
I seen my next door
No,
neighbor, the old lady next door. I seen her do a cartwheel. I was like, "Oh
Yeah,
shit,
man. The
that
Holy
that
Spirit is
means
on. You
walk."
can't tell. That shit turn you into like fucking. That should make you 20 again.
And then the
it's
next
a
day she asked me to
momentary.
wear some
It's a
icy hot on her
momentary
knees.
joke.
Like, stop doing cartwheels in church. Shit.
She's sitting there coming in with a walker, and the next day, like, damn, Miss
What
Rogers,
time I got some
I
icy
saw you
hot?
do a
My
yeah,
knees
yeah.
bad. Like,
She got ace
yeah.
bandages on. I just seen her do a backflip yesterday. What the fuck? Damn, I feel like
Damn, that's crazy.
yeah, I just like the Holy Spirit thing. Though. I feel like sometimes I used to think they're faking it, so I used to try to look at them like, yeah, she about to fake it. But then they're like, nah, she ain't faking it. She almost hit her head on the fucking pew. Like she can't be faking this shit. This is too much. She
Oh
done.
man, I got a clip when this man, they be tripping on TikTok.
You ever seen
It
those
was
churches
like,
in Africa? Like they be like, I'm gonna fight the demon out of this woman. You have to sit here and watch. And that they just be, oh my god, they're
slapping
acting
the shit
through the
out of
roof.
people, bro.
Yeah,
I
he
seen
starts
that one,
slapping them with a
man.
horse tail. He's like, you must banish the devil. Jesus, fight this man.
I'd have been like, hold on, bro. Hold on, bro. Now we about
They,
to be
they be
strapping
ODing,
them,
yeah,
bro.
they ODing with it.
I be in that bitch
They
like hell
be doing
Lucifer
the
now.
most.
You done slapped me with a horse tail,
That
bro.
nigga said, "Hell,
I'm about to whoop that
Lucifer."
ass. I'm about to whoop that ass in
Yeah.
Lucifer
How
name
you
now.
say
You
hail?
slapped
How
me.
you say hail, Lucifer? Like that's even more worse. When you say hail, Lucifer.
Man, you slapped me with a horse hair. Talk about the name of Jesus. Okay,
Hey, he's
I
a
got you.
shaman. He's the shaman of the tribe. You got to follow the rules, man. If he tells you go eat
Mhm.
deer shit for 2 days in the woods, you got to do that.
I don't follow man,
Don't
bro. That's why I don't
There you
follow
go.
man. I'm
There you
good,
go.
bro.
Word. There you go.
I'm fucking good, bro. I follow the creator, the
I wait.
divine.
I wait till God make me starving, and I be like, God, am I really supposed to do this shit? Let me know. I ain't waiting for this man to tell me.
If shit fall from the sky in front of me, I guess that's what he want me to do. I guess that's just what it is. Okay, thank you, God. Until that happens, I'm straight, bro. I'm good. Motherfucker be hungry, be like, God, please feed me, and a pile of shit fall. I'm like, all right, thank you, bro.
You know it was
Yeah,
a
I
sign. It's
see what
divine,
it
divine intervention.
is. That's divine, bro.
Either that or there's a
Hell
monkey.
yeah.
There's a monkey with the runs above you, just listening the whole time. Like,
Yeah, something happening. Something happened.
yeah,
man,
that's
it's too
crazy, man.
much.
It's funny though, but it ain't funny, you know. Religion is a crazy thing, man. Religion is a tough thing, man. It's just been harsh on the world, you know, and it's a lot. So many people. I mean, it's good for people, and then it has a double. It's a double-edged sword, you know. It's been a double-edged sword since the beginning of time. Hey,
I
Jane.
used to feel
Hey,
bad for
Gary.
people.
Gary, did Noah's Ark have
Yeah,
two termites? Did Noah's
the
Ark have
Noah's
two
Ark
termites?
had two termites.
I mean, he had two of
Yeah, it was
everything, right?
caged up.
Okay.
It was
Okay. I'm just
caged
making
up.
sure. I'm making sure. That's probably why they can't find it.
They caged it up and trapped it with hay.
And word,
Man, you
yeah.
know how big that man,
That's incredible. Incredible.
I'm looking at my block like, man, that bitch was bigger than the block, bro. I'm
Yeah.
like, god damn.
That shit had to be the size of America.
Man, bro. Well, not the size of America, but that
I
shit was
mean,
big as fuck.
yeah. I'm just saying, if a dinosaur is, you know, that look at the size of a dinosaur, and this shit had dinosaurs on it, right? Allegedly,
Nah, they was going by that.
they don't go by the dinosaurs.
Supposedly. Supposedly.
They left those out, right? They said, nah,
Supposedly they
They
was
ain't have
going
a
by
woolly.
that.
Did
like,
they have a woolly mammoth on that
the,
bitch?
the gas prices are too high. Gas
They
prices are
all
too
gone.
high.
Did they have
They
a
all
woolly
gone.
mammoth?
Hey, they be
I
still
can't believe
cloning
that lady
Yeah,
said
yeah,
woolly
they did the
mammoth.
word. They sure did the word.
the word.
Oh, I was like, wait, what the fuck is he saying?
He said that shit like an old lady with a fifth in her pocket. Like the word, you know what you
Woolly,
mean?
woolly mammoth.
That
Like,
that
god
was
damn, bro. You've been
was
on this
word. That
planet
was
too
word for
goddamn
the
Look,
long.
person.
Gary trying to be Freddy Krueger in people's nightmares and shit. I was like, damn, what happened? I was listening to my
He
Nicky
started it.
Valentino
He
somewhere
said
down the
man mouth.
street, and all I hear is
No, because he
Lord,
said man
Lord.
mouth. Y'all missed it. Y'all missed the joke. He said man mouth. That ain't what the hell.
Yeah,
That ain't what that was. He said man mouth. So I
that's
fed.
that's what
I
she
fed him.
Gary,
said.
good ears, Gary. Good ears, Gary. You
All
on your New
right,
York
and I
shit. I
fed
didn't even
you
hear
the
it.
rest.
I didn't even hear it. Good shit, Gary.
Yeah,
No, I heard
see,
exactly what he said.
Gary,
He said man
Gary,
mouth. I'm
listen,
like,
bro.
okay, the word.
That's right,
The
Gary. You keep
wool.
Gary is the
Like,
best
bro,
ear
when she
hustler.
said
The
that,
word.
I'm like, bro, you can't say word, bro. Like, what the fuck is going on now? Like,
And we're
bro, like, motherfuckers been alive 60 years and can't say word. Like,
we over
nah,
here
bro.
trying to say what she said, like we could pronounce that shit. We can't tell if she said
Bro,
L R
bro,
a J. What the fuck she
look,
said?
listen, Rachel, you don't really understand. I got a clip with her saying at least 20 different words. Fucked up, bro.
I
I'm
don't
like,
understand.
no.
I'm right.
I'm like,
He
how?
funny as
I
shit.
never posted it. I was about to
Oh
give it to
shit.
another content creator, bro. That's it, bro. I made it's probably, bro. I'm talking about she fucked everything up. What alopecia? Like what?
Alopecia.
Alopecia? He said, I think I got alopecia. Like what? Alopecia? Like just stop. Only stick to 3 letter words. Don't even don't even try the fourth letter. Just stick to three. You'll be all right.
Man mouth.
Yeah, man
What
mouth. I
is a
never heard
Willie
man mouth.
man
Man
mouth?
mouth sound crazy. I'm not gonna lie to you. You could technically
Bro,
pause it.
somebody called her a woolly mammoth, bro. And she said, what is a woolly man mouth? What? Bro, I used to
Only
be at her
word.
chat. I just waiting for her to fuck some shit up, bro. I'm like,
Those are the best. I write it out. I write it out and say it the way they spelled, the way they pronounced it, just so they can see like, yo, nah, your shit is way off. I write exactly how you pronounced it. Like, dude, that's not how you say it.
And mouth. Like,
man,
what the hell is that?
like you gonna say some words fucked up, okay? I mean, it's just the way we enunciate things. So I like when people say shit, I don't really. But it's some shit like four
Yeah.
letter words. Like, nah, bro, nah, nah, we ain't playing that shit, bro. Nah, something wrong with you.
Or how about they use
Just
the
say the
wrong word?
word.
Or they
From
use
the
the
fell
wrong
out.
word. And it's in the space. They try to sound smart, but they use the wrong word.
Yeah.
They'll just use like they'll use a big word that had nothing to do with it. They'll be like, well, you know what I mean? Like, I also have been sitting around trying to, and they'll say some shit like, I don't even know a big word right now. So yeah, but you know what I mean. They'll just
Oh,
use like
yeah.
they use like a 8 letter. I mean, I do know words. I just don't know what would be a good example. You know, but they use
It's
like an 8 letter word. You know what I mean? Like a fucking $15 word, and they don't even know what
I ain't
definition.
saying shit.
oh shit.
Word is
I'm
lexicon.
trying
He
to.
got all
I'm
the
trying to see if.
words.
I'm trying to see if Gary gonna be petty. I'm trying to see if Gary will petty.
I've been Petty
I
Murphy
will
since.
not.
Y'all funny as shit. But one thing I can
Yeah,
say
y'all
is
been
say,
doing a
yo,
great job. Y'all been doing a great job for the past hour and change. Y'all been doing
he
great.
said I
You,
did
you know what? I get
Man,
annoyed.
buddy.
I get annoyed when people correct people when they say Pacific instead of specific.
Oh
I get
man, I love
annoyed.
that one.
No,
I love that one. That one's
no,
special.
I get annoyed when people correct people. That shit annoys me. Like, bro, you know what the fuck they meant. No, no.
How about a
God
simple
damn,
one
bro.
word? How about the simplest one that we all make wrong? Ask. We all say I ask. I asked him to go. He said, and it's ask. You know what?
I say ass. You
Well,
know
yes.
what? I say four. I don't. I know how to
I say
say
both.
four.
I say
I just
both. I
say
say both.
four.
I say both.
Yeah, I say four, bro. I don't give a fuck where I'm at. It's four.
Well, I
I
judge
usually, I
everybody
usually,
because I
I
think
usually catch myself saying ask. I'd be like, yo, I gotta ask you something, but that's not even the right way to pronounce it. You know?
it's because you're Puerto
When you
Rican.
say about to
Yeah.
go,
Yeah,
So I love
when
it.
you,
I blame that shit on my Puerto Rican. I don't even got no kind of like like Spanglish in me, but sometimes if I fuck up, that's what I'm going to. That's my first. Nah, I got that Puerto Rican in me.
It's hey, you know I got the Puerto Rican in me.
I
Yeah.
gotta say about to go, bro. I'm about to. I gotta say that. I can't say I am going some. Nah, bro. I am finna go. You can't finna go is still slang too. What
Finna
is the
go. Yeah,
correct? I
finna
don't
go.
even know what the correct is. I've been saying about to go for so long. What is the correct?
Finna go, man.
I'm finna go.
No,
I think
finna
I like
go.
finna
That's
go. Yeah, that's
no,
some new
that
shit.
ain't.
Finna go is new to me. That's
That's
new.
hood shit, bro. That's
Yeah, that's
Ibama,
down
bro.
south shit. Yeah, that's broken English.
Finna goes that.
Well,
I
well,
guess you gotta pronounce about. I am about to go, but I'll be. I'm about to go.
About.
I don't. Ain't no A in it.
I think
About to
about you.
go.
All right, peace. Or see you later. I hit you up later. Like I don't know if we even really say, all right, guys, I'm about to leave now. Like I don't
I'm
know.
heading out. I guess
Yeah,
you can
yo,
say
hit
that. I'm
y'all up later
heading
on. Yo,
out.
peace,
Oh,
peace.
no, we can say I'm out. I'm out.
Yeah, I'm
yeah,
out.
right.
I'm out.
I'm
Like
Like
out.
what?
how the word was
That's
using a
Ibama
white way to
too.
say. Word was using a white way. Guys, I see you later. All right. Thank you guys for hitting up my
No, I'm
email.
talking about
Hey guys,
Glad to
man.
see.
proper sentence structure. Like I'm
Yeah.
out. I mean, out. That would be. That, there's no verb for the adjective to attach to.
Yeah.
So out would be more of an
There
adjective in
you
that
go.
aspect. So that's improper
See you
English.
later. See you later.
Nah, we use that as a verb. We out. I'm
Yeah.
leaving. That's
Yeah.
translation.
Yeah.
See your ass later.
I'm out. That's how you close every live. I'm out.
So
Yeah.
out is not. Out is
You have
not a.
what?
Yeah, out is not
Get
a
him, Gary. Get
verb.
him, Gary. Don't let him talk to us like this, Gary. Get him.
You can
No, I'm
try.
just
Go ahead.
saying it's an adjective. So I mean, it's improper sentence structure.
Hey, nothing's.
That's what I'm saying. It's
Hey,
not proper grammar.
So so
Out
so
is not
so
proper.
so do you do that with fridge? So do you do this with fridge?
You know what I mean?
Fridge.
yeah, do you say refrigerator every
Yeah,
time?
fridge.
I don't say fridge. I say refrigerator.
Every time.
I say refrigerator. I is only time I say
Yeah.
fridge if I'm like repeating somebody. Like if
Okay.
somebody say I'm going to the fridge, I'll be like, oh, you going to the fridge. Other than that, If I'm speaking, I say refrigerator. I'm just accustomed to saying. I
Okay.
like growing up. We never said fridge. We always said refrigerator. I didn't know what a fucking fridge was at first. Like for like 12 years, up until I was 12, I didn't know what a fridge was. We called it refrigerator.
Oh damn! See, you see, that's what I'm trying to tell you. We're different. He ain't from this planet.
Yeah, he grew up Silver Spoon.
I grew up in the
Yeah,
backwoods
man.
playing with
He
stickers.
grew up with his
Crazy.
grandmother. That's why he's
I
different.
know, but I know
Had
that
an
should
ice
trigger
box.
him.
My grandmother was from
That's
Americus,
what
Georgia.
y'all had an ice
Proper
box.
English was not her forte.
He said
That's how I
English
learned how
was
to
So
not
how
her
speak
y'all
in
say
forte.
America.
wrestling? How
Who?
y'all say wrestling?
Wrestling.
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 Wrestling?
Yeah.
No, wrestling.
See?
Hey,
Wrestling.
them country boys be wrestling. You know they wrestling.
You're
Rap.
supposed to say
Wrestling
Come
wrestling.
on,
is
let's wrestle together.
Hey, you seen the fight last night? The wrestling fight?
Hey, I saw wrestling. Yeah. Did you see what Rick Flair did? Oh my gosh.
Y'all sound like the people in the
He
movies.
hit him.
No, you know this though. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm
This
just
the
telling y'all
era.
how they speak down here.
Yeah,
I've
people
never
like
heard people talk like that. Wait a minute.
He like
shit.
wrestling. That's
Down
what they call
south.
it down south. Wrestling.
Yeah, go down south, man. You ain't been down south, bro?
Wrestling.
yo down south
Wrestling.
would make you feel like you dumb. I tell you no lie. When I feel like I had to stop talking because
That's
if people
not
look.
true.
I'm just saying. Let me tell you from my perspective. I just felt like I was saying all shit that these people don't care about, like stuff. I was trying to be like a, you know what I mean? I was just talking
Yeah.
in the wrong language, bro. Basically, because the hospitality down there is so different that they're not ego driven. There's no such thing as they're not looking at you to
Yeah.
judge you. Their first sight is to make sure that you're not a threat. You know what I mean?
They,
Before they
they,
see if you're
it,
cool or not. You know?
it's more about character than
Yeah,
status.
exactly.
No
Yes,
doubt.
exactly. Yo, when that lady offered me
Yeah.
cheese, I was scared. I was like, Nah, you trying to poison me. Nobody just offer a nigga cheese in a do-rag and a fitting, lady. This is the first time you talking about try this cheese, boy. It came fresh off the farm. No, 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 no. I seen Get Out. You can have me with a fat
He
white
said,
lady like
"Get out." I thought
standing
he
in the
was thinking
woods and
about his
shit.
son Gretel. He said, "No."
You can have me with a fat white lady with a pitchfork taking pictures and shit, sending it back to my mom.
He over here thinking
No
about
offense.
Hansel and Gretel though, without the
But
candy.
I seen Get Out, you know what I mean?
I'm just saying,
You ever seen
people
Skeleton
got
Key?
different ways of speaking.
Yeah, where you ever seen Skeleton Key?
Yeah.
That
I
movie
ain't
is
seen the whole series though. I think I missed.
no, it's a movie. It's not a series, it's an old movie.
Oh no, they got a new series still on
Yeah,
Netflix.
that one is like with the hoodoo and how the old slave masters was
I ain't,
passing on their spirit into the
I ain't
slaves so
seen.
they could live longer. Crazy movie.
I got to see the old.
What?
I seen my wife. Uh, they got. Did you see the new series? Is it similar?
I didn't even know they had a series. I know there's a movie. It's about a lady who trying to get a job and they call her into the woods. These people hire in the woods to take care of some old folks. And the crazy shit is that she don't realize that I don't want to blow the story up. It's an old movie, it's like 10 years old, 15 years old. But long story short, the slaves was
Oh
putting
no, I did see that. You know
yeah,
what I was getting?
nigga.
I
You
was
know the
getting.
old man's
Yeah,
his tongue was cut off, so he couldn't tell. And
yeah.
slaves was transferring their souls back into the rich people, the white people, and having people come up and act like they were gonna fix them, help take care of the white people, and then they'll put their souls into the new younger people, and they were living like that for many generations. You get it? Which is crazy. That
Yeah,
movie was crazy, bro.
yeah. I get that mixed up with Lock and Key. But yeah,
Yeah,
Skeleton Key. I
I never
remember that.
seen
Oh,
Lock.
I like Lock and Key. That's my
Yeah,
What's
shit.
that
that's what I was
Netflix?
getting
Is
mixed
that
up with.
Netflix?
But I seen Skeleton Key.
Is that Netflix?
Yep,
Yeah.
I never heard of it.
you gotta watch it. Binge
Uh,
watch that mofo.
yo,
Because you gotta start from season 1.
nah, yes, I don't. That's why I don't like shit like that. I don't like when they only got like 2 seasons because if I binge
It's
watch it,
not
I'd
two
be tired.
seasons. I think
Yeah,
it's more
right.
than 2 seasons, right? Word.
Yeah, I think I missed the. No, I think it's 2 seasons. Is it
It's
two
two
or three?
seasons?
It's
No,
either 2 or 3.
it's gotta be like 3 already. But the good thing about it is they've been
It's three
consistent with
seasons.
it,
It's three.
and
Yeah,
I think it's
I didn't
another
see the third
season.
season.
They're on the works for the next season coming up too.
Have y'all seen the Penguin? Have y'all seen the Penguin?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
already.
Penguin Fire.
Yeah,
Hey,
Ah,
where
shit.
Baba at? Was it Baba who told me to watch White Lotus? That shit boring in the beginning, but I see what. But no, it's in the beginning. It's like I ain't gonna lie, man. It's like some white shit. So
Yeah, I
it's
be
like
fuck. I
I
make
don't know.
requests sometimes, and niggas be like, "Yo, don't ever request. You lose your request, your movie request privileges, yo."
But
I'm like, "Yo, son,
but
watch this movie. This shit is." And I'm into intellectual thrillers. Like, I need like some mind fuck shit, and people don't get that. You know, they got the short
Mine
attention
fuck
span.
shit.
Oh, nah, I
but
need to be
see,
like, my mind need to be like, I thought it was him, but it wasn't. It was the old lady the whole time who was being nice. Like, I need to be like,
yeah,
at the end, I
Mhm.
need to be baffled. You know, I need to have the middle of the movie start and the
you need to be
beginning. I need to
stimulated.
be fucked up because if not, I could get the whole movie. I know the whole movie quick. So I need to be like, it need to be chopped up for me. If not, I tell you who's the bad guy already and everything. I be trying to the whole time. That's why
I
I'm at
agree with
work.
that.
Movies are predictable.
But like but this it started off kind of boring, but like when he told me to watch it was sort of like the different personalities and the shifting behaviors. And the more I'm watching it, I start getting into it and shit, like, and it started getting interesting. But at first, it's like a bunch of rich white people on a boat going to some private resort, and it's like, bro, this shit about to be boring. like,
Some
like just
Vanilla
the
Sky shit.
setup. Yeah, I'm like, but then it start, when the personalities start coming out, and then it get funny, it got some comedy in it.
How
So I'm
about
like, now I'm watching it, but I'm into these Asian dramas, bro. But
yeah?
He
You ever
said I'm
watch
into
Primal
these
Fear?
Asian
You ever
dramas.
watch Primal Fear?
yeah,
I know you had to like that
My
movie.
Hunters, bro. My Hunters, like what you was
Yeah, I
talking
seen that.
about. That was
Yeah.
the one movie that was the one. It was that, and it was another movie with LL Cool J. It was like that's the I watch. You can ask my wife if you think I'm like. It's very few movies I watch. I know those are two that I didn't know what the fuck was going on, but most time I can tell you the damn plot in the first 15 minutes.
Yeah,
I can
I hear
tell
you.
you what's gonna happen, who will switch up, who will do this. I'll be like, he be like, stop doing that. I'm like, it's right there in your face. Like this shit is predictable.
Yeah, that's crazy because there's people who wait for the plot. You know, they wait for the plot to put in front, and there's people who already anticipating the movie. You know, like people don't even watch it to sit there and wait for
Pattern.
the new actor to come out, the new character. Like we already know. Oh yeah, this bitch about to die once she go to that back room. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah. I just see the patterns and behavior, and it's like a lot of times, like you can tell like Stephen King movies. I know his structure. Um, George Lucas, I know his structure within movies. So like
Quentin
after you
Tarantino.
know
Quentin
the patterns,
Tarantino has
yeah, man, you can see the patterns within the movie.
You said George Lucas.
Yeah.
Gary, listen to Gary in details. Yeah. I was
You
say
don't
Who
George
the
fuck
hell
with
is
Lucas.
George,
George
bro?
He did Star Wars, right? He did Star Wars.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I ain't seen nothing in Star Wars.
Yeah, I did. I don't. I seen
Matter of
him. I
fact,
just don't remember him. I
matter of
don't
fact,
I'm
he
know.
wrong
fucked
with
Star
you,
Wars
bro.
up. He fucked
What?
Hey,
Star Wars up.
they say that
Who?
too. George Lucas. They say that. I
George
don't. I
Lucas.
don't know. People love that shit.
Nah, 'cause, man, it's nah, bro. Y'all just don't understand his genius, bro. The whole movie from start to finish was done. He just gave you the end to give you the beginning.
Your
He
word,
gave you
Kyrian.
the
Kyrian,
end.
what up? You
He
heard?
gave you, yeah, he gave you 4, 5, 6 to set you up for 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, well, he
But
messed
what
up doing
happened
that.
was they no, what happened was they fucked him. And he was like, "Fuck it, I ain't gonna put the rest of them out." He was gonna drop them back to back to back, but
So you saying there's more than 9?
yeah,
I don't even
man,
want to see
that
nothing
was
after
a
9.
whole universe itself, bro. That was a
Cause how
whole
did
like I
I'm
mean,
still
you had
trying to
this
figure out
like
how was
after
the
they after
prophecy filled in Star Wars?
what are you talking about?
I'm asking you, how was the prophecy filled in Star Wars?
Where Anakin talking turning into Vader and
Uh huh. I'm listening.
it was filled. Anakin turning into Vader, Vader taking over.
So who stopped? So who stopped the dark side? Who stopped it? Because that's what the prophecy was. So who
But
stopped it?
yeah, I don't think the dark side. It was really Vader. Vader. I mean, Vader. Then the good guy is the bad guy, and the bad guy is the good guy. Just like Batman, bro. Joker is not the bad guy.
Just like God.
Like what Vader was
Nah,
doing was freeing people, bro.
you freeing people.
Gary, I love Gary stuff. You be
I'm
scared
just
to answer
asking
Gary, right?
questions.
Yeah, you be scared to Gary asks you questions like a detective, right? So he freeing people? The moment he gonna get to that
I'm just
goddamn home,
asking
man.
because the whole thing was a Skywalker was supposed to end all of this shit, and the Skywalker didn't end nothing.
Talk that shit, Gary.
Let's see the last one.
Huh?
Luke ended it in the last one. Luke ended it
How did he end it?
in the last
The
Skywalker.
nigga first 48.
How did he end it?
He ended
Yeah, how did he end
Palpatine.
it?
He ended
He did
Palpatine.
not. He did not.
And the very last one.
The very last one, yes. The number 9. How did he end it? How did Luke end the Palpatine?
I gotta go back and watch it. I know Luke ended it. I can't remember though.
Oh,
Palpatine is
word. That's a
Palpatine.
word. He made you back up. I
Yeah,
never
see what
seen
I'm
this
saying?
shit.
Yeah, don't
I
do that.
never seen this shit. This shit getting good.
His granddaughter killed him.
I never seen word not have a rebuttal, son. That's
Word ain't watched 7, 8, or
crazy.
9. He
Gary,
couldn't have
get
watched
him,
7, 8, or
Gary.
9. There's no way in the world he watched 7, 8, 9. Because if he
Yeah,
did,
I'm
then he
with you on
can't
this,
even be
Gary.
saying this.
I'm definitely with you on this, Gary.
I promise
Luke,
you that.
Luke trained her. Yeah, she went and killed. She went and killed the. What was
She
that?
killed her grandfather.
So
She
that was
killed her
the
grandfather.
Skywalker.
So what Skywalker stopped the Palpatine?
I hear the
What?
conviction. I
Wasn't
hear
she was a Skywalker?
Huh?
He was a Skywalker.
Who was the Skywalker?
The girl.
The girl was a Palpatine.
get him, Gary. Yeah, he fucked. You know you don't
Luke
fucked
was
up,
a
right?
Skywalker.
You know you don't fucked up, right?
Luke
How's she a
was
Skywalker?
the Skywalker. Remember, Um, Anakin came from the blood of the Palpatine.
What?
Anakin.
Well, that's
That's
not in the
why they was
movie.
hiding him
So
away.
that's how they did what?
Oh, Gary's
That's
slipping
why
now.
they hid Anakin away.
Word coming
That's
back.
why
Word with
Anakin
the
can go to
haymaker.
the light or the dark. That's why they wanted the Jedi to
Who
train
hid
Anakin.
Anakin away?
That's why Anakin Skywalker was hidden away in that desert, bro. It's because they knew
Word.
he had the light and the
Yeah.
dark side inside
Fight
of him
back, word.
because
Fight back.
he had the Palpatine blood in him too. That's why he can go either way. That's why he was like I don't want to say the
Nah, say it. We need it. We
he
need it.
was like
Word.
the
Say it.
matriarch. He
Yeah,
was
because
that's
okay,
why
Yeah.
Anakin was
so
the
why didn't
chosen
Luke go
one
either way?
because he was fucking with the Jedi's. He wasn't
Duh.
influenced by
But
the dark
he's a
side.
Palpatine. He's a Palpatine.
He had listen, bro. Luke
I
had
am your
maybe a
father.
quarter. Anakin was 50-50. Anakin was the 50-50
So
one.
you
Luke is a byproduct of Anakin. But Anakin's mother was man, what was he?
a
He was
Tatooine.
on the light side. Yeah, he was on the light side. Anakin had the best of both and that's why he was like
Okay.
and it
So
was
are
kind
we
of
saying it skipped a generation? Are we saying that the Palpatine skipped a generation?
here's what I'm saying, bro. Like my mom. Like look at my mama, right? My mama is 50-50. right? She got 50%
Uh-huh.
of Blackfoot and 50%. I forgot what my grandmother got like Haitian, but she like two
Uh-huh.
generations, three, 4 generations out. But that's where her family came from. When they got brought over to America, they came from Haiti. So my mom was 50-50. Now, when she had me, my dad got Irish and Cherokee. So I'm my mom and my dad's side. So I don't have 50% of Blackfoot in me, but I have it in me. But it's just not dominant. The reason Anakin
Okay,
was the
so
one who
mhm.
had the most potential to go to the light or the dark side because he had 50-50. So any of his offspring
Uh-huh.
ain't gonna have that higher percentage. So they didn't have that much darkness within them. That's the best way to explain it.
Gary, I think
Anakin can
Gary.
go either way,
No,
left
no,
or right.
hold on, let him go, Frankie. I'm about to ask a question. I'm gonna have to ask a question. So you saying as the lineage goes, it depletes, right?
And dilutes.
Okay,
That's
so
like
how
this.
did
If
Ben
you
Solo become? How did Ben Solo become evil?
if he was
Mm,
influenced and raised by the dark side.
But no, it's supposed to deplete.
mm.
Even if it's deplete, you still that's like this, bro. Check this out. This is how it happened, right? You got a black and a white parent, right? And then you gonna have
Mhm.
a kid, a white woman, right? And then your kid get adopted by the black family. So even though they got more white in them, they adopted by the black family. So what you think will have the higher influence? The white in them or the people who
Like
raised them?
the light. Okay, so I'm going with your logic now, right? Now, what was Leia?
Mm.
Leia
Was
was the
she
same
dark or
thing.
light? She was the light, right?
Leia was the same thing as Anakin. They was twins.
They were
I mean,
swingers.
No,
Luke,
she was the same as Luke. Right.
Luke,
So she was
yeah,
the light, right?
right.
So how did he get the darkness? So how did it get? How did he get the dominance of the darkness? If she's the light,
Mm. Shit
It's
just
not
got.
about the dominance of something. Now we're talking about influence. So either Leia still got it in her, and Luke still got it in them. But if they was raised by the dark, then that's what it would have been.
nobody was raised by the dark. This is what I'm
But they,
telling you.
this is good. This is good right
Whoever
here,
influence, that the way
Gary.
influence works is whatever people attract to. So even though I only have, I think I got like 28% uh, uh, Blackfoot, I resonate with the spirituality concept of it. That's what resonates. That's what influenced. I
Mhm.
was around it, and that's what influenced me. But when he went to the dark side, he resonated with it more. They drew it out of him. He had it in him
Well,
for it to
ain't no
come out.
okay.
If it wasn't in him, it wouldn't have
Okay.
came out of him. So
Finish,
even
finish your
though you
food.
had a little percentage of something, if you get heavily influenced by something on the outside, you go resonate with it on the inside. That's why you get
Well, that's
some
why. That's
people.
why he thought. That, but that's why he messed the movie up because there's no way of portraying how did he get this? How did he? They never showed it ever.
They never show who.
Ben Solo.
I wish I watched this shit. I'm not even gonna lie to you. This is a good argument. I just feel the energy. Gary, finish your food, bro.
What did you call uh
Oh yeah, he's saying, "Oh, you got him, Gary.
no,
Finish your food."
he recognized Vader. He recognized Vader as his grandfather, right?
Okay.
Ben Solo. He recognized Vader as his
Yes.
grandfather. So now
Yes.
your mom and them on the light side, right? But then you got this long lost grandfather with all this power that you inspired. That's how it influenced you. This is his grandfather. He's connected to the dark side. He has that in him. So now he know like, damn, this is my grandfather. I see the power, and his teachers go come teach me because this is part of me, then
I feel you. Fight back, word. Fight back. You're doing great. Fight. I'm
it's
joking.
like
It's fun
it's like
though.
this. Imagine like you ever seen a story like this? Some kids grow up in the suburbs, then they realize they got an uncle from the hood, and then they like, damn, I like my uncle. Then they ask, even though they were raised in the suburbs, now they think they hood. Or they found out their daddy was from the hood. Like, oh shit, it's in me. It's in you.
I
I
don't
ain't
know.
saying that's the right thing.
Yeah, I
I'm
don't know
just
about
saying,
that, but
like,
I don't know, Gary. Gary, I think he's busy, Gary. I smell blood in the water, Gary.
no, look, I say it like this.
I'm,
Look at what's the wide receiver name from the Cowboys? Michael Irvin.
what about him?
Look at T.I. son. Look at T.I. son. Like, bro, you
You cut
What?
out word.
so
You
you
cut
feel
out
that's a
word.
part of you. So since your daddy was the thug, even though he ain't thugging now, he doing comedy and shit. But now you think you a thug. Michael Irvin's like, boy, you grew up in the gated community. What you talk about popping guns and stuff? It's the influence, bro. Especially if you know your people, you
Mm-hmm.
got that in you. Like shit is in me. That's like even
Mm-hmm.
some of us now. We find out like our ancestors was warriors and shit. Then we go out there practicing karate and shit. Like, yeah, I'm a warrior. Ain't nobody no goddamn warrior unless you going to the military. But now motherfuckers throwing Viking axes and shit because they great ancestors and Vikings and shit. Now they talking about Valhalla and shit.
Can
Like
I
what
can I, can I just get a second, fellas? Can I just get a second real quick? I just want to jump in as a mediator, sir, and I just want to tell you, Gary, you're doing a fucking phenomenal job. You got this guy going from Blackfoot all the way to the Vikings. I love this shit. He is in
He
his
just
bag.
he
The
just
word
all
is
the confidence.
I ain't never seen a nigga. I ain't never seen a nigga have the oxygen tank and
You know what?
joking.
I'm using Gary tactics. Gary
That
likes
nigga
to
word.
use
Once
a
I see
lot of
word going to like,
analogies.
once word trying to take it into real world shit, I said, yeah, he on his coach shit. He on his This nigga getting that money. Once he said Blackfoot, I was like, what the fuck? They have Blackfoot in Star Wars?
I'm using,
He
I'm
gonna say
using,
that's
I
the
was
spot.
done. You
That's
bought me over.
I'm,
I gotta
that's
say,
the Wookiees.
Gary
The
got this
Blackfoot's
one.
are the Wookiees.
Yeah, you fucked
I'm
up, Gary.
using,
I was lost.
I'm using
And he said
Gary tactics.
Vikings. I was low. He said Viking. I was fucked up.
I'm using Gary tactics.
That
Gary
nigga,
used a lot of analogies, bro.
right. No, I know you was doing the word. You was trying to make it in term, trying to make an example. But when you went from Blackfoot and then jump all
He's
the way to
doing it for
Viking,
the nine.
I was fucking lost, dude.
Bro,
I
I'm
took
about
out
to
my
jump
book.
to the
I took out
Egyptians.
my old
Motherfuckers
lady,
talking
my
about
Dwayne Reed
Imhotep running
glasses. You
around
heard?
with
That nigga made me take out
motherfuckers
my
running.
old lady
You know when the
glasses to Rite
Anunnaki
Aid.
came down? You know when the Anunnaki came down and then they invaded
Yeah,
with that
yeah.
one and
I
how
was
you
waiting for
do
that,
that?
Gary. I was
Nah, I'm
waiting for it.
telling you,
I
bro.
was waiting for it to the
Nah,
scripture.
man.
I ain't gonna lie to you, Gary. I was waiting for it to Ephesians 6 says, Dark Vader says,
He
I am
talking
your
about
father.
is he talking about how did he go to this like
Yeah, shit
bro?
was I liked it though. It was entertaining. I'm not gonna lie. You
That's
guys
just like that's just like motherfuckers walking around with wings of my flying around talking about Imhotep with the just like they influenced by that shit now. That shit was over
right.
3,000 years ago. And they still claim to clear picture.
I don't give a fuck what you say. It's still like Kane whipping your ass.
You sound like who?
You never saw Menace to Society when the niggas watching the tape
Yeah.
and he like and the nigga now he like, I don't give a fuck. He say, I don't give a fuck what you say. That still look like Kane whipping your ass when they was watching the tape over.
Oh, shit.
I don't
You
think
know,
he
you
got me.
remember that
I
part,
just
man?
I, I don't think he got me. I'm
all I
sorry.
say is they fucked that shit up, man. They fucked it up,
Yeah. You know you
right?
don't fuck up,
Let me.
right? You know you
I'm
don't fuck up, right?
I don't see it now.
I'm gonna get a little deeper, right? Now, what the hell made R2? What made R2D2 not fly no more?
Oh shit. He coming with the 33rd degree questions. Let's get it.
What made him not fly no more? What you mean fly no more?
Yeah,
Who
he can't
R2
fly.
What
What do you
you
mean? He can't
R2D2?
fly.
He can't fly the speed cruisers.
He can't fly. Period.
For real,
Period.
he used to fly. I'm in some. Hold
Look,
on, bro. I'm on some. Hold
I'm
on,
saying
time out, bro.
I'm straight.
Nah, time out.
I'm
I'm on
straight.
some what is that shit? The Mandela effect type shit. Now
They
I
got
never
him.
knew the motherfucker could fly. I knew he got back
What
into
you
the
mean?
plane and he could
He flew.
fly
He
the
flew in
plane.
episode 5. Oh, no, excuse me, episode 2. He flew.
Like flew up in the air, was gliding and shit.
Flew. He flew. He was flying.
Yeah, I can't give it to
I
word if
don't remember
Gary knows him flying. If Gary knows episode 2 and he was flying, yeah, he got him with the Berenstein Bear Mandela effect. I love this.
that. Yeah, I don't remember it. I'm just saying, bro. I don't remember R2D2 flying. You talk about the
Okay, you remember? Okay, before they get captured, right? They get in the robots in the Attack of the Clones. They get caught up in the factory, right? And Anakin gets his hand trapped in the thing, right? How did he get out of there? Well, who got the girl out of there?
Yeah, who did? Yeah, that silence is very. Yeah, that's a definite. It speaks volumes.
Oh shit! I keep
I
trying to say what the
don't
word
even
is.
remember that. I'm trying to picture him flying. Like
R2 flew.
Well,
and that's the only movie he flew in.
Yes, it is.
So maybe they gave that motherfucker some rocket
Maybe.
boots in that movie or something. I don't. Did he get an upgrade? I can't remember if he got an upgrade or
He got
something.
an update. He got the iOS update.
How you get an
Like,
upgrade?
right.
How you get an upgrade going backwards?
Yeah, duh. Tell him, Gary. Tell him.
Well, hold on.
Real.
What is you talking about? Not, bro, look. Nah, bro. It's too late for this shit, bro. You on some other shit. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. You talking about how you get an
And
update going back?
you
Like,
gotta
what is
remember,
you
you
talking
know
about?
R2. Listen. You know R2D2 is from Luke Skywalker, right? They
Yeah.
remember when they first 3
Oh,
movies,
okay.
right?
Now,
They go.
okay. I know what you're talking about. Okay, but no, but after but he was fucked up, and they had to rebuild him like 2 or 3 times.
They
He
rebuilt
wasn't the
him
original
when?
model. They had
Yes,
to
he
rebuild him.
was. He was.
No, bro, no, he wasn't because, bro, and when Luke found him, he was all fucked up.
I do remember that part. I'm not
Okay,
gonna
so
lie.
why he
When
didn't
Luke got
fly
him, he was
before
all
Luke
fucked up.
found him?
Huh?
Why didn't he fly before Luke found him?
Commander, that's
When
hilarious.
when we first seen him, that wasn't the original version. That was after he got fucked up and returned. So he was something
I
more
understand
in
that
his
part.
original state than he was in his later state. And I guess they didn't need him to fly no more.
I understand everything you said. All I'm saying is, why did he not fly no more? That's all I'm asking. What
Just
made
being
him
fucked
lose
up
this power to fly?
and being fucked up
When?
and being rebuilt. Use
I'm
a
saying
spare parts
when.
for shit. That wasn't the original thing. That's like this, bro. You go get, no, I ain't gonna even use the analogy because then it's gonna sound like Kane whooping my ass again. I am not using no more
I
analogies.
just want to give you guys a
Basic.
final
I'm
assessment.
gonna
I
keep
want to
it
give you guys.
basic. I'm gonna keep it basic so I get beat up. Okay.
I'm saying is,
If
look
something
at it
is
from
if
look
something
from
is
it from the
originally
beginning of it, right?
and then it's broke,
Mm-hmm.
and then you take spare parts and fix it, it's not gonna be in its original state. It's not.
So when was he in his
It's like
original state?
if you take. Oh, I'm using an analogy. I don't care.
Go ahead,
Fuck
bro. I
off.
got
Okay. If you go buy a 1968 Chevelle and you use
Okay.
parts made today, parts ain't from that car. And you use parts made today, bro, it ain't gonna be the original build. It's not gonna be the
Okay.
original car. It's not gonna do what it used to do.
Wouldn't that be like
Oh,
modified,
why my
or
chat ain't even up?
would you consider that modified or interchangeable parts? You know what I mean? But it's still the same. It's still a car at the end of the day.
That's still a car, but it ain't gonna pop wheelies like it used to. That's like you put a
Hey,
308
Ryder, you hear
in a car
your
that was
typewriter's going
made
off.
with a 350 rocket. Come on now, bro. You gonna get the same performance out of it if you put a 308 what used to be a 350 big block.
Well,
No, bro,
you could put a
same
420.
performance.
You could put a 420 and get a whole different performance too. You know, it can go both ways.
But if you using a spare part, I mean, that's if you do it. That ain't what they did, bro. They was poor. They
I
was
got
just
you. They
finding
use
shit off
okay. They
of
use like
different.
they use less than
Yeah,
shit. Like
they was just
okay,
using. They was poor
I
people,
got you.
bro.
I
They
do
was
remember that shit though. I kind
taking
of remember
spare parts and
that.
just getting it to work. I don't know, motherfucker. Okay, yeah, we got some functionality, but you ain't gonna get the full functionality. That's
Yeah.
why I say using spare parts versus using new parts
I know what you
or
mean though. I
better
understand.
parts. You using what's available. That's what they was doing. So of course they're gonna have all the functionalities that it originally had.
So can I just give you my final assessment before I step down? So you, the word, and Gary busting it down, Brown. You guys can make 2025 movie Life with Martin Lawrence and Eddie Murphy. 'Cause you guys are
No,
fucking
bro, he be
great.
asking.
You guys are two grumpy,
That
Nah,
movie
man.
was compared y'all
you guys
to.
are the two grumpy old men in the nursing home fighting. Get out of here, Harris. I'll see you tomorrow,
Oh,
brother.
cause he be look, man. Gary be asking some crazy ass questions like,
Yeah, y'all just fought. Y'all
"Why
had
you
a
know
diatribe.
Skywalker
Yeah,
killed?"
y'all had a whole
Like,
diatribe
no,
about Star Wars.
Skywalker. And
Amazing.
I'm like,
Blessings, Isaac.
I
Blessings.
could imagine
"What
50
up,
years from now,
Isaac?"
applesauce, fighting over the
Nah,
applesauce. You took my
nah,
last
Frankie,
knot.
nah. Cause it's the crazy ass questions he had. Why R2D2
Yeah,
can't fly?
I know.
Well,
I
what can
felt
that
it.
do?
I wanted to go and Google it when he asked because I felt like I felt like he was, intimidating when he said, "What about when he flew?" I
No,
said,
I
"Oh,
couldn't. I
shit."
couldn't really remember. Like, what the
That
fuck is
was
you
the
talking
one.
about?
Hold on, wait a minute. That
I'm
was the
thinking
dumb
like,
question.
cause
That was a
he used to
stupid
get on the
question.
back of the
You got
plane.
you,
He had
you
fly the plane, like he can fly the speeds or whatever it's called. I'm thinking he talking about that, but he
no.
talking about this motherfucker drunk a Red Bull and got some wings and start flying that
Yeah,
shit. I'm like, what the fuck is you talking about?
nigga said a Red Bull.
He might have did that if he
Yeah.
flew though. I can tell you that.
It was just fun though.
He
And then
flew.
you know this word, you're good with yours, right? So when you seen that Gary had you on the ropes, you kind of sidestepped, right? You changed it, you pivot, you moved your
I'm
pivot,
trying to understand.
and you started
Bro, he
reaching
said,
in your
why didn't know
bag.
Skywalker? He said, why did I'm like, ain't this girl a Skywalker? That he went from that, like, so why he
No,
on why
no,
he got
she's
the dark
not.
side then? Cause
No,
that
and
shit
I
in
said, no,
him.
hold on, wait a
He's
minute.
his
I said,
daddy.
no, she's not. No, who's the
No, she's
daddy?
not. What happened?
Yeah,
Wait, who's the daddy? Wait a minute, who's
Gary,
the daddy?
see, Gary talking that shit, that baby
Who's the
mama
daddy?
energy.
Who's the daddy?
Who's the baby daddy in Star
Who
Wars?
was Ray's daddy?
Wait, what? Wait, is this
Who's
Who's
Ray's
her
Maury
daddy?
now?
parents?
I don't
I
know.
think I
I
forgot.
Who's
thought
the
Luke
parent?
Luke ain't her daddy.
I thought it was, but
No,
that's
she's not.
maybe a
No.
cousin.
And Luke, you the baby daddy?
So. Okay,
Luke
so
not
that's
the
the thing.
dad.
They
Luke wasn't
promoting
her
incest
daddy
then.
for real?
No.
Huh?
I just told you she's a Palpatine. Oh, I'm good.
He
You
did.
right.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, Gary, slow down, Gary.
You
Again,
right.
Gary, your
He right.
heart,
I'm gonna do what I did the other day.
your
He's
sugar
right.
level.
I'm good. I'm straight.
Yeah.
What is the
Isaac,
I
girl
told him
name?
he's Palpatine. I said she's Palpatine. I said the girl killed her grandfather. He told me that's a Skywalker. Then he
Stoic
tried to
said,
tell me that Darth Vader was a Palpatine.
yeah, Stoic said George Lucas was great. Now get on Quentin Tarantino.
What the fuck is going on?
No, let me tell you, those arguments right there of a Star Wars, it's so entrenched in hood politics that these guys might have a fucking fight after this. Like it gets ugly over shit like that. Like you can't tell me that Jordan,
It
you know what I
ain't,
mean, didn't score 38 when he had the flu. Like I don't care what you know what I mean. Like there's certain things we just fight to the death with.
it ain't
Oh
fighting to the
my
death.
god!
I'm just saying. I was just saying. I didn't like how they did it. They fucked it up.
I mean, that's your opinion. You're
Right
allowed
now,
to.
Gary just reminded me of Sheldon. That's all I know. No, I was like,
Oh,
what happened?
my wife loves that show, Sheldon. What's that show
I
again?
was
Rachel,
like,
Yeah.
Rachel, Rachel,
don't get mad at
Rachel.
me. I'm sorry. I don't know nothing about Star Wars, Star
Isaac,
Trek.
salute,
I
man.
don't
Isaac,
even
how you
know
been,
which
man?
one. I just know, Luke, I am your father. That's all I know
Yeah.
throughout the
Yeah,
years. That's it.
That shit was getting
And y'all
and
biblical.
even with
Very
that, and even with that, right now, all of a sudden, he could sense his feelings and know that he could find his kids. That's I'm your father. So now he ain't know his kids were dead. He didn't feel like his kids wasn't dead.
He gave his only begotten son.
He gave up. He didn't know none of his kids was dead, and he had twins.
My fault, Gary. I gotta make light of this shit. I don't know what's going on. You know what I mean?
Right
I'm
now.
I'm just saying.
Oh, geez.
I'm just telling y'all what it is.
Hey,
Guys, let me
Gary,
tell
you won.
y'all,
You won,
this is
Gary.
episode 1 of the Big Bang Theory.
It's like
Gary
Oh
I'm
is
yeah,
gonna word
there
this.
you go.
Watch this word.
and
Watch
word is
this word.
what's his name?
Watch
Eric.
word. Where
Wait,
you
is
at?
it Eric? No, Eric is from that
Hey,
70s show.
word.
What else?
He said, Eric.
Word. You remember? Hey, word. You remember when Yoda was trading Luke
Yeah.
in the original movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Obi-Wan knew. If Obi-Wan knew there was twins, why did he say there's no more hope after Luke?
Who the fuck is he
Why did he
talking
say that?
about?
Yeah.
Telling you, these niggas in life, the Eddie Murphy and Martin Lawrence in life, just
Look
watch
at that,
it.
man.
You
That's
see it
gangster
right
shit.
here. I promise you. Yo. These guys are classic together. You guys are
No.
made for.
Why I'm asking. But here, I'm gonna explain why I'm asking this. Right. So, as he said, 4, 5, 6 was the first movies, right? So in episode 5, he says that Leia is not a possible Jedi, right? But in episode 3, Obi-Wan delivers the kids himself. He separates the kids. He separates the twins to keep them away from their father. So now if you watching it, like, wait a minute. First
Gary,
episode,
maybe
you didn't know they was twins, and now you showing me that you delivered the twin.
Gary, maybe Isaac can answer that. We don't know him. He's like he maybe a word called the lifeline and pulled him up. Let's see. I don't know. Isaac, would you have the?
I'm more like
I don't need no lifeline.
I'm joking, man. Oh, damn, joking, man. What the fuck? I can't make some fun out of this shit.
Which movie is y'all even talking about? Is this Star
Hey,
Wars?
Gary,
I
Like,
need a
funny
lifeline
word.
to make Star
Gary,
Wars
it
make
was funny
sense.
though. It was
No, I
funny.
don't need no lifeline.
Word, I'm joking. I'm gonna step down. I'm gonna step down.
blessings, Melda, blessings. I'm over here like, wait, all
Yeah.
I know is that Luke, I am your father. I grew up with that phrase my whole life. The little kids used to pull out the sword. Listen, my brother was into the fucking movie. But I can't tell which one is which. They both had spaceships, right? And they both had aliens and
Gary,
humans like doing their shit. I wasn't into that. I was into Girl Scouts, all right? I was into
The Star Wars and Star Trek.
boom, on some real shit. What the fuck is y'all talking? I'm lost in space and I'm not even Luke. I'm over here. I swear to God,
You
I'm
Ray.
the one. I'm Ricky.
You Ray.
yeah.
You Ray. You Ray, Rachel. That's
I'm
the new
Ricky
girl.
right
You
now
Ray.
from the movie. I'm
He's
running
right.
for my life.
He's lost
You Ray.
in space. Luke is lost in space. It's funny you say that.
Oh man, I'm Ricky.
What's
Fuck
his
that.
face?
I got hit from all sides, and Word was trying to warn me. Word was in the channel screaming, "Ricky!" I was like, "Oh shit!" Too late. By the time I looked back, I got hit like boom, 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 boom.
My lifeline has now hit the panel.
Yo,
What up, Nine?
Now my
Commander
lifeline has
finally
hit the
came
panel.
up.
I'm
What
a
up,
sad
man?
lifeline. I don't know any of that. Star
You
Trek,
don't gotta
Star
know.
Wars.
You ain't gotta know none of them. You just gotta make sense.
I just know Frankie rage quit. I came up to replace
Yeah,
him.
Frankie started watching and left.
Frankie just was instigating.
He pulled some real New York shit. He started that shit. I'm out. Oh man, y'all is crazy, man.
Frankie
What
left
had
like, you
I'm,
know
happened
what?
listen,
was
man. He said, wait, that wasn't Luke's daughter? No. Luke ain't had no
You
kids in
know,
that movie.
that was
Luke was a virgin.
Palpatine.
Luke
Because
was an incel.
the
Granddaughter.
daddy was a clone, right? Wasn't the daddy a clone? Like Ray's daddy was
Nobody knew who the
a
daddy was.
clone.
Nobody knew who the daddy was. The daddy got killed.
Luke.
So you telling me that this whole movie was
Luke's
based
dad was
on?
Darth Vader.
Oh, James, where have you been?
Hey,
Oh,
James.
where's
Yeah,
hold
I've
on,
been
bro? Where's
kind of
Daddy?
I've been kind of asleep. I
Man,
fell off to sleep. I'm gonna
I,
admit.
I told y'all he was asleep.
We
James
could have
said,
used
y'all,
you.
Mom, listen, one of them
James,
pulled
you done
out the
missed the
hair.
whole
Like,
episode.
Pop wants measles.
yeah, the daddy was a
James ain't got
clone, bro.
the daddy was a clone.
Yeah, it was the daddy was a
How did
clone of Palpatine, bro.
Darth Vader was Luke said. He said, "I'm your
wait,
father,
what?
Luke."
Where did you get that
Yeah,
from?
Luke, I'm
Ray's
your
mother.
father. Or something
I'm
like
looking.
that.
I'm looking at it on here now. He
Yeah,
was
something about
depicted in the flashback sequence of episode 11, Rise of the Skywalker. I mean, episode 9, Rise of the
That's not
Skywalker training. Okay,
oh, okay. I was about to say there's
Mary's
only
family
9.
his linking her grandfather, Jim Palpatine, to the Emperor.
I was waiting for Isaac to say
Mm-hmm.
something. Now he's gone.
Isaac gone?
Oh man, we're gonna chase.
Yeah.
See, I started that Star Wars shit. I am not your father. They might go with the Maury. Oh, that goddamn
Isaac
futuristic
is
shit.
really Ricky right now. Shit.
He's a stepfather, maybe.
And this is society, and all
Oh
these
shit,
movies is
he
based
ain't do.
in real life.
No, Darth Vader is the
I'm just.
father.
That's right. I am your father. Sense your feelings. That's what he said.
No, he told him I'm
That
your
was spirit.
father or something like that. I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know how
Yo,
he
He
I'm
said
did.
it.
Dana
He told him to
Palpatine,
search your feelings.
father.
Yo, listen, Commander, I'm not gonna sit here and lie. Tell me it didn't feel like you was watching Mari, right? Like Gary was Mari for 1 second. He was grilling the word. Who is the pappy? Who is the pappy? The lie detector test determined you are not the father.
That
I'm
was
sitting here like,
not the
damn,
father.
but who is the pappy then?
What the
It's like,
world did
who's
I
the
miss about all
pappy
this
then? Yo,
father stuff?
Hey, what movie is Yoda from?
Yoda is from episode 1, 2, 3, and 5.
Of what?
Okay,
1, 2,
I
3,
got your,
4, 5. Of
I
Star
got,
Of
Wars.
Star
so
Wars.
I
Of
got
Star
your,
Wars?
I
Okay.
got your answer,
Star Wars.
Gary. I got your answer,
Oh boy, here
Gary.
we go. That,
Skywalker, there was a Skywalker who killed Palpatine. You know why? Because they adopted her,
how could they adopt her? She was dead. They was dead.
bro. It just says
I'm asking.
mentor while she was mentored by Luke and Leia and adopted the
Mm,
Skywalker name in their honor. She adopted the Skywalker name.
how could she adopt it if they dead? There's no one there to give it to
Gary,
her.
I'm gonna tell you like my husband tells me. It's a movie. They do whatever they want in
No,
the
no, no,
movies.
no. But
Yeah,
what I'm
This is
trying to
why I
whatever
say
they
I got
want.
a
understand is
lifeline.
no, no.
Barry
But
just
what?
messed
No,
the
that's not.
movie up.
It's
He
not
just
about
want
it
to
being a
destroy the
movie. It's
movie.
about fulfilling a prophecy. We wasn't talking about the movie itself. We were talking about fulfilling prophecies.
oh, so we back to Jesus Christ again.
She
Oh shit.
adopted
Wait a
the
No,
minute.
Skywalker
In
we
a
name
just
movie?
in their honor. She
we just
adopted it. She said, "Hey, I'm a Skywalker. Since I'm adopting the name and I kill you, technically, by technicality, a Skywalker killed you.
mm, okay. No, no, she wasn't a Skywalker till after they killed her. After she killed them. So that's not how that goes.
No,
You
she
can't fulfill
adopted
a
it
prophecy and then take the name and then say you killed
After
them.
Luke trained her. She became a Skywalker.
When
She
did Luke
adopted it.
claim her?
Train,
When?
train, train.
When? You keep
Gary,
missing
did
the
When
you
they
get
point.
the
went,
question?
When?
when they was on
Wait,
the island.
can I ask a question? Are we going just by the movies? Because we forget that the
I'm going
books
by the
and the
movie.
movies go hand in hand. Yeah, but see, sometimes what you're missing in the movie, you got to go to the book for because
Well,
they go
not
hand in
train,
hand.
but mentor. Mentor is a better word. With
Okay,
Luke
well what I'm
mentor.
Or even the animated
okay.
series.
Yeah, or
No, but what I'm
exactly because
saying
the
is
same thing go
okay,
with
but
movies like Alien and Predators and all of them. They sometimes we're missing something because we haven't read a book or the comic book or a series that goes to it.
Please do not
but
introduce more
if
problems, Rachel.
yeah, that's
I
what I'm
mean,
about
it's
to
the
say because you
truth.
about to
I'm
introduce more
sorry.
problems. Because here's the deal. Because if you saying that in the movie that the prophecy is fulfilled that way, you can't just turn around and just say, well, he adopted her in episode 92. You only showed me 9 episodes.
He adopted the name after she was mentored by Luke. And
She
that's
did
why
not.
the movie is named The Last Skywalker.
You know, movies
Well,
start sometimes like 30 years later, and then they start the movie.
I don't
Stuff
understand what
happens in
led to
between.
this. What led to talking about
well,
this?
well, hold on, word. That's okay. That's
I'm
not
just reading
the
the
last
movie.
guy.
I'm
Dead
just
fool.
reading.
All right. Well, all right. But
I'm
the
just
last
reading the movie
Skywalker died
plot.
in that movie too. So the last Skywalker died in that movie too.
I'm just reading the
Both
movie
of them.
plot,
The
bro.
last two
I'm
of
just
them
telling you.
died.
This is how they making sense of it, bro. I'm just reading the plot. The people who wrote it. She adopted the Skywalker name. She adopted
Okay.
it after she was mentored by Luke. She was mentored, and she said, "Master, since you mentored me, I'm gonna go adopt your name. I'm gonna be a
When she
Skywalker,
said
and
that,
then I'm gonna kill some of
hold on.
them
When
to
she
get."
said that, when did she say this,
I'm
sir?
putting words in her
You
mouth.
don't. You keep
I'm
reading
putting
stuff.
words in her mouth.
Yeah, I
They
know
went
you
to the
is. So that's what I'm
courthouse.
trying to tell you. They
Yeah,
ain't go to the
they went
courthouse. He was stuck on the island by
they
himself.
went to the they went to the new Death Star and did it. She got
The new
adopted
Death
on the new
Star.
Death Star. Yeah, the
She,
brand new one.
okay. So, at episode
Death
6?
Star
Okay.
2.0. The Death Star
Okay. It was 3 of
2.0.
them,
That's what
actually.
she adopted.
It was an adoption like
Okay.
ritual.
Yeah,
Okay,
you know,
yeah.
back in the
Like,
day,
yo,
they ain't have paperwork, but they ain't have all that.
she she only claimed the name when she buried the swords. That's what she claimed the name.
Well, prophecy filled.
No, it ain't prophecy. It's not prophecy.
I ain't prophecy filled. He did. I adopted the name, fulfilled the prophecy. That's how it works sometimes, bro.
Yeah, like we're nines. We're like adopted nines. We all get like
That's
she
how it
got
works, bro.
initiated.
Yeah, she got jumped in, bro. She got her tats and everything,
She got
bro.
jumped in.
Her flags and everything, bro. What
Okay.
you talking about?
Throw it up
Gary,
there.
just enjoy
Throw
it.
it up.
Enjoy the movie, man. Stop being so critical, bro.
No,
Okay,
I
Gary,
can't.
like it's
I can't because
ruined
I.
because she wasn't
This is
fulfilled.
Yeah, it is ruined.
overanalyzation of a
'Cause that's,
movie.
That's what my husband tells
oh
me.
my
Enjoy
God,
the
here you go.
movie, cause I'm asking questions like, how did that happen? That's no way it can
I
happen.
did enjoy the movie.
It's
I
just a
just got
movie.
questions after enjoying the movie.
Look, look.
I
When you
just have.
watch the movies,
So why?
when you watch a movie, stop using the three laws of logic when you watching movies. Okay, stop using deductive
I don't
reasoning.
use logic.
Stop doing
I just ask
inductive.
questions.
Stop
You
using
asked
the
way too
movies.
many
Bro.
questions
I
about a
just ask.
movie.
There's some fantasy shit
Say that
anyway.
again.
You asked
Well,
way too many
Now it's
questions about a
fantasy. Really?
movie.
Gary, did you hear what you just
I
said?
ask questions.
You said I don't use
I ask
logic.
questions
I
about
just
the
ask
Bible.
questions. I'm dead.
Yeah. Ask questions.
But no,
I ain't
it's just
using
funny.
logic. I'm just asking questions.
Why are you asking
I'm
questions
being a
to
word right
understand the
now.
logic?
Because same and similar is not the same thing. And identical is same and similar, but it's not the same and similar.
Uh
But
oh.
identical is the same and similar.
What?
Uh oh.
Identical is not. Oh, I'm done.
Look it up.
Yeah,
Wait a
you're
minute.
right.
Didn't we
You're
just
right,
have
Gary.
that
You're right.
discussion the other night and he was on the
There you
opposite
go. You're
side?
learning. See how you're learning?
Yes,
You're
James.
learning.
I mean, we were discussion the other night.
Frankie said,
Gary is
James,
There you go.
evolving.
James,
Gary's
Frankie,
just
Oh, I'm
changing
not
sides
evolving.
when it suits him.
I'm not
Frankie,
evolving. I'm just
He can flip
improving.
flop.
Frankie asked James
Flip
a lot of
what?
questions, but he said, he fell asleep. That was so rude for James of you to fall asleep while Frankie was asking you questions. He was
Man, we over
interviewing
here
you, and you
telling
just got it
Frankie. I
off.
mean,
Man, I was dead to the world.
You
I
guys
think
He
y'all
bored
went
pulled
to
him to
a
sleep.
sleep.
Gary. He pulled a Gary like, I'm Gary. I'm the snail. I'm over here going to my pineapple.
He ain't pulling me
And
because
he
I'm
went to
gonna
Snorlax.
put Gary sleeping and I'm out of here.
Man, chill, man. We went and caught us a Pokemon earlier. And we didn't tell y'all we caught, listen, we
Yeah,
caught
Squirtle.
Snorlax over there in the corner.
The
And then
Squirtle.
Jigglypuff came an hour later.
And then Squirtle came, and then Jigglypuff came back again because James went to sleep. Pokemons are real. I'm just saying.
Gary.
I'm just saying.
Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all.
There's
How many
150 of them.
Pokemon can we catch?
Well, yeah,
Where
it's
how
150 as far as I remember. It might, I don't know. I don't
Oh
know.
no, I forgot. It's been a minute since I watched Pokemon. The last time I watched Pokemon, I
That's
was like 16 years old. I swear to God. So I know there's still
gotta
more
catch them all.
seasons. So shit, damn.
It's on YouTube somewhere.
Yeah.
Look, pretty still starting shit in the chat. Take your ass to bed, Ray. Take your ass
Okay,
to
let me
bed,
ask you
Frankie.
guys a
Good. Let's
question.
start all that shit
Got a
left.
dinosaur. He
Oh
a
shit, go ahead.
dragon.
Oh, the
Remember
lady
a
of the
dragon?
nine. The lady of the nine speaking.
Oh, sorry,
Go
Commander.
ahead,
Go ahead.
Commander.
Okay, if you're at Walmart and you're in line at the grocery store at Walmart and you see somebody in front of you stealing, like not scanning stuff and putting it in the bag, like putting stuff in the bag without scanning it or like fake scanning it, what do you do?
Mm-hmm.
You turn them
Mind
in.
my
I'm changing.
business.
Mind your
I'm
business. Okay,
changing.
Gary says mind
Mind
his
my business.
business.
You
Supposed to
I'm
turn
mind
them
your
changing.
in.
business. Facts.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna look away from him like, that's what I'm gonna do.
Does it matter who the person
My
is
business.
or anything like what they look like? Does it
Nah,
matter?
I've
nah,
learned from
No.
if they stealing, I'll be like, that's fucked up, bro. I ain't
Yep.
saying nothing unless them ask something. Bro. If somebody asks me something, I'll be like, yeah, I did see him do that shit. But if they don't ask me, then I ain't got nothing to say, bro.
Damn, I wonder if you record them and upload them. Is that snitching? I know.
What about you, writers? Are you snitching or no?
That's not
I ain't
snitching though.
listen. I watch too many videos. I ain't gonna say, look, hey, he's stealing. She's stealing. Next thing I know,
It's
shit, I'm the
still
next one over here. Like, mm.
So James is the only one that would turn him in?
There you
Damn.
go.
He didn't answer the question, Commander.
What if it was your stuff they were stealing?
They can't steal my stuff. It's in my cart. How they stealing from me? They in front
Right?
of me.
Well, we're just talking about stealing. Like
What they
when
stealing this month?
when would
They're
you
not
turn someone in or like tell them something or bring
Oh, I ain't
attention
turning
to it?
nobody in.
nah.
I
See,
Nobody.
like street justice.
What if it's your
I ain't gonna lie.
neighbor?
I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, if I
I
see
like.
somebody breaking in the house, like in my neighborhood or something, nah, I don't think that's snitching. I'm sorry.
I
Only
said,
you know what snitching is
Oh shit.
if
wait.
me and you doing
You
something
gotta
and I get
realize,
caught and you don't.
Commander said
That's snitching.
Walmart. She didn't say your neighborhood first. She said
Yeah, I
Walmart.
don't give a fuck about
We all
Walmart.
know that when it comes to Walmart, you mind your business. All right, they got
Yeah, I don't.
security for that. Let the security handle them. They got security cameras. Go look at the cameras and see if they stole from you or not.
Well, that's why I introduced a different scenario, or I asked what would be a scenario where you would do something about it.
I mean, the
So
thing
if somebody
is,
was stealing off your neighbor's porch, you would or wouldn't do
fucking
anything.
right. Damn right.
Somebody take it
Well,
off and
what
see.
do we consider snitching here? Hold on, wait a minute. What do we consider snitching?
Oh wait, it's not even switching the
Snitching,
shit. I'm gonna fucking rock these snot box off. Like, hey, get off that shit. Say no, I'm
I,
gonna get a BB
like
gun and shoot
snitching,
from the
like
window.
snitching is when you commit a crime with somebody and you
Yeah,
get caught and you tell on the other person. That's snitching. If we doing something, but if you breaking the law, I'll pay taxes. Fuck that. I just don't care about Walmart. I ain't gonna lie. But if somebody like the corner store, like if I see somebody, I know them my people. I'd be like, hell no, bro, put that shit back. I'm gonna say something at the corner, like the people I know, I fuck
and
with.
then
Yeah,
So,
but it
so
ain't
are
even
we just
snitching,
giving them
right?
the
Because if somebody,
information? Are we? Yeah, Rachel.
if some, if somebody's stealing from your neighbor, I mean, obviously you don't want to say something or do
it's your
something because you want
community.
your neighbor to do the same shit. Exactly. Like that's why always talk about like I hate the fact that when people riot, they don't they sit here and they riot within their own communities. They say they're gonna do this, but I'm sitting here like, wait, you're rioting against this, so why not go towards this place and do that? but you want to riot, saying you're rioting for this reason, but you're still hitting
I'm
your
not gonna.
own community. It makes no sense. It's stupid.
I
If
ain't gonna.
anything,
I'm not gonna.
oh my bad.
I think no. I just think like a lot of that. Like I don't know. I just know like recently, like in Detroit when that George Floyd happened, when they was downtown rioting, 92% of the people who got arrested wasn't even from Detroit, bro. They was from the suburbs. I'm talking about that. That's a high ass fucking percentage of people. Majority of the people got arrested
Yeah,
wasn't
it
even from
is.
Detroit.
That's how it
You
be
know what
too,
I'm
though.
saying?
That's
And
how it
then
be.
you, and then if you, I'm just being 100% honest. Like I'm being honest. Like your neighborhood is probably different, right? But like when you was looking at Minnesota when they was riding and shit with what was that boy name? Um,
George
who
Floyd.
kicked off the Black Lives? No, Mike Brown.
Like, bro, I know what you're
when,
talking about.
when Mike,
Oh,
yeah, when they was riding with Mike Brown, a lot of them stores they tore up, them people wasn't from that community. They just owned stores in that community. So when you say you tearing up your own community, that ain't even they shit.
Let me
That's
ask you a
not
question.
even they shit.
Do
A
you?
majority of the hoods, I mean, I know there's some hoods where the people who own the businesses, the stores, they employ people from the neighborhood and they live in a neighborhood, then that's the money circle. That's their community. But if you
Mhm.
got people coming from outside of your community, owning the shit, taking the money out the community back into their community, circulating it within their community, because they ain't buying shit in the hood. The people who work at their places, they don't live there. That's not their shit. So if they
That.
tear it up, I mean, I'm just being real. Like if they tear it up, they not tearing their shit up. They tearing somebody else's shit up.
Mhm.
Even though it's in their community, it's not technically part of the community. If it's not fluctuating money within that community,
I
that's
ain't
not a
gonna.
part of the community. That's like
Yeah.
in my hood, when I went
Uh,
back to go buy some houses and shit, I had to think about it. And like, because I'm like, I'm trying to fix these houses up for y'all and shit. I don't even live down here. Y'all letting them take my shit before I can even fix the house up. I'm pissed off. And one of the crackheads was like, yeah, little bro, but you go make the money and take it back out there where you at. So what? Who cares? I'm like, oh shit. I had to think about that shit, bro. Like I'm doing the same thing. That's why they don't give a fuck. They like
Yeah.
shit. I'm gonna take what's here, and I don't give a fuck if you fixing the house up. I'm gonna take this shit and make it work for me. They taking pools and materials and shit. I'm mad as hell. Like $3,000 worth of shit. I ain't even start working on the house. I'm just trying to get the house set up so we can do the work. And they came in there taking the shit. But then you realize, like, when he said that shit, I'm like, yeah, he right. That's why they don't give a fuck.
But then, we're not lying about
I
that
think
George Floyd
Mr.
shit.
Ma
I
was there. Hi,
remember.
Mr. Ma.
What up, Missing Mod?
Blessings,
Listen,
Mr.
Ma,
Mom.
what up, though?
I remember when that George Floyd incident happened. That riot did that shit was all the way over here in Philly. It even happened in Jersey. I was trying to figure out like why is we rioting? Like here in Philly, like what is we? Remember that was around the time that influencer Meatball got caught. They was rioting the stores, the sneaker stores, and all that shit. That what was they
They
calling
wanted
her?
some free shit.
The Philly. She was called Philly influencer Meatball. I'm saying here like I didn't even know she was an influencer to begin with, but she was the head of it all. I'm sitting here like, how the fuck did this riot get to Philly? How the fuck is there people in different cities rioting over this George Floyd situation? I'm like, wait, what the fuck is going on? I didn't get it. That's when I started
Man, they were,
researching and I learned about rioting and protesting and boycotting and the differences and how it's really supposed to be.
a lot of that shit was that Antifa shit, too. Like, people,
Yeah,
that shit is opportunities for people to come in and under the mask of
Mm-hmm.
other shit to fuck shit up, bro, and start bullshit. That's why I don't believe in that protesting. I think protesting is begging for some shit. Okay, you want people to notice you? Hit their motherfucking pockets, bro. I'm all about the boycott.
that's what
I'm
did
all for
you
that. We can boycott all day, but people got to learn how to do it the right way. You got to take the money out of one system and put it in another system. People don't do that. They just stop
Well,
shopping
if
at
I
one
still,
place and find another
but if I
place
still,
that fuck
you
within the
remember
similar system.
remember where the riots
I
that
still
happened
fulfill
during the
that. Isn't that a form of boycotting?
Huh?
You said what?
Oh shit. Wait, what
I said
he's
if I steal from Walmart, isn't that boycotting?
no, you
That's
funny as
not
shit.
What?
boycotting. That's called being a thief, sir.
Yo, wait, I can't.
Boycotting is where you don't buy something, sir. Being a thief is stealing.
But listen, remember, I don't know if y'all remember when the pandemic happened, right? There were a lot of videos surfacing, right? At one point, I don't know what was happening with Trump, but I remember that they started doing this protesting shit, right? And out of nowhere, the riots started happening, right? And it happened in a lot of cities and in a lot of states. But I do know when it happened in Philly, we was talking about it, and I know we was on Facebook around the time that it happened, right? Because this was around the time of my beginning of me doing podcasting, and I know that the videos that started surfacing up, right, of the riots and shit. I don't know if people noticed it that they were agents, actual agents from the government. They were sitting here rioting. They were throwing windows into the small businesses, small owned community. My bad, Black, Hispanic, small community.
Allegedly.
Yeah, you get where I'm coming from. I'm trying to like, wait, how do I put this together? Like, fuck. Mostly they were officers, agents. Like I'm sitting here, I'm like, wait, those are CIAs, freaking regular police officers. I'm sitting here like, yo, they stealing food, they're stealing sneakers, they're stealing clothes. And you're thinking that it's us within our community, and it wasn't even us. That shit was wild. Like the videos are out there. Like if you research, I think I had uploaded it at one point. I did a whole premiere, and I was like, this was a 2020, 2021, and 2022 riots.
Ozzy, Ozzy,
Mm.
Ozzy. Oi, oi, oi. Did Ozzy just get in? Listen, Ma, I don't know if I'm
Is
supposed
he
to
here?
use this. Appreciate you. My bad. I ain't been
I
in
know
the
I spoke
chat.
to Mr. Mud. Yeah, cause y'all go over here arguing about who's the father. Y'all ain't got more and
Man,
shit.
I ain't talking to you about no. I don't remember no goddamn Star Wars. It was good. I remember it was good. It's like you be watching this shit daily or something. Talking about why R2D2 ain't flying. Like I don't remember that motherfucking flying. Like you had some weird ass questions, man, about Star Wars. I don't
That's a
know.
great
It
question,
was
sir.
good. They was using the Force and they was
And
slicing
I
motherfuckers with
seen it. I love the
lightsabers
movie.
and motherfuckers was like, "Ugh." I can't even do the Chewbacca sound. That's the most iconic thing from Star Wars. Chewbacca. Okay.
Chewbacca.
And the first Jedi
Chew-
was a black man.
Oh, so they got that name from that movie or
Samuel
something?
Jackson.
Because when y'all say
Bro.
Chewbacca,
Yeah,
wait, when y'all
Yeah.
say Chewbacca, I remember when Boy Meets World from Disney. So I'm sitting here, I'm like, wait, what the hell?
Chewbacca.
Yeah,
No,
I'm
bro.
like,
You remember
Chewbacca is in
Spaceballs,
Star
bro?
Wars.
Do you remember Spaceballs?
I
Please tell me.
don't know what baseball is, man.
Spaceballs. I'm
See,
about to say,
Spaceballs.
what the hell is Spaceballs? Just like that, I'm
Bro,
asking Google.
it was a spoof of Star Wars. Bro, you gotta watch
it's
Spaceballs, man.
exactly
That
what it
shit.
was.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. One of them aliens.
They was they the spaceship was an RV.
Yeah, bro, that shit was hilarious. And John
Word on
Candy,
you,
bro,
telling
was
on
in
stuff.
it. Yeah, John Candy was in it, bro. That shit was man.
John Candy was in it. Joan Rivers was in it. What's the little
With,
guy from Ghostbusters?
with the big ass Darth Vader head.
What
Yeah, the
the
dude
hell?
who got
I see it.
Mel Brooks is in it. Matter of fact, Mel Brooks was Yoda.
bro, that movie was funny as hell. Who
Uh,
played which one? Oh, that was what was that Harrison? That wasn't Harrison Ford. Who played
oh, that was some little
no,
the
the main
captain.
dude.
I forgot his name.
Yeah.
I
Well, I was
can't
about
remember
to
his
say
name,
Harrison
but it wasn't
Ford,
Harrison
man.
Ford. Nah, that's who he's supposed to have been though.
Yeah,
Darth Vader was a midget.
yeah.
They said Darth Vader
The
was a
big ass
midget.
head. The dude what was that, Ghostbusters 2? Was he in
Yeah, he was in
Ghostbusters
there.
2?
Yes, yes. Rick Moranis. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. That guy.
Yeah, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
What in the
Nah,
world?
Honey, I
Yeah.
Blew Up the Kids. Y'all remember that?
Yep.
Them too. They don't remember.
That
Yeah,
shit was
the
funny,
dad
man.
was the dad was Darth Vader in the Spaceball movie.
Hey, that boy
Yeah,
I
came
ain't
out in
never
that
worried.
movie too. He comes out on that space ball. Oh, okay, I see it there. What the hell? Bill Pullman came out on there too. I didn't
yeah,
even know he.
bro. Man, Spaceballs was the shit, bro. You gotta watch that.
Oh my god.
Bro,
Something
OMG.
you gonna
changed
be
it,
cracking up.
changed it to a robot. Oh my god.
Yeah. No, hey, no, you know the funniest spoof movie ever to me. This me personally. I'm gonna get you sucker, bro. When they when you gotta
That
make a
sounds like
room,
something Nate would say.
bro. No, man, bro. The funniest
Oh, that's
part,
a real
the
movie,
funniest
man.
thing, yeah, I'm gonna get y'all never seen. I'm gonna get you sucker. Oh my god, bro. When she got in the room and she started taking all that shit off, I was like, why that shit hit different? Like, bro, that shit, like, imagine that shit today, bro. Tell me that shit still don't hit. Bro, we be, like, bro, he met this chick at a bar, right? Right? He met the chick at a bar, and she like, "Oh, he fine." Like she fine, right? Got her back to the room. She's like, "Wait, let me." Bro, she started taking shit off her eyelashes. First, it was like little shit, like her eyelashes. Motherfucker took her wig off, bald headed and shit. Took her leg off. Like, oh shit, like I think that's when women be. I'm gonna be quiet.
You talk about Indiana Jones story, if that's what you talking about. If that's your question, it's Indiana Jones. If I'm reading it right.
Jungle movie, yeah. Indiana Jones.
They take off the girdle and the fupa drops.
And that's
Man, she took off her
look, and
butt,
that's another
bro.
George. I'm gonna leave Word alone because that's another George Lucas movie. I'm gonna leave that one alone too.
What? Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones.
I know I've seen them. I don't remember none of them. I don't remember the names. Ain't it like the Dungeon of Pleasure or some shit like that?
He just made another one. Matter of fact, it's like a couple
I
years
don't
old.
remember none of them. I don't remember none of them Indiana Jones movies, bro.
I ain't gonna lie.
I
I
just
don't
know
remember none of them either.
I know one of them a big ass boulder be chasing him. That's all I know. He be running from a big ass rock. Like like how the
Yeah,
fuck they get that big ass rock in there? And that should just be I don't know. He be using
and the
whips
little
to
boy from
climb
the
trees
Goonies
and
is in
shit.
it. That's the only thing I remember. I only remember the little boy from the Goonies. That's what made me watch it. The first one.
Bro, y'all remember Johnny
Other
Quest?
than,
Why didn't they make? Did they ever make a
what?
Johnny? They should have made a Johnny Quest movie, bro. That shit would have been fire with Haji.
Nah,
That shit would have been fire, bro. With Haji, bro. Man, I'm telling you.
y'all bear with word, man. Word over here.
How you gonna make a Tomb Raider movie and not a Johnny Quest movie, bro? Y'all play too young to know what Johnny Quest is. Y'all don't know what y'all don't know nothing about Haji, bro. I was always fascinated with Indian people because of Haji.
Mm-hmm. Made you cross the pond. I know it.
I wonder. I ain't never seen. Well, yeah, I was gonna say I'd never seen an Indian person wear a turban with a jewel in the middle. And I'm like, I'm lying.
I seen that somewhere. I don't remember what show that was. Besides that, I seen it somewhere.
Dang,
For you over there talking about
what
weird
else
science.
is this?
That's
Weird science.
Aladdin.
Yeah, weird. No, y'all remember the Fraggle Rocks? That was my shit. Y'all know nothing about the Fraggle Rock.
Word, they can't.
What what
They
about the motherfucking snorkels, bro? That shit used to be hype. Snorkels used to be hype.
you see how nobody ain't
God,
saying nothing, or you telling them stuff. You
God
old.
damn, y'all young, bro. I smell Similac now. God damn. Y'all young as hell, bro. Y'all don't know nothing about motherfucking snorkels, bro. Tell me y'all don't know
You
about
gotta
I've
say
been,
shit like you gotta say shit like gargoyle. Well, I don't even know if they know gargoyles. They know gargoyles.
we gotta
why
say
does that sound
Rugrats and
familiar?
shit.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
Oh my
Hey,
goodness.
I can remember Johnny
the
Quest.
dub.
Something about Johnny Quest though, but I mean,
Arbor was that shit. I
I
don't know
probably
what
don't
you're
remember.
talking
I
about.
probably watched it originally because I'm only 27. I don't know.
I bet you say
DuckTales. Y'all
SpongeBob,
remember
they know what you're
DuckTales?
talking about.
That
Mm,
DuckTales.
too.
Johnny
Yeah, that
Bravo.
Oh, Ducktales. Oh, I've
Oh,
watched some of
motherfucking
Ducktales,
Darkwing Duck.
but
When
I
there's
haven't watched it
trouble, you call
they
originally.
know all that.
DW.
Yeah.
Darkwing Duck.
That
That it's
they know all
dangerous.
that. They know Chip and Dale,
Darkwing.
Rescue Rangers. They know all of that stuff.
Oh well, Chip and Dale I
That
watched, but
Rescue
I wasn't around
Rangers.
back then when it originally aired.
was the
Wait,
shit, bro.
is Rescue Rangers Power Rangers?
Ah,
Oh
shit.
no.
Yeah,
No,
Chip
Rescue
No,
and
Rangers is
Dale
not.
Rescue
Wait a
Rangers.
minute.
Chip
But
and
still, wait. What you know about Sailor Moon, yo? That was my shit.
Chip and Dale is
Yeah,
oh my
you
god, I
nice.
just
can't stand that
want
cartoon.
Sailor Moon. That was the shit too.
Oh,
Yeah,
I can't
Sailor
stand
Moon
it.
was the shit. I ain't gonna lie. I'll watch that shit.
So that's what you gotta do, Ward. You gotta go past 95. Come
Howard
back
the
this
Duck.
way.
Yeah,
Oh,
go past
bro.
95 and you've got me.
Bro, I had the Howard the Duck comics, bro. I'm telling you, Howard the Duck was the shit.
Hey, he said Howard the Duck was the shit.
I had the comics, bro.
I know Papa Duck
Oh
because
my god.
Ryder.
She's talking about a celebrity. No, they talking about
Hmm.
cartoons. Commander Buddy and shit. Wait,
All of these cartoons
No,
from the
so
Commander,
no, I couldn't. You
Commander,
know what?
you've got
I
to be
couldn't watch
younger than me then. You got to be
Well,
younger than
you showed me Papa Duck.
No, but
Knight
I'm saying
Rider.
you
Yeah,
got to be younger than me because if you don't know none of these cartoons, not one, or you ain't never watched TV.
Yeah,
I
I don't watch TV.
know you're not a dragon.
You didn't watch cartoons? Wait a minute,
Mm,
Commander. You didn't watch
every
cartoons?
I
day,
don't know movies. I
Monday,
don't know.
Sunday, every day,
I don't know
Depends
Sunday,
artists.
on
Monday,
Where was
every
depends
you
day.
raised?
on depends on how our parents raised her.
I know some old songs.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
Teen Wolf, yes, yes, bro. Teen Wolf was the
Teen
shit.
Wolf was the shit. Who
Buffy,
said
you
Teen Wolf?
remember the movie, the Buffy the Vampire Slayer? That was the
Oh,
shit.
I know Buffy.
Oh
I know
man,
Buffy.
Buffy.
How funky is your chicken? How funky is your chicken? How
That's a
loose
long
is your
time
goose?
ago, Buffy.
How
I don't
goose
remember
is
that
so
song
loose?
Buffy
though.
is like
No, that was the shit. That
way
was they was
old.
doing in the gym. That was a little
Buffy the
children shit.
Vampire?
Yeah, not the series, the movie.
Oh, I don't know that one.
Oh, I don't know the movie.
Oh, you don't know the movie?
I
Churn.
know the
So it,
series.
that was that wasn't even old, bro. My wife still watched that shit, bro.
Well, they're at least about
That shit is
20
old.
years old.
I mean, it's a good
Churn.
thing Commander don't watch TV. See, her brain is
20
not
something
messed
years
up.
old.
This shit ain't old in my house. My wife been watching that since I knew her.
It's all right, Commander. I commend you.
And
Your
Churn
brain is
Churn
not
Churn.
was
that.
in the 2000s, bro. That shit wasn't in the 90s.
Wait a minute.
That's
Oh, we're
20
talking about
years
I
Turn
know
That
the
now.
was
ago.
I
some.
thought we were still talking.
Smurfs.
I thought we were still
Did
talking
Churn
about
come out in the
Buffy.
90s? I don't know.
I thought we were
My
still
wife
talking
will know that
about
shit.
Buffy. And
Commander
now we
got
changed
saved.
to
She
Turn.
didn't get hit with the MK Ultra. She don't watch TV.
Oh, she said
I
she
was
watched
raised
Smurfs.
Amish.
What's oh, she ain't
I
had no.
wasn't
Oh
allowed to
man.
watch.
Yeah.
She was raised a traditional
Damn.
Yeah,
way.
1998.
I'm
It
not gonna
was in the
sing her
90s.
lie. She was raised a traditional
98?
way.
Yeah.
It,
I'm telling you that. I done
it
told you.
still
You
ain't
tell your
old,
age.
bro.
You ain't
I'm
believe me.
talking about I'm
What?
talking about 80s, 90s, like early 90s, bro. I ain't look, man, anything
Look,
when I was in high school, bro, that shit ain't old. I was grown then.
He said I was grown
I ain't,
then. You hear a word?
hey, bro, I was on the block hustling. I wasn't watching TV no more.
He said I was a man back then.
Dude,
I still am a
hey,
man, but I was a
anything
man
after
already.
96, bro, I wasn't watching TV, man. I seen
Oh, I
that
know.
shit coming and going.
In
Frankie said Police
'96.
Academy. I've seen some of the Police Academy.
In
Oh
'96,
man,
I
that
was
shit
like
was
7 years
hilarious.
old, 7 or 8
But
in
somebody
'96.
said Roger Rabbit too earlier. That was good. Stargate, bro. That shit was straight
Stargate
when it first came out.
SG-1.
But nah, bro,
The
motherfucking
movie.
RoboCop. Y'all
It's,
remember the original RoboCop when he fell in that acid? He was like, "Don't touch me, man!" When he was like,
I've seen the
"Oh,
RoboCop
man."
movie.
I don't remember that one. I mean,
He's
I've
like,
watched it,
yeah, bro,
but
we
I
used
don't
to
remember like
always do
seeing
that.
it.
Like, don't touch me, man. That shit was funny, bro.
Damn, that was like 8. Damn, I was gonna say that year.
Frankie,
Frankie, you
have
ain't
you
been
seen
starting all this shit still?
Frankie? Have you
Lamb
seen
chop.
Reno 911?
I hate that shit. I think it's the dumbest show they put on TV. I'm sorry,
Crazy
Commander,
father
because
time.
the shit they do on that damn show, I swear to God, it's
Frankie, I used
worse
to go
than
to sleep to those shit.
it's worse than that show. I mean, no, I don't know which one is
It's
worse.
hilarious.
Don't
Jackass or Reno
do
911.
when the trouble done come. I don't know none of that shit they said after that. Only thing I know
What's
is what you want, what you gonna do when the trouble done come for you. I always say it like that. I don't
oh the
know what
cops?
they be saying.
It's not even a real
Yeah,
cop show.
bad boys. What you gonna do? That was the shit back.
What
Come
you
on now,
gonna
man. Y'all
do?
stop
No,
What
playing.
you
that's not.
gonna
That's
No,
do
but
Oh,
they
when
was
Ray
they
showing that
Nana
on
one.
the
for
That's
the
you?
real cop show.
Bad boys, bad boys.
Wait, where Gary go?
What about what's that show? I think it's called. Is it Brooklyn 911? It's Brooklyn something.
Wait, what?
They use that bad boy song on cops, like bad.
Brooklyn 911?
Or it's
I'm not,
maybe it's Brooklyn PD.
I'm not sure.
Cops is ain't you.
Huh?
Cops was
he said
real.
pause wrong emoji.
Yeah,
You
cops
gotta
is based
pause
on
it.
Oh yeah, Cops is
reality.
cool.
That's a
I
reality
know.
TV show
No,
about
I
cops.
know cops is real, but Reno 911 is not. It's nothing but a comedy imitation shit off of freaking
It's
cops.
hilarious.
You got a bull
No,
in there with shorts tighter than I don't know what. I'm like, yo, like I swear to God, I'm trying to figure out if he's got, does the third leg exist for him, or does he have a vajayjay? Is you a man or a woman? Like, how can you wear tights that tight? I mean, shorts that tight? Like,
Mm-mm.
jeez.
no, y'all remember Tailspin with Baloo?
He took it to tailspin. That was my
That
shit.
was the shit,
Big
Baloo,
bro.
ass bear,
Tailspin was
Baloo.
the
Baloo.
shit. Hell yeah, man. Tailspin was the shit.
He-
They had Baloo flying planes, bro. Stop playing with
mhm.
me.
Wait, he's bringing up all Disney shows.
He was a Disney baby.
That's only. I mean, we
Not
didn't
all the
have.
shows on
We had
Disney
a
was
box.
on Disney though. They was on another platform before Disney, I think it was. So
Yeah, all that was
somebody
before.
told
That
me.
shit used to come on TV. All that shit used to come on regular. We ain't had no cable.
But all that, remember, I started watching them
And then
shows
remember they
first
had.
coming out
But no,
at
okay, now
nighttime.
we. No, we gonna
Gargoyles,
start talking. Yeah, no,
gargoyles.
some hood shit. Y'all remember when them first converter boxes came out where you can get all the channels, that big ass box with the numbers on top of that bitch?
My
You buy
mom
this
had
box
them jaws. I
and
think
you
the
get
ones where
all
they
the
used to
damn
watch the pay
channels.
per views and all that.
Man, we ain't had no cable. Man, my cousin brought that box over there. We had everything that was ever on TV on that shit. That was the first Fire Stick, bro.
Until they sent the
That's
signal.
all I was gonna say.
I
The
remember that
fire,
shit. They
the
started
chrome.
sending signals and people boxes used to get fucked up. And they
Yeah,
used to
they
have to go
started
buy
doing
a
something
whole
with the
one.
signal and shit.
And then you had to go get the regular boxes. I was cracking up. I was little. I was
That
sitting
shit was good for like 5 years. Well, we had that shit for like, bro. We got all the premium channels and everything, bro. You pay $100 a year, like shit. You get all them channels. That was a lot of money back then. $100. But shit, you got all the channels for a year. They come in and adjust that shit or do whatever they did to.
that's why I question so much, right? Like we're supposed to be considered a poor neighborhood, right? It like when we was younger. But I'm sitting here, I was like, how is it between the WIC and the welfare and all that? My mom, she was still able. Well, she had jobs, so she still received welfare while she was working. And I'm still wondering why is it different now? You can't work if you get welfare. But anyways,
She
between
was
all
probably
that,
working under the table.
I don't know.
Shit,
I know
that's what
she was
people
working,
do now.
and some of them jobs were legal though. I'm trying to figure that one out too though. Like you cannot work under the table in certain jobs, so it's kind of like I don't know. I'm trying to figure this one out. But anyways, We're supposed to be in a poor community. How the fuck was we poor? We had cable. We had a whole lot of shit. I'm like, poor to me is you can't afford nothing. You can't like all you got in your house is probably eggs and milk back then. But you cannot say that this community is considered a poor community if we was living like that. Now we poor. Back then we wasn't.
Ooh, Frankie, I know the Twilight Zone.
Twilight Zone. I
Yeah.
hate
Oh
it.
shit, y'all want to talk about? Y'all remember what was the Tales from the Crypt? That was my shit.
Is that a movie
Tales
or a
from the
show?
Crypt. It was
Tales
a
from the
show.
Crypt.
You
You
Okay.
know,
remember Tales from the Crypt? Oh no.
That shit was the creep show. The creep show.
Was it like real
Tales from the
stories?
Crypt.
It
It
was
Was
wasn't
two
it
like
of
real?
them.
real
Yeah, it's
stories.
Tales from the Crypt and the Creep Show. It is two of them. I'm not tripping.
Yeah, Creep Show, but it was Tales from the Crypt. No, Creep Show came out first, and then Tales from the Crypt.
Yeah, I don't know, it was something like that. Then they had the little animation too around the mid 90s. I
Yeah.
think it was. I seen all of it.
Now, who remembered 12 Tales from the Hood? Where he's like, yeah, that's that shit.
You know that
What
them
was that
movies,
dude's name?
them
He's like,
movies had me hooked on.
I'm about to put that in the clip, bro. Let me find that. Why?
Them movies had me hooked on Goosebumps and shit like that.
Yeah, Goosebumps was the shit back in the day.
It was. I had the
I had
books, the
all
whole
the books.
series.
Yeah, we had all
Oh
the books.
shit! I
Oh,
know I was
snap.
the only one. I collected all the books, read them, Johns, and watched the shows.
A lot of those shows would have been canceled today.
No, they still
They
got
would
Yeah.
them
not be
back out.
allowed.
Goosebumps and all that creep show. You see them everywhere. Tubi, Netflix, Hulu, Amazon.
But
What?
like, if somebody came up with like a new show, like you'd never be able to say the things that they said in some of those.
I don't. It wasn't bad shows. They were just old
Yeah, but
school.
things going woke, man.
Yeah, because I saw some old wrestling and they had like signs up that said, I can't remember right now. It was like inappropriate
Comparing
stuff.
wrestling to them. I'm done. Wait a minute.
Like
You funny as shit.
the sign said, like, I can't remember. I told you guys when I saw it.
Leprechauns in the Hood was that shit.
I think they were calling Triple H gay. It was like something like these signs were like, yeah, that would never work. No, you could never do that.
Trying to steal my gold. Yo, he slaughtered everybody for his gold. She went to
Leprechaun in
outer
the hood.
Yeah, that damn leprechaun went to outer space and everywhere for his gold.
Where's the one part that he said, the shit? Yeah, I got the shit. That shit was funny.
Yo, I don't know. I had no business watching Leprechauns in the Hood at the age of fucking 8.
Oh, Tales from the Hood, that was
I,
crazy shit.
Definitely was not watching that.
I was. They listen. My mom had no business having cable in the house and going to sleep at nighttime thinking her kids could not fucking work the cable box. All right. The only thing I would not
Man,
watch is the shit my brother would watch sometimes. I'm out. I'm not getting caught. Listen, because she didn't start getting that box until my brother started, ordering certain movies on pay-per-view. And one day he got his ass punished and whooped, right? And then I seen what it was, and I was like, oh, see, I knew I did good walking away. And the blame is all on you. I'm not, I ain't even look or peek. I'm good. They charged a lot for them, little porn movies and shit. Little boy had no business doing that.
What?
oh shit, I'm gonna take my ass to sleep. It's 4 o'clock.
She whooped his ass. Yo, I'm sitting here like, I ain't got no parts. I told you not to play that
Night
shit.
night.
Then she didn't got the converted box, whatever that shit was, that where it said, put a whole little pin on that shit. We gonna figure out your pin number. But now you're screwed because you got this box and it's free for him. But I got all the horror movies. You gotta sit here and realize, like, shit, we wasn't allowed to watch nothing.
Hey, today was
Today
the
was
main event,
movies.
WWE main event.
Did you
Huh?
watch it?
What?
Nah, I didn't even know. It was a Saturday. This was the Saturday main event show tonight.
Oh, I don't know. What you talking about? Wrestling?
Oh, is Gary still up there? Yeah.
Tonight or Friday night? My husband was watching wrestling, but I can't remember. It was. I thought it was Friday night.
I
I don't know.
say full match Tyler Bates versus Karrion Cross WWE main event May 17th. Ain't that today?
Mm,
No, that was yesterday. Today's the 18th.
today's
Well, Saturday.
nah, but today's the 18th. Sunday, I think.
So Saturday was the 17th. That's what I'm saying. Like I meant to say,
Yeah, the 17th was Saturday.
main event. I didn't think they had a pay per view. Let me look real quick.
Mm.
I thought that was
I don't know. I feel like I would have noticed.
I was getting into
you
wrestling
might
a
have.
while ago,
It
but
was probably a,
it's
was
not
it a
driving.
house show? It had to be a house show because I don't even see. I don't see nothing on here. It had to be a house show. I was just looking on YouTube and it said Karrion Cross versus Tyler Bates main event. WWE main event. What the fuck is
I don't know.
No sabemos nada.
No, I think. Well, Friday, I think my husband was watching wrestling. I don't think he was watching today, and he
that?
don't miss
SmackDown.
nothing.
SmackDown. I don't know what this was. The same main event.
We're already on Sunday. We're tripping.
Sunday the 18th. Yeah.
I'm like, wait, what's going on? We're got me confused on my days talking like this.
Well, I knew the 17th was Saturday, and they be having like Saturday. There's a pay per view called Saturday Main Event or something like that, and it went. That's what I thought it was, but I think this was just a house show. They call main event. I don't think it was like like wrestlers. They have like the main wrestling shows they play on TV, but then they also have house shows that's not televised. So I think that's what this was. Somebody just
Oh, okay.
uploaded it. Yeah, I think it was a house
Gary
show that they
sleeps.
uploaded.
I don't know what that is. So.
Talking all about that Star Wars. Yeah, that Star went to the Death Star.
All
He
right.
gonna blip
Good
it on
night,
Star Wars.
nines. Chat. Good night,
Good night.
nines.
Buenas noches,
Good night.
Commander. Gary fell asleep after he got
Gary sleeps.
all rattled up on the Star Wars debate.
Some people just take that way too far. Star Wars. Way too
I
far.
see. Does it get
I'll
like
take
this in the Comic Cons? Is that how it gets in the Comic Cons?
no.
I mean, Comic
I don't
Con is great, but
like.
I think we just take it way too personal.
Yeah, talking negative about Star Wars is blasphemy. I mean, you
I
shouldn't
know
do it.
they celebrate Star
You
Wars.
just don't do it. That's part of our human culture. Okay, that's all humans can relate to Star Wars. If we unite on anything, it can be conversational Star Wars. We don't have to fight over that.
Did I
You want
guess
to end racism? Let's talk Star Wars.
I'm a lost human when it comes to that conversation. I need to be found. Gary, levántate. Wake up. Abuelito, dame café.
Yeah, I'm about to go watch my Asian drama. Okay,
Gary fell asleep on us. I told y'all we went and caught ourselves a couple Pokemons.
maybe one day we'll do a Discord and we'll watch some Asian dramas together.
Oh, I'm done. No, he didn't. He said we're going to Discord and watch some Asian drama. I'm about to pop him in the head. If only I could throw this bottle through the screen. If only. Shit, can I get my Matilda powers on?
No need to be violent like Medea.
He called me Medea.
No need to
I'm
be
dead.
violent.
He said, no need to get violent like Medea. Oh, snap. He
That's
fucking
something Medea would do though, throwing a bottle. She cuss you out too.
Yep.
No, she gonna pull that thing out that purse, bro. But then ain't playing.
Mm-hmm.
She gonna
She'll
pull
hit you
that
with a pot
thing out.
full of hot grits. Now that I can say is a move I'll pull.
Man, society is. Oh my god.
The dark side and the light must come together. I don't know. I don't know in this spiritual realm.
Going to the light, Caroline. All right, let me take my butt to sleep for real. But I'll be back sometime
He's going to
next
bed.
week.
What
Uh oh.
Gary came back? He resurfaced? Oh, abuelito.
We resurrected on the third day.
¿Qué pasó?
Hey, let me ask y'all
Oh, I
something.
know. I just elevated.
He said, ¿Qué
Yo.
pasó? ¿A dónde
No,
te
let me ask. Let me. Did this say rose on the third day?
He rose on the third day. Who rose on
What
the
you
third
mean?
day?
Like when he after he got crucified and buried, did he rise 3 days later? Or when it says the
That's
third
what they
day,
say.
are they talking about from the time like of crucifixion?
I always thought the third day of being locked up.
You mean being dead, buried in the ground.
For 3 days. So why the hell do they go Friday to Sunday instead of Friday to Monday?
Hmm.
Because he didn't raise on Monday. They said Sunday.
So why they don't go from Thursday to Sunday? Why they gotta go Friday?
That's what I said. Listen, I don't know. I don't remember that part. I'm pulling the word. Why you ask that question?
The masses ain't mapping right now.
No, that's a valid question. You asking why
What you mean?
R2D2 ain't fine?
Like the
That,
Wake
Bible's
up,
more
Gary.
serious
that's a
than a
valid
movie.
question too. Say that again.
The
You
Bible is
asked
more
why
serious.
R2D2 didn't fly.
I asked a whole bunch of questions, so you gotta be more. You gotta be more specific. Ah, no.
R2D2 and flying. How
He
much
said,
more
"Why that?"
specific can you get?
Mm-hmm. Gary.
I just don't understand.
I don't
Like
even know. What
I don't know.
Don't be Ricky.
I don't know.
Good
Either way, I want
Friday.
I,
myself to bed.
I
I
don't
have a
blame
great.
you. I don't blame you, James.
It's,
Word be trying to keep us up late.
I
no,
already
but
fallen asleep over here one time.
Hey, welcome to nuestra casa. Bienvenido.
Oh, buenas noches. Pues buenos dias.
no, yo
Sometimes.
quiero
Jose
Taco
saying.
Bell.
I don't know
Buenos
why they
dias.
do
That's
that
all I
word. It
know.
don't.
I don't even know
All I
what
know is
what does yo
Senor.
quiero mean. Does that mean something, or is that some shit I just made up?
What?
what's that?
Yo quiero. Did I did I make that up, or
What
did
you
I hear
just said?
that somewhere?
You
Yo
gotta say,
quiero Taco Bell. What does
yo
that
quiero
mean?
Taco Bell. Oh my God. He got that shit from Beverly Hills Chihuahua. Get out of here. Hey,
I
Poppy.
know I heard that shit somewhere. I don't know. Does that mean I want to go to
Commercial.
Taco Bell or something? Like, what does that mean?
That's the commercial. You want some Taco
But,
Bell. You
but,
craving
yeah,
that shit.
Oh,
Go get it.
Taco
What?
Bell.
So yo quiero mean I want.
You get me
but,
amor. You want your
Mm-hmm.
love.
but y'all have a good one.
All
Yo
right,
quiero.
James. Have a good rest. You
Catch
ghetto
y'all
Love me
means
later.
I
amor.
want.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
He
I
said, "Have a
want.
good one." And I said, "I want to." Yo quiero.
So
Yo
when you see
quiero.
your wife,
Okay.
when you see wifey,
Whatever
just
y'all
tell
say
her.
is yo quiero.
I'm dead.
Just say
When you
poquito.
see, they
Just
tell
say
her.
poquito español. Don't say yo quiero because they try to get you. Just say poquito español. That's all you gotta say.
Oh, gee.
Bruh, I can't remember that. I got a straw in my brain.
He
And it's
said I
4
can't
o'clock in
remember
the
that.
morning.
I got a straw in my
He
head.
gonna
No, you
remember
gotta.
I want, but not. Okay.
Yo quiero
Word think he slick.
No, we're gotta look
Yo
at wife. You
quiero
can
means
I've
I
been
say
want.
I've been
no.
practicing
Listen,
that for over 20 years now, so I know what that I know how to say it.
Really?
Over 20
Wow.
years, bro. Yo quiero.
Damn.
yo quiero.
That's all I can say. 20
Listen,
years
when you see
on
wifey
Spanish.
later, ask her one question. Just say this: how do you say my love in Spanish? And when she answers mi amor, you tell her that is what you are to me. All right, be a little romantic
When I
today.
ask who, my wife don't speak Spanish. My wife gonna be like, I don't fucking know. I'm
People,
this
people
nigga
don't know how to
serious.
say. I, people don't know how to say I love you in Spanish. Te amo. How do you say my love?
Yeah,
Mi amor.
I'm me and more. Yeah.
But man, I wasn't around a lot. Like even though my stepdad Cuban, he ain't speak Spanish. He actually spoke two African languages.
Wow.
Swahili, and that's not even a real African language, is
That
it?
they
Ain't
say
that
it's a language, but I'm not. That's questionable. I'll go with you with that. That's questionable.
yeah, I don't. So I just heard that recently. It's like I remember saying like somebody asked me. It was this Nigerian dude. I was like, "Oh, would you speak Swahili?" He was like, "That's not even a real African language." I'm like, "What? Okay, I didn't know that shit. I ain't over there. I don't know what y'all
Hey, don't
speak."
get mad there. Don't get mad at me. That's what we. That's what we.
Right, that's what they told us here. They got that shit in school, bro, teaching us how to speak Swahili. Thinking we going back to the motherland and shit, bro. I don't know.
Oh,
He's
so
like,
you
"You
get
speak
That
Igbo."
may be
I'm
why
like,
they don't want
"Okay."
our asses there. They talk about we speak Swahili. What the fuck is that?
Right, like, what the fuck is that?
The fuck
But
is that?
he speak Swahili. He spoke Swahili and something else. Um, I forgot the other language
That
he
is
spoke, but I
an
don't think he
interesting question.
spoke Spanish.
That's an interesting question. I mean, I think Riders went over it a couple times. You know how the new generation they don't speak the Spanish language for whatever reason. I think she's touched on it. Somebody touched on it. I thought it was her.
what?
Yeah, my kids speaking. They speak. I mean,
Like
they speak English,
the
but
newer
my
generation is
wife,
not speaking like Spanish.
their native
It's not
tongue.
just the
Yeah,
new generation. It started off with my generation, our generation.
yeah, it's like that.
See,
Like 80s, not going into the 90s,
yeah, we
like
didn't
late
want to
80s,
Don't
learn.
going
say
into the
don't say
90s.
80s. Don't say 80s. Rachel is not from the 80s. I am not.
I am from the 80s. I was just the last
Oh,
born, the last of the 80s, but I was raised in the
Last
90s.
Mohicans.
I'm the last of the 80s, raised in the 90s. Because you got to realize I was born in 89. By the time 90 came, I was 1 year
oh,
old.
Bro, the
okay. You
80s,
was
I
half
remember
stepping like
this is the crazy thing. I remember like from the age of 4 to 6. Like, and that was some of the best times of my life, like in the 80s. But I was in the backwoods, so I wasn't like nowhere modern and shit. It wasn't shit modern around me, bro. I was in the woods and shit. And then when you're a kid, that's because your ignorance is so bliss when you're a kid. It was like this is life to me. Like watching fucking what's that Andy Dick? What is it called? Is it Andy Dick?
That sound familiar.
You know that shit. We used to
Savannah,
watch
what you
that
talking
the
about? I don't know
Andy
what it.
Dick
It's a
show.
show or a book or something
Yeah,
like
that
that.
was the Andy Dick show. And then like you watch the shit like that, like damn, that's how I live, like the backwoods and shit, bro. Like yeah,
I
Wasn't
don't
that
remember
courthouse
show
and
the
like in
shit.
show.
black
I
and
ain't gonna
white or
lie to you.
something like that?
Yeah, it was black and white. So you see that shit on TV,
OMG.
and then you go outside, and that's what you doing and shit. It was like that was life, bro. And then I moved to Detroit. I'm like, what the fuck is all of this? Like, it's a whole bunch of concrete. It's cement everywhere. Like, god damn, where the dirt at? Where the hills at? Where the grass? Where the trees? Like, god damn. And then you see a black squirrel. Like, what the fuck is that? I ain't never
Dude.
I ain't
No,
never
but
seen no
it's true
black
though.
squirrel. So I got
We,
to the hood and I'm like, God damn, everything over here black, like even the animals. Black squirrels and shit. Like, what the fuck?
Gary not wrong
Like,
though.
God,
Like you know that I have a neighbor, right? I got like 3 or 4 neighbors, right? They my age and they Puerto Rican and they don't speak not one bit of Spanish and they do not understand it. They don't want to learn it. So their generation passed on down, their lineage, it stops with them.
that's it, crazy. My
That's
wife
up.
teaching my kids. They speak a little bit of Assyrian, they speak a little bit of Arabic, and
Like
they
my
speak a little
kids.
bit of and when she like my wife, like when she tell them to do stuff around the house, like go get a bowl or a spoon, she don't tell them in English.
because it starts at home. Y'all doing the right thing.
Yeah.
See, I was supposed to
And
learn Spanish. I didn't want to learn Spanish until I met my baby pops, because listen, I liked him, but I didn't understand him, and all I knew and understood was the cuss words because we used to get cursed out a lot in Spanish. So obviously I knew that. But I was listening. I was forced. Listen, if it wasn't for him, right? Because my mom was trying to teach me, and I knew a few words, but I was saying them wrong. She should have taught me right. But at the end of the day, you know what it is to sit here and say, instead of saying shish kebab in Spanish the right way, you're sitting here saying bicho. You know what I'm out here saying? Mom, you could have corrected me. I'm out
What?
here asking. Yeah, you know what that means, right? Like, damn, I was
What?
like, wait, what you say? I was like, I want to be chill. He's like, no, you don't. I was like, babe, I do want that. He's like, no, you don't. I was like, now what is the problem with me getting a goddamn shish kebab? He's like, that's not how you say it. I was cracking the fuck. I was like, you telling me my whole life my mama let me get away with that, and she ain't never. You see my point? So,
Mm-mm-mm.
right. I like
and some
speaking
people
another
just
language because you can go
man,
around white people and yell at your kids and they don't know what the hell you saying.
shit.
They'll be yelling at my like, get your little ass over here. They don't know what
And
I'm saying. Kids know what I'm saying, but they don't.
yes,
They
Commander, my
catch the
mama said,
kids out in grocery stores and shit without being judged. No, this is the
mama,
benefit of speaking multiple languages.
yo, no,
Let
but
me
Oh
get
I
my
my answer
God.
from.
I think my mom set me up because I ain't want to learn the language. She's like, I'm gonna teach you a lesson. Watch, you don't want to learn. I'm gonna keep you.
Mhm.
I'm
She
gonna
tried
keep
to tell
you
you.
saying
She tried.
the
Ooh wee.
Right here is asking
Damn.
for team. I'm getting off here. Good night, y'all. Have a good one.
I'm out, y'all.
Mhm. This video gonna be great. It ain't even gonna turn yellow. It's gonna be great. Oh man, never ask for Jimmy's on my chicken. Bye, Commander. I ain't even saying the outro. Y'all know what it is. Goodbye.
Do it for the 9.
What up, Nine?
Acknowledge me.
They've been telling y'all love, and I can't even tell y'all right. The way you feel influences the way you think, and the way you think dictates the actions you take.
You there, sitting at home, acknowledge me.
When I move, is it a quick rumble? I will never ever fall, never stumble. And I don't need to be humble. Break down walls like Jericho crumble.